Welcome to Pbkc Streaming Live. Streaming Live. Streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Hey, oh my god, that was loud. Yeah, that was loud. Sorry. Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing today? Welcome.
This guy, he's all chipper.
No, that was loud. Welcome to the live stream here at Palm Beach Kennel Club. Today is Friday. You know what that means?
What does
Friday,
it mean?
the Friday tournament. I'm your host.
Man.
I'm your host, Drew. With me, Mr. Oak spoke himself. Today's 10K guarantee, as per usual, blew it out the water, bro.
Yeah, it's great because last week was a little dip, and it's good to see those numbers back up again with everything going on, you know.
There's a lot going on
down south
currently.
and such.
Today's tournament, we had it's our usual 10K guarantee, 130 buy-in, 178 players, 17,800 in the prize pool, playing for a top prize of 4,800. Pretty nice.
Almost 5K.
We're not quite in the money yet. We still got 3 or 4 tables left. Minimum cash is 18th place with 239. Let's talk about what's coming up next week. Next week we have our monthly multi-flights. That is a $300 buy-in.
$300 buy-in.
300 buy-in, 100K guarantee. Really good structure. A lot of chips, a lot of time. And that starts on Thursday.
Correct, the
Thursday.
3rd through the 6th. Put it on your calendar.
Thursday the 3rd, upcoming next week. And at the end of April, our Moneymaker Tour is coming back.
Right.
Moneymaker Tour is coming back. That starts Wednesday, April 3rd. With our opening event is a Moneymaker Mystery Bounty.
The Bounty.
It's a one-day event, Mystery Bounty.
Interesting.
But then our first multi-flight, I don't even see it. Where is it? Oh, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Our first multi-flight is a 300 buy-in, 100K guarantee. That'll be starting on Thursday the 1st.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of?
Any what?
Anything else?
Anything else? No, we'll
you
go.
can think of?
Well, there's a lot of things I can think of, but we'll go as we go.
Hit me. We'll go as we go.
Yeah. The good thing is that there's a lot of good poker coming up, and this is a great tournament to start today off with. $130 buy-in. So, I mean, that's like a nice meal out somewhere, but you can invest. Well, you're laughing. It's true, right?
It's a dinner for two. Yeah, sounds about right. $100
crazy.
bill every time I leave the house.
It's crazy how expensive things are these days.
It's not
But
getting
welcome
any better.
to everybody who's joining us now. We will repeat the valuable things that we just said.
Come one, come all.
Got some familiar faces on this tournament. We're on hand number 3.
We have like all the regulars today.
That's true.
Seems like it.
Yeah. Well, with 178 entries,
178 regulars.
you got to figure a lot of them are going to be some
Of course.
familiar faces. So it's good to see them here on the table.
Blinds are currently 2,000,
I would love
4,000
to
with
see
4,000
you.
anie.
I would love to see you on a final table, feature table,
Meh.
with your hat. So you wore a hat and sunglasses this weekend?
I always wear a hat and glasses.
Because the lights are so bright.
Did I show you me at the Moneymaker Tour?
No. There was a tour that you played at?
Look at the dealer.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. Oh, yeah, you're right. You did show me that picture. That was down south, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit south.
Omar, friendly Omar, taking pictures.
Good old Omar.
Does he charge you? He just puts it out there?
No.
I don't know how he makes any money.
I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure he gets paid by Moneymaker.
Probably, right?
He's part of their staff. You know?
I know.
His job, between him and Tony, I'm sure they do like promotions, and Omar takes a bunch of pictures. Tony does the social media stuff, and
3
sure
players
they're a
in
team.
this. You don't want to hear something interesting?
Go ahead.
3 players in this hand.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
No, I was listening to a podcast, a poker podcast, and they were talking about golf, and I could see how people watching poker don't want to listen to something like that.
Golf?
It's way off topic of poker.
What? We weren't talking about golf. We were
No,
talking about.
we were talking about Omar, but I mean,
No, but he's in the poker world. I mean, he's part of our community.
Correct.
So what do you mean we can't?
Here is 6 Jack 9, all spades, king clubs on the turn, 2 people in the hand left now, and Benny trying to steal this with 4s, and Dave not giving him the credit. He's got 9-8. They went check. I always like that check on the turn. That's when someone just gives up on the bluff. And Dave's going to win this hand. He says, I check. So Dave's like, let me show me to see what you got. He's like, I knew it.
He's like, I knew it.
Dave's becoming a good poker player. He made it deep on the last.
Dave, I always say Dave's becoming a good. He's all right. I mean, he's always been all right. He's
No,
Baba Yaga himself. He's the boogeyman.
I know.
Boogeyman.
I'm just giving him credit for actually he's been grinding and reading books and stuff like that. He gave me criticism one tournament I busted.
Okay.
He goes, why'd you shove with 50 bigs? I'm like, bro, don't talk to me.
He's probably right. He was probably right.
I was on the
50
button.
bigs is a lot of bigs, bro.
It was the early of the tournament. I was on the button.
I guess. Yeah. It's early.
Guy has 7s.
Going to play for stacks every now and then.
Yeah, I jammed it in there. Guy calls, hero calls with 7s, and the 7s actually, I hit an ace, and he just happened to river 7. But other than that,
thinks.
yeah, I mean, it got in pre-flop. It all got in pre-flop, so my ace is irrelevant. But the 7 hit the river, and he knocked me out of the tournament. And then Dave goes, let me ask you a question,
And then
man.
you got
What all
needled,
those
and then you got
chips?
needled by David.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, Baba Yaga, tell me how to play poker.
All right, here's a 3-way hand. RJ limped under the gun. The small blind Harry call, big blind check. Flop all clubs. RJ's the only one with a piece, and he's got position.
Yeah,
Harry's got top pair. He's going to stab.
What was their opening pre-flop raise? Because
It was a limp pot.
That's the whole thing. We're getting 3 ways to a flop here.
It was a limp pot.
Early stages of the tournament, like you said, we're not in the money yet, so people are just still trying to feel it out.
I don't know. Is 5 hours into the tournament considered early stages? I don't know.
Considering they're still limping.
Well,
What the
yeah,
hell?
I guess you're right. But you know, there's definitely a different. You see the difference in the play styles early in the tournament when there's still registration, and then
Oh, yeah. Hell
later
yeah, when
after,
registration's
the
open,
real poker
for sure.
begins after registration
Yeah,
closes. Obviously,
I would agree.
Harry's going to keep telling the story that he's got something. He bets again. About third pot. RJ, he's kind of getting a good price.
He says he wants to
and
see
says
one
he wants to see
more.
one more.
Talking it out in his head and out loud.
What is the river? I cannot see it. That's an ace. Everybody hates that river for sure. He goes check, check.
Check, check, and Harry's going to win this one. So one more card didn't help RJ. He's looking for that king. No, what is he looking for? Jack?
Jack Tender Club.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it looked like
He's looking for something.
He's looking for something for sure. He had a pair, his second pair, and a, what is that, 1, 2, 3, third nut flush draw.
Right. There are chip
I had to
counts.
count with my fingers, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's not about right. We're on level 11. Blinds are 2K, 4K. Dave, the chip leader on this table here, 159, 20% of chips in play. On the low stack, 9 big blinds, 36K for Robert.
He's got 20% of the chips on this table, just to
Just
clarify.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Probably not the chips in play. There's a lot more chips in play. There's like 3 or 4 tables.
Did I
left.
say that on this
I don't
table?
know, but it was
It
assumed.
sounded like I said
It
on
sounded-
this table.
It sounded like you was no. It sounded the way you said it. I made some assumptions.
Well,
Just
you
want to
know,
clarify.
if you have that YouTube rewind button, just go ahead and.
Go ahead and let us know who's wrong and right. We'd love to
I'm
hear
always
it.
right. What are you talking about?
You're always right sometimes.
I might not always be right, but I'm never wrong. Love that feeling.
Gabriel opens 10-8 suited. Fold around to RJ on the big blind. Does he want to defend?
Bow, bow. Yeah, RJ. What 2 cards that RJ doesn't like? Suited cards? He loves this.
He wants to
Yeah, yeah.
defend.
There was a time when RJ was running super good, like a year
Yeah,
ago.
I remember
Just
seeing him a
catching
lot.
everything.
Yeah.
Then he simmered down.
Poker's a very streaky game.
It's so funny, man. Poker got you believing you know what you're doing, and then next minute.
And then you spend the next 6 months wondering if you ever knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Facts. Man. It was crazy because up until like last month, I was running good and smooth, and everything was just like 200 there, 400 there, cash game here, and I was running good, feeling my power, and then all of a sudden, poker's like, shoop, pull the rug
Poker-
right from me.
Poker has
My
a funny
feet.
way of humbling you
Bro,
constantly.
more than humbling me. Gotta be
Yeah.
questioning whether or not I
Of
should ever
course.
play again. I was this close to saying, yeah, quit.
That's regular phases of poker right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Questioning your entire existence. What am I doing, dude?
I know. It's like I couldn't win a hand. I was like, oh, I'm one of those people now. I gotta tell people I can't win. 6 suckouts, though. It's so gross. I could just tell you.
Robert, pocket nines.
Robert!
Open. 11.
Do you know Andrew Biscay? Do you know who he is?
Andrew Bousquet?
Yeah, Bousquet.
No clue.
Not Andrew. It's
Olivier Bousquet?
Olivier Bousquet.
Yeah, I know that
Another
name.
guy, yeah. We're in a World Series of poker
He's
tournament.
got one of the most brutal hands I've ever seen.
What, when he goes runner?
When he jammed ace deuces
versus
spade
kings.
against kings, flop king 8-8, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the craziest
love that
runouts
hand,
I've
yeah.
ever seen.
That's how good pros do it. King 5 tray on this flop here. Nobody has a king. Nobody has 2
Robert
hearts.
has 9s, the best hand, but he's got 1 overcard. Everybody checks. Let's see what the turn is. Jack, even worse for Robert. RJ takes the lead with a jack. 3 hearts out there. Nobody likes that turn card either. Nobody likes anything. Nobody likes any part of this hand.
Or this guy likes his position.
So Harry is now, once you got 2 players that check 2 rounds, it's like, it's time to take a stab. And that's exactly what Harry's doing.
Too small of a bet, though, right? The pot's
RJ's
50K.
defending. I kind of agree. 5, Brick City. RJ leads? That's a blocker bet if I ever seen one.
Yeah, instead of taking the safe route, which you can check for showdown, he's going to lead out there.
He sets the price at 10K, and this will be a really good time to raise. But Harry's not strong enough.
Harry's got more chips than RJ,
He's,
but you have to also know your player, though. RJ might not be the player to what he's laughing about.
Hey, Alexandria Pool, we are not at the final table yet. I do believe this is
Oh, he hero
like
called.
3 or 4 tables.
He hero
left.
called with an ace, hoping for a chop here? Wow, Harry, my friend.
We started the stream about 10 minutes ago with 35 players remaining, and it's probably something right around there.
Probably.
We still got about 4 tables left. This is just our feature table. We'll be here till the end of the tournament for the next couple hours.
Did you say thank you for joining in?
Yeah, no, I did not. Thanks for joining in. Anything else we can do to help?
We're here. That's a good thing.
It's hot today, man. I tell you, it was like 80-something degrees outside.
Oh, Gabriel just waiting for this moment. Just put that
Under
anywhere.
the gun.
Raise to the 12K.
Aces, 2 black aces.
Nice little 3x raise here.
Now, it's not enough to get a monster hand. It's much more fun when you have something to go up against.
Or someone trying to steal.
So far, we ain't got nada.
Wah, wah.
Rick's kind of got a defendable hand.
He does in the big blind. 4K
But-
costs him 8K more.
But let's see how he proceeds.
Yeah, you know what? Trust me. I know with Ron here, we're gonna have the counter up shortly. So, but there is. If you ever want to know how many players are left into the tournament, go to pbkennelclub.com, and now the tournament.
Oh my God! Look at this flop.
King Jack for 2.
So Rick doesn't have a pair, but he takes the lead. He's got a slight lead with the open-end straight draw, flush draw, and he just jams.
All in a snap call.
And he
Wow.
calls. I mean, I think if I'm Gabriel, this is the one hand I don't want to be up against.
Right.
Like this is a pure flip here. Ooh,
Queen.
more outs. Brick City.
Oh,
Wow.
aces hold there. Wow. Woo wee.
Wow, and I think Rick is actually
Yeah,
eliminated.
Gabriel had 228K. If that's
no,
true.
that's not true. Now he has
Now he's
228K. So
228K.
I'm looking at he's got 125K is what it looks like. And he just
Best
took Rick's 100K.
case
Wow.
scenario just happened right there, right?
The great news is that he had 2 of Rick's outs, but still, that's if I have aces, that's like, I guess that and a top set. Those are the 2 hands I don't want to be up against. Any set and any open-ended combo draw, like straight draw, flush draw. Wow. Let's go Wolf. I don't know who that is, but let's go ahead and assume it's the guy who looks like Wolverine.
Okay, right?
Is it
He's
the guy who just doubled
part
up?
man, part wolf. Let's go, Gabriel. Yes, Gabe.
Good old Wolfie.
Making it look easy. Aces. Oh, that's how it goes. Playing perfectly.
Right when I was, bro, that was practically a cooler. I mean, when I said, hey, we need another hand to go up again.
Coin flip. If he doesn't defend there, if he's not the big blind, right, he just folds that hand, is a different story, right? The decisions that you make.
What was the bet on the flop that Gabriel? What did he?
12K. He's at 8K to call. He's got 4 invested plus the blinds. That's a whole.
I feel like flatting is okay. Oh wow.
Another one.
Ace king
Back to
suited
back
for
all-in
Rocco.
players here.
But Robert was short. He just taking a stand here. He defended a big blind. Oh, he's under
Alexander
the gun.
says
actually.
Ernest no, but Ernest is not here.
Ernest
so.
knows. Ernest is not here, but I'm sure he knows.
Here's your flop. 994.
Brick City.
444.
Brick City.
Ace high. Gotta win this one. Easy does it. Todd, slow down.
Rocco.
Knocking out all the players. Todd, our dealer here
What do we
in the
got?
box.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 3 seats open. What is going on here?
Knocking out the players.
No. Keep going, bro. Keep going, Todd. You know, we get this day over with a little bit quicker with Todd dealing like this. Anyways.
So, Olivia Bosquet is in a World Series of Poker tournament with me, myself, and we're at a $2,500 event or something like that.
I don't believe you.
Why?
Just kidding. Go ahead. Tell your story.
I have pocket nines, and this is the one hand that now I love nines because I should have played it, but I didn't play it.
Oh.
Somehow I limp in, someone raises Olivia like 4 bets to like an obnoxious amount, and I fold my nines. The other player calls and a 9 on the flop. I would have like tripled up and knocked out 2 players. I'm just saying, like it's one of those hypotheticals.
So now you should never fold 9.
Never ever in my life again.
For
That's what
sure.
I'm saying. Like,
That's how it is. Yeah, that's how it goes. Just never fold 9s ever again.
but I didn't know anything about like pot odds and set mining and stuff like that.
Oh, this was forever ago. You're
this
saying
a long time ago when Olivia probably wasn't like who he is now. So
what was this, like 35 years ago for you?
yeah, just about then, back in the times. Oh, we got new players coming to the table.
Right. Yeah, we definitely need a balance here. I wonder how many
Short
players.
stack.
It would be great if we saw how many players.
How annoying is that? It comes short stack and you got to be the big
Oh,
blind.
I hate betting
How
moved.
annoying.
Well, I mean, highly likely he was already the short stack. I mean, the big blind
Should
on
have
the
been
other
the big
table.
blind.
So,
Yeah, I know. It's still
but
annoying.
yeah, come to the table with 3 big blinds is tough.
Well, let's get him a triple
34
up, and then
bigs.
it's look. He's got a smile on his face though.
Hey, he's happy to be here. You know.
Who would it be with you on the mic? Come on, bro. The legend,
Is that how that goes?
Drew, the legend.
Hey, speak of the devil, and he may appear.
Hey, Ernest, who's Wolf? No.
Satan. Oh, I did say speak of the devil.
Alexandria says that you know who Wolf is. Breadstick? What's up, buddy? What makes you walk through this area?
I think Ernest knows. I think she was agreeing with something I was saying.
So I guess my ears are burning because like someone called my name on the chat.
That's what he said.
You weren't
and
joking.
You just walked right up.
We literally
So
just mentioned your
Wolf-
name.
From Wednesday's stream, I believe. Gabriel.
Gabriel, yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah.
He's there again?
Oh, yeah.
and doing the same seat.
Oh, how ironic.
Okay.
Wait, sure it's not a playback?
Deja vu.
It's not a playback? You sure
No,
it's not a playback?
it's
100%
real.
it's not.
He won a flip. It was flush draw, straight draw versus aces, and his aces held up.
That's awesome. He's a good player, though. He really is.
Well, it's all Alexandra's fault because she came on the chat, wished him good luck, and he won.
How Alexander, how are you? We just started, don't we?
Is she still watching? You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
people
sure
pop
she
in
is.
and pop
I'm sure
out.
She is. She
Of
was there
course.
on you see her happened to me on Wednesday, so I started the first hour and some odd minutes by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So Nancy came through the clutch.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Nancy. Nancy's always
And
there
the only
for
reason,
backup.
and the only reason Nancy knew she was in the chat. She's like, "You by yourself?" I go, "Yeah."
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because yesterday it was Matt and Brian, but Brian was on a headset that couldn't hear. So I was like, Matt, are you solo? He's like, no, why would I ever do that? I'm like, I don't know. Can I only hear one voice?
Yeah.
So the voices to be. How you doing? Good.
Oh,
everything
I
good?
hear voice. Everything's great, man. I'm done for the day. I'm just
Done,
checking
done,
real quick. Trying to burn some time until I get out here.
TJ all in 14K with Queen Jack suited.
First hand at the new table.
Yeah, I know. Well, he was.
But he's got a
yeah.
good chance of.
Okay, I'm having
blowing up.
major deja vu because
This scenario happened.
because TJ was also here on this table as well too. If I'm not mistaken on Wednesday.
Well, he hits
on
a-
that same exact seat.
He hits
I'm not
top
joking.
pair this time, so he's in good condition right now.
Top pair, second pair, and an open-ended. This
Yeah.
is a pretty action-y flop here.
Yeah.
RJ raised pre, and he hit a pair, so he's going to continue here. And
So we got side pot of brewing. Deuce.
I was,
Now we
I,
got
was,
it.
I was telling Alexandra I envy Gabriel's beard.
I mean, his beard. It's a nice beard.
Ooh,
King.
backdoor flush hits, but Gabriel hits
Gabriel
a
hits
straight.
a straight.
Not straight. RJ's not going to call here.
He's still running good.
Yeah, still running
This
good.
is what he did on Wednesday. Same
Yeah,
thing
he's
too.
a solid.
Ran good. He was
Gabriel's
catching.
solid.
He was catching a lot of turn the river cards. Like
Feels good when you
Did he win it?
catch a lot of
He was
turnovers.
definitely top four. Yeah. He was top four.
Nice.
They chopped it.
They chopped it 4 ways, and he
Yeah.
was part of the chop.
Yeah.
Chop it like it's hot.
So he's got a good week, running good. Feeling
out.
good, running good.
Yeah, it's easy.
Is that my boy Ben? What's his name? Seat 8.
Benny.
Benny. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice guy. Such a great guy.
He could have won a hand if he would have just fired one more bullet on the river, but he gave up and went check, and Baba Yaga took it down.
Who, Benny? Against Benny?
Dave, yeah. Remember the first
So
hand?
you guys ready for another multi event next weekend?
Next
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Wait.
300, 100K.
So
I want to play it.
So 100K guaranteed, obviously. I'm gonna put it over under on the actual prize pool for that one on the last on that event. So you remember the last one we had? How much we had in the pool?
Yeah.
What was it? You remember? Was it over $200?
No, we didn't make 200K.
Okay. I'm trying to make over under.
It's like 187, and I think first place was 35 or 36.
I mean, there's a lot going on this week and next week,
Yeah.
so I would say over under 150.
And then you got the moneymaker coming up.
Moneymaker's coming up at the end of the month. Yeah, we already gave him a shout out. We got the thing right here.
Yeah.
But as far as the next week's moneymaker, next week's multi-flight moneymaker, you see where I get confused. I get easily confused.
Well, don't feel bad. You know why?
Over under.
Don't feel bad because the multi last month was embedded in the moneymaker.
Right.
So don't feel bad about
Right,
that.
right,
We
right.
did that actually.
So we actually have two in April.
we
Yeah.
do. Well,
So let's talk about the over under.
yeah,
150. What do you think?
over 150. Yeah,
Over.
I would say 150.
I say over. And you know,
All right,
I'm
I'll go against the grain. I'm gonna go under.
a
Just
positive.
because there's a lot going on.
Can't get 20 on a handshake.
So,
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 20.
So you know how
That's a lot of money.
Nancy, you know how Nancy gets on nicknames?
yeah.
Yeah.
Negative Nancy. That's not good.
Negative. You came up with it. Wow.
I'm being a negative Nancy. I'm trying to be realistic here, and I'm not going to just agree with everybody. Somebody's got to go against the grain.
That's true.
I think 150 is a good over/under line, and like I said, there's a lot
not
of
gonna
other
lie to
things
you.
going on.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. That number may be too high because of the fact that the things you did say. So if I would adjust if I'm Vegas, I might go to like maybe 132 to go Pacific 132.5.
Pacific, the ocean.
Pacific. I was going to say it. I swear.
Oh shit.
If I said 132.5,
I just feel like our 100K gets crushed pretty often.
Yes.
I feel like we very easily we've gotten 200. We've seen
Easily,
150. Yeah. I think 150 is a good line.
I'll take 160 for 20.
Octane's really positive. And
Hell
he
yeah.
And he used to go over 162.
You know what? Because
So-
the series that we run here, that 300 100K is such a great value.
All right,
stack.
I'll take the under 160.
Okay, cool.
$20.
All right,
Under?
done.
We're shook on it.
So wait,
He took
so wait,
160 under, I
So
took
we
160.
So we hedged it up now to 160.
I hedged it,
My
so
God.
I get the bet.
You
Yeah.
are positive, and you still have the over on that, huh?
Yeah, I got the 160 and over.
This
Yeah.
guy's awesome.
God, I bet you it's going to be like
Well,
160.
Andrew, I hate to break it to you,
What?
but I'm rooting for
161.
I break it to you. I'm rooting for Oxide this
Of
one.
course,
You know
of course. No, of course we want to see success in our place,
Absolutely.
in the Action Palace here. But
Because he's got such a quacky mom, I'm gonna
I
send
just
him a
think
text
I'm being.
message.
I think it's pretty realistic. I don't know.
No, I think it is. I think it's realistic. I think also the things you're saying about like the fact that was so much going on that I may have to readjust that number a little lower just because of that.
Right.
But
And
we'll
which
see.
is what, and which I actually agree with you totally. When Oaktai hedged a little higher, and then I think I like.
He just trying to be cute. That's all.
Remember, no. Remember that whole
Yeah,
what was that? I can name that tune in 3 notes. Name that tune. Like
I love that game, dude. I love that.
that's what I did. I
Yeah.
did it to him.
Yeah.
I knew he wouldn't take 150 because he's like right on the edge, but
Yeah.
160. Now he thinks he's got a piece of it. It's gonna be like 165.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Yeah.
I'm not. I won't. I really won't be surprised if it's like 180.
Or upset if
know.
you give me $20 for all the.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's 159 though. I'm hoping for 159.
If it's 159, I'll give you $25. You heard it
All right,
first.
let- you heard it
25.
here first.
You don't have to worry. It's on the stream. We're literally
We'll
recording this.
replay it on YouTube.
What was it? What'd you say? 159?
Yeah.
25 for 159.
Good,
Let's
got it.
go. I'm writing it down.
And then put like
I wrote it down.
Say quote unquote, and then put oak tree at the bottom of that. Yeah, I like it.
Ernest, thanks for joining us.
Of course,
You
man.
livened up our live stream.
No problem. It's just saying hi to you guys, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all.
Good stuff going on here on a Friday.
We're 11 in. 11 away from the
No,
top?
11th hand. Yeah, 11th hand. Yeah.
It just started,
Started.
like 10 or 15 minutes ago.
No, but the fact that that low number like already this early in the stream is kind of shocking.
It's not 11
on Friday.
players. It's 11th hand. Hand number 11.
Hand number 11.
Oh,
That's why I said, yeah.
He's
now.
like, wow.
Welcome back,
You're-
Ernest. It's okay. He's not here yet. It's okay.
He's
He's not
already
paying
checked
attention.
out.
let me catch up real
He
quick.
clocked out.
Gabriel gonna 3-bet jam here?
My nines.
You know, what
He-
it is,
so, you know-
you know what it is though. We have number in the corner, but
Yeah, we normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexandria was asking for that too.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
We'll pop up that number after this hand. I'll figure it out.
Gabriel's all in.
Yeah, he's just trying to steal. He's not technically all in. He's got 275K.
Well, no.
I mean,
Didn't somebody open? Oh, RJ opened.
Yeah.
RJ opened 15,
he's gonna show the nines.
Yeah.
and
Oh, he does have a player.
I mean, it's a good bet though.
Benji
because,
was
like,
all. He isolated.
Oh.
It's an isolation bet.
He got a caller. He did get a caller.
No,
okay.
no, Benji was all in. He
I-
isolated.
right,
He
right,
isolated.
right.
It's called an isolation. So
It's not basketball. This
No.
is poker.
So Wolfie with the ISO play.
So have it.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice.
Set it up. Set it up. Alley-oop.
Wow, look at that. He needs now. Benny's gonna need a lot of help on this turn
He needs
card.
runner.
give a spade. Give a
Lot of
spade.
help.
Make it.
Oh my God, the 7 of spades.
Yes, makes
That's
it
the best
fun.
possible card in the deck.
And 10 outs too. And 10
Oh my
outs.
God.
Yes, makes it
Gabriel's
so much
sweating here.
fun.
Gabriel's probably sweating
You
here.
need 10-5
He's some
or
drama.
club spade. Whoa, buddy!
Benji doubles up to 51K. It's not
Benny
a big. It's not a big head. It's
With
not,
the backdoor flush. What a sick turn card. I said he's going to need a lot of help, and he got the best possible help on the turn.
yeah, that turn's amazing.
Seven of spade was
To be fair,
crazy.
Gabriel's stack is pretty
Oh
high.
yeah,
yeah.
barely even a flush wound.
Yeah, he can afford. Like, I mean,
I think it was he was only in for like 20 or 25. Benny has
Yeah.
he's still like 50K.
Yeah,
Plus the
50K.
other 15. It must have been a
he's done
20K
He's done
bet.
light sport.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a run out.
Have fun,
Benny, what does it feel like to have 9 lives?
Benny and the Jets.
This is why I love tournament poker and watching this too, because the drama like that. For example. That's why this is the best.
the drama.
The best
drama.
was the dealer run out was the nice and slow. That
Yes.
gives us the
As
chance.
the trauma. It's like yes.
Well, Todd was like,
You know who I talked to? Actually, Daisy, and she
Uh-huh.
actually the last week's stream she actually slowed down for a second. One of the all in
Finally.
I couldn't believe it, and then the second one that was all in, she went right back.
She
to
forgot.
Her. She was like, I was like, oh man, talking about like that retention.
She's not here for TV. She's here to
I like when we have
says
when
that.
we have Ron watching the table. He's more aware of these things. He makes sure the dealer puts
Boxes out the cards.
boxes the cards, has the all-in button on the all-in player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's a 4-way hand. Club draw
Lots
for
of clubs.
RJ.
Club draw.
Not much
yeah.
for anybody else. Queen for Harry, second pair. He's gonna take a little stab at it. If this is a limp pot, I mean, I like betting second pair here.
Yeah.
Too many limpers. I mean, they've been limping. That's like their MO now. It's
been-
always raising pre-flop.
It's been limp city.
Harry RJ
Too
show
much.
now. Turn card clubs. He cuts his club
So
for
RJ
flop.
with the check mark here. Now it's all about making money. He snap checks
It is
for
flush.
deception.
Yep. RJ's
back.
Harry's going to check to keep the pot small. RJ's going to bet to get some value. After Harry checks turn and checks river, it kind of looks like he gives up on the hand.
I would agree.
Yeah, probably.
But Harry also made a hero call with ace high.
It's true. Against RJ.
Right. So. And he's
now
gonna
he's
do
going
it
to try
again.
to do it again.
He's married to the queen.
Know the
Well,
tendencies.
I
Know the
think-
tendencies.
I think Harry was aware that when he checked turn, check river, it looked like he gave up, and it kind of looked like an opportunity for RJ to bluff at it.
Steal, right.
And the 5 of heart on the river doesn't make a lot of sense to bluff it. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I don't mind Harry's call. It makes sense.
It could
And
make
RJ
sense.
had the
It
hand.
could make sense.
I'm just saying, it looked a little bit like he gave up on the
And
hand.
RJ is a player
RJ's
who's
bet
bluffable, so I mean he could make a bluff at that place. So I mean, you
he's
got no
bluffable,
true.
or he's
Bluffable.
capable of bluffing.
making a
Yeah,
bluff.
yeah.
Bluffable.
You're right. He's bluffable. Those are two different concepts. Just putting that out
He's
there.
bluffable. No, he's not bluffable.
he's
calling
bluffable.
station.
Lovable.
Want to say that to his face?
He's lovable.
You want to say that to his face?
I'll say that we have 161,000 for our bad beat downstairs.
Oh, it's up to 160. That's
Yeah.
a nice
Plus,
number.
Yeah, it is. Another one. I almost. I don't know if I told you guys. I almost done it last week.
You almost
Almost?
got one last week.
I had the right.
Well,
I had
thankfully
the
you
right-
didn't.
Yeah, no. Well, for you, yes.
I want to
I had
do
the,
it when it
I
hits
had the
200.
right, I had the right number, right color, wrong suit.
Oh.
Straight flush or straight flush. I needed 5 of hearts, hit a 5 of diamonds. Everything would have played. Pot was good. The whole 9.
You mean you were that close,
That.
but that far away?
Yeah.
Well, folks, if you want to know how many players left, unofficially 22 players left in this tournament today.
Unofficially.
That's still like even 22 is still like,
Pretty
shocking.
fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, with 178 entries?
Yeah.
That is pretty fast. Last week we had a lot of glitches.
Because typically, like we start straight at 4 o'clock, we typically have between like, say at low end 35, and then most like maybe 60 or 70, and on high end. So to have like that many right now is, even a great turnout, it's that's kind of shocking. It means a lot of action going on there.
That is a great turnout.
People are getting money in the pots, and
Bluffable award.
Chips are flying.
and
That's
before-
correct.
Bluffable award.
Bluffable. There's a lot of action going on. So 30 minutes from
I
now.
can't wait to see. Yeah, what time is it? All right, at
Yeah,
5:15
so-
we're going to see
so
something
yeah, yeah.
exciting.
5:14 we're gonna be okay.
Something
30
exciting.
minute delay.
All right, guys. Just gonna say hi to you guys.
Ernest,
Love
thanks
y'all.
for stopping
All right,
by.
Ernest.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it. He's
See you
like,
later,
Hopefully I'll see you guys
brother.
next couple weeks, man. For the
I'm off the clock, man. Let me go.
Yep.
It's
Have
so
a good
hard to
night,
leave
Ernest.
when you're having fun, right? Grab a breadstick if there's one. Take it. Yeah. Is there
Offer
only
it
one left?
Offer
Yeah,
up
they're
the
mine.
breadsticks. It's all yours.
It was good.
It's cold, but it's good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, cheesy. I like the cheesy breads. All right, man.
All right, Ernest. See ya. Dave under the gun with 10s.
It's good with sauce, but unfortunately the sauce made it to my car bag.
Did you clean out the sauce?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pain in the ass.
I bet. Did you Give it some club soda.
No, I didn't have any club.
Hey, does Skip just sit down? I don't remember him being here a
Yeah,
second ago,
Skip
did
just
he?
sat down while we were having a
So-
little conversation.
Skip sit down.
Look how happy
King, queen.
Benny is. Just like, I'm still here.
He's also got ace queen. Let's see what Skip does with the king queen. He probably just got a flat.
Some people
flats
don't
the
like
11.
ace queen. I really like that
You
hand.
think there's a good chance Benny doesn't ship it?
Good
I
chance
think
that he
there's a
does
pretty good
ship it.
chance he does, especially when he's holding all of his chips like that. You can tell he's thinking about it's all or nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he went with 6-8, so it's possible ace queen's a monster hand for him. So you just got flat call, though. I'll play safe. I don't like the flat call.
Safe.
Do you like the flat call here?
I'm not a big fan. I just
Yeah.
think when you have 50K in your stack.
Right, 50K. The blinds are at 2 and 4K.
I think
You're almost
all
at
in or fold. I
10
like
big
that.
blind scenario.
Under the gun open and the flat, and RJ just getting a good price with 9-6 off.
So four
Action flop?
ways.
Action flop. Wow. Top set for Dave.
Benny with a spade draw, but Skip with a better spade draw.
Skip with a king of
so-
spade. Benny with a queen of spade.
And Dave's gonna lead out here with 10s with a set. So feeling comfortable. Raise from Skip.
just snap
Represent
raises
the flush. I don't see Dave ever folding.
with a
but
king of spade. It's for the stream, Chip. Skip. Chip. What I meant to say was we need a chip count for the stream.
Some players hate when their stacks are getting counted out.
Well,
Tournament's different though.
Listen, man. No. I mean, the only bet you don't call is all in.
Right.
You don't instantly bet. But Skip was like, why are you counting my bet? It's
Right,
because
right.
it's not an all in.
Right.
That's exactly why. But anyways, Benny, a little bit of a decision here. This is why, like, I don't know. I think it's you put yourself at a decision.
Tough decision.
It would have been easier to just do it pre. That's another thing. Another thing that I've been trying to get into my head is
Less
don't put
mistakes
yourself
by
in these
putting
don't put
decisions
yourself in these predicaments
scenarios, yeah.
and these uncomfortable predicaments. And the
Right.
more uncomfortable predicaments you put yourself in, and that's the harder. Oh,
Dave is all in here
Dave
now.
a top set, not
Yeah,
scared of
he
much.
knows.
Skip has 80% of his chips out there.
Yeah, he can't fold, so he's showing the spade draw.
He thought he had 2 overs,
Right.
but he's got a spade draw. He's gonna need a spade or a jack for some help.
Jack ace, diamonds.
That would be gross. But I have a feeling
You do.
the best hand's gonna hold. You
The
see,
set's gonna hold.
I have a feeling the best hand is gonna hold.
Oh, the best hand's gonna hold. Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
yeah. That's
But
the fun
anyways,
part.
Skip is at risk here. He is
Sure is.
3-1.
Just got moved to
3-1
table.
dog.
6 is no good.
Now he's more like a 6-1 dog.
Yeah, one card to come. No.
10's full for Dave.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
as I predicted,
Skip just
Baba
got
Yaga,
here.
the boogeyman himself, getting a big double up. Yeah, poor Skip played one hand.
Yeah.
Poor Skip.
And Benny's so happy now that he didn't go all in pre-flop. I folded it. Yes, you did.
He looks like a genius now.
Right.
Benny telling the truth.
This is telling the truth, and
He
you know
said-
the one time that he Alfredo's wishing Benny a little luck there. Freddie was downstairs. Alfredo's playing a lot of good tournaments lately. I don't know why he's not here.
I saw Fredo downstairs playing cash. It's possible
That's what I'm saying.
he already busted.
Yeah.
It's possible because we already know he's a tournament grinder.
Now all of a sudden, like he's
You're saying he wasn't?
no, he
He
was
didn't
just.
used to be.
I'm telling you,
I'm-
like here.
Fredo been grinding tournaments for a couple months now, though.
That's what I'm talking
I understand.
about.
You're
Like,
saying before this. Before
before
that.
this, he was gone for a long period of time.
Okay.
He just work.
Okay.
Then he had some time, freedom, and now he's been here like all the time. He's like a professional poker player. Not envious. I'm just giving him props. If you're listening, Alfredo.
Eric giving him the full rundown. Okay, now you can fold. There you go.
It's like I just got here. What's going on?
Well, he never put his cards on the
Red
box,
box.
so
Blinds are 3K,
hand number
6K.
one, you want to get him into the habit of doing the right thing. Gabriel's picking up another hand here. Ace Queen suited, very nice hand to open with.
Yeah, 18K. I like the raise. See, that's what I'm talking about.
What are the blinds now? 4-8,
3-6.
3-6. All right, 3 exit with 18K.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Back to the old standard 3X. I like it, especially against Dave, who's got a lot of
3X
chips.
is a bit of the old school.
Old school way. I don't know what the 2.5.
I like the 2.5.
Yeah. I'm actually
I think the
thinking
min.
bigger's better.
I think the min click has its own. I still kind of like varying sizes, even if just a little bit.
Yeah. Gabriel and Dave both commanding chip stacks here. 279, 251.
I like min clicking with like 10-9 suited, Jack 10 suited, pocket fours, like
I like
hands
it
that you
better
want to play,
than flatting.
but you don't
like
feel bad
limping.
if you get 3-bet
Right.
type of hand.
Okay. Speaking some logic there, I like
That's
it.
just how I like to think of it.
No,
I think with
that's
real
a good
hands, I
feel.
might size up a little bit more to 2.5 or maybe even 3x.
Right.
I've noticed that like my button raises get like no respect.
It's crazy.
So like
right?
when I have a real hand, like I might just 4x it.
Yeah, 4x
on the
it.
button, and it even makes it look bluffier, which is even better
It is better
because
yeah.
my button raises. Something about my face that I don't get.
Oh, you're wearing a hat and sunglasses.
Oh, I do have the full.
Treat you.
I have the full.
Crook.
Like, look at this douchebag. I have that look when I go play, and I do that on purpose.
Right.
Oh, were you talking about Fredo because he's in the chat?
Yes.
What's up, Fredo? I didn't even notice he was here.
Yeah, busted.
Yeah,
That
that makes sense. I
happens.
saw Fredo downstairs. I'm like, he probably played. And
Yeah. I don't want to talk about other tournaments, but you played the 600.
one of my buddies got on the. He made the vlog for the 2 mil because he. On the money bubble, on the
George?
pure money bubble, you saw Jorge. Yeah, Jorge tripled
Jorge,
up,
you
or he
call him
doubled up.
Jorge?
Then he doubled. That's his name. I mean, that's his name.
I've been calling George the whole
Well,
time.
you're a white guy. That's why you call him George.
Yeah.
So
he did great. Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
he doubled up.
Right?
Then he doubled up.
I
3
know.
hands in a row, double up, double up.
That's
That's a hell of a thing to do on the bubble. On a
his
pure
face-
bubble.
On his Facebook feed, he has it like scroll. It scrolls up. It's
Yeah,
so
he did
good.
the whole.
Good for him.
He did the whole look at me, like holding it up, like, hey guys, look at me. That's how I interpret it. But
RJ will
Jorge's
win
my boy.
this. Wow, let's put the odds
it's
out.
a bold statement
I don't
there.
know. Gabriel being one of the chip leaders.
Oh, it's Pramod.
Promote.
I know Pramod.
Well, that's what the chat's for. You're supposed to root on your favorite players. Watch as you watch.
It's been a while since I've seen Pramod. How you been, man? Is this the same Pramod that somebody gave him a stick of gum that was like a nicotine gum, and he
Really?
he almost
No way.
he got very sick. Yeah.
Wow.
And he had to leave, or he kind of made a mistake because he wasn't feeling good.
I never tried one of those things.
Nicotine gum?
Yeah.
Well, me neither.
Jack Trey
From the
6.
day and age where you would smoke a real cigarette.
Of course, yeah. I never
And
tried
now
the
I think
patches.
those things are super gross.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah,
said
it's just promote.
confirmed. There's another thing called that Neuro gum or whatever that.
Oh, that's the new like
yeah,
enhances your.
supposedly.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
I've tried it. I didn't feel
You didn't?
anything. Nothing.
Placebo?
If that's possible, because like my friend was like,
Placebo
"Oh man,
is
he's like, you gotta
placebo?
try this. It's better than Red Bull."
That day was crazy. I had to throw out my chips. Yeah, I talked to you the next day. Promote. It's Drew, bro. It's Drew from the Creek. But yeah, me and Promote. No, we've had a lot of conversations about poker and stuff. And I asked him about that day because he made like a big mistake, and it was because he was feeling sick.
Yeah.
Because somebody gave him a gum that he didn't realize was nicotine gum. That's pretty wild. There has been a time where like I drank something and I felt really sick afterwards.
And you just can't
And
function. Yeah.
I didn't blast off my chips, but like I just couldn't I couldn't think straight, and
Yeah.
so I made a couple big mistakes, and that's kind of what happens when you don't feel good. Yeah, nicotine gum, especially if you've never had it before. I know you've never smoked or never anything you told me, and so
Right.
yeah, that I'm sure you probably felt sick, felt
Nausea,
terrible.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't blame you at all, bud. That's a tough day. We got a 4-way pot brew in here.
Another
Look at
one.
this.
Go imagine. Not yet. Okay. So it's down to
Well, Dave opened,
heads up.
King Jack suited. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry opened with the Queen 9 suited.
So heads up here.
And
Gabriel got out of the way. 7-3 doesn't defend. He knows it's a negative EV. Why are you laughing? It's true.
because he knows it's a negative EV.
Queen 8 ace is your flop. Harry.
Harry's been hitting a lot of second
Yeah.
top pair.
And these two been going at it. No, it was No, sorry. It's RJ and Harry. Sorry. I thought these two.
Dave gonna bet it like he got it.
Well, he's got something. They call that a gut shot when you hit it. Hits you right in the gut. And, okay.
7 on the turn.
7 of diamonds would have been more fun, giving Dave more
Well,
outs.
7 hearts is definitely not good, but Dave gonna bet it like he got it. Now
Sure.
He sizes up. This looks a lot like he has ace 10 or ace jack. Like this looks like.
Telling a good story,
Well,
right?
mm-hmm.
And this is what we were talking about for the last couple of weeks. Like, people check the turn when they give up on the story. This is Dave telling a story all the way through on the flop. Here's the turn.
This is
and
good. He probably read this in a book. Just like you said, he's been
He's
been
reading.
studying.
I'm
yeah.
telling you, man.
So now, it's Harry. So now Harry has to. He's got to. If he hero calls this bet, then he's out of position on the river. And if you're up against an ace and you don't improve on the river, this is going to be a very difficult spot to be in. And what did I tell you about being in difficult spots? It's just not good. It's not good.
I would confirm that logic.
I think from Harry's perspective, oh boy, he's going to hero call it. Or he just doesn't believe Dave. Maybe something about his face. He doesn't believe it.
Not just Dave though. He actually hero called RJ twice.
No, he made a couple. Yeah.
So he's one of the players that doesn't believe anybody, I guess.
But let's see what the river brings. So it's a big old
6.
brick city.
Yeah. So he's gonna check again now. Does Dave have the cojones to fire that last bullet?
Correct.
Oh, he doesn't. Dave.
Harry gonna.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dave was gonna say, "Man, one more would have done it."
One
I think
more.
one more would have done
Yeah.
it. But I also,
Especially when a player takes that long to make that call, you know he's feeling weak. That wasn't a fake, like I'm like trapping you here. That was
Yeah.
like I don't know what to do.
I think.
If you sense that
No,
from
but
the
that
play,
it could
you
also be
fire.
like that. Could also, from Dave's perspective, that could also be like a very small ace, ace 3 suited, ace deuce, or ace 5, something like that.
Yeah, you fired much bigger on the river.
And so you're either, from Dave's perspective, you're either really going for it and you gotta bet big, or you just kind of save your chips and don't risk it. Especially if you know Harry's the type to hero call, which we've seen him do on multiple occasions.
Okay.
I mean,
so you play the player. Maybe
Right.
that's right.
I feel like
I don't condemn it too much, but
some people really push that envelope. You know, they go, all right, I know this guy's gonna hero call, so I'm just gonna jam all in. Like there had to be a good 100K pot right there,
yeah,
right?
it was.
And Dave's stack was 150, 160. So like it would have to be in pretty much all of it to get a hero caller off the hand.
Look, Dave's gonna look on the stream to hear our comments.
One more.
Half an
Dave, it
hour.
would have had to been big, bro. I think it would have had to been big, Dave.
All right, Gabriel back on the winning streak here. Ace King of clubs.
Yeah, it's folded around. You got ace king suited. The big blind is short, so you just move the chips in.
Yeah.
You put Benny to a decision, and
Benny folds. Can't be folding too many more of those, buddy.
What does he got? Like 5 bigs now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got left. Oh my God, you were still live. Ann says fast talk today. We both had caffeine. Sorry, Ann. We'll slow it down a little bit.
Fast talk today. This is par for the course for me. I always come in with a big old jug of coffee, and I'm always talking my own ear off.
Grab a headset. Go on, buddy. No, just wanna
Trevor
watch.
hanging out. Come on, bro. Don't be shy. He doesn't want to mess up his hair. Bro, when I go downstairs, I have a like this,
notch?
like a dent in my head.
I don't have that problem.
Well, yeah. I should just 10 years from now, I'll probably do that.
Wee. All right. Well,
That's funny, bro.
yeah.
Gabriel gonna keep the pressure on.
Why not? Running good. Put those chips to use.
Right.
On position.
It's folded to you on the button. You should be opening pretty wide here.
I like
it. Yeah.
Yeah. 90% of the time, players not gonna have anything to defend with. So we still want to have the clock. Oh, we should have told Trevor while he's here. Put the clock on. How many players are left?
Well, where's wrong? We can test wrong, but.
And text him.
Oh, you did?
No, I say go ahead, text him.
Nah. Nah.
Pull a Ron on Ron. Bro, am I gonna do everything around here? Sorry, Ron, if you're there. Just kidding.
I'm sure he's not listening.
No. RJ, ace 8, the dead man's hand. Limp. I wish we had a limp counter. Limp, limp.
Actually, you're right. RJ has done quite a few limp under the guns.
A lot of these players have been limping. Once one player limps, the other player limps.
Nope. Not Gabriel.
Gabriel Milk.
See, this is a nice number. Pocket sixes, one limper, 2.5x, 15. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
It's enough. All you got to really do, especially all you need is Benny to fold, because you have position.
Yeah.
2.5x, you get position on the hand.
Rocco probably folds, but RJ comes along. He doesn't. Once he gets his small chips in there, I think he calls.
RJ folding for 9K is like probably not in his playbook. I don't think it is. Not in the playbook.
Of what? Folding?
In RJ's playbook.
Folding.
Folding for 9K
Folding's not fold,
when you
yeah,
put
yeah.
6K. No,
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
It's not there. It's
Not feasible. Oh, man.
Well, top pair for RJ. How does he proceed?
He checks.
You're doing really good today, bud.
I knew he was calling.
Oh, he already checked. I didn't see the
See?
check.
Oh, you thought.
He check called. Sorry. I thought you were wrong, but you were right. So sorry. Snap check.
Yeah, Gabriel knows the jig is up, and RJ's going to put that value bet out there.
The jig is up.
The jig is up. I mean, against the RJ, the player, once he calls
30
that
for
one,
value.
Yeah. Gabriel wants to see it. Oh, there it is.
No, do you think I will call it with the jack?
Fun times at the poker table. Gabriel still 249K, even after losing that pot. Harry now, after beating Dave in that one big hand, is second in chips, 235. And RJ and Dave are neck and neck here, 194. But Benny with 21K, 3 big blinds. 3.5 big blinds.
Danger zone.
Nah, I just got to pick 2 cards that he likes and get it in. I mean, he won with 6-8. What is he really afraid of, right? I just think that's the whole thing. Like poker, sometimes
Actually, you're right. When you backdoor a flush against a set, it was a set
Yeah.
of nines, right?
Yeah.
Like you're free rolling at this point.
Exactly.
Like, you're free rolling at this
Maybe
point.
he's just trying to money up, get to the money. He wants to be on the money bubble.
I don't
Hey,
know how
guys,
close we are, but I don't know. if
$10?
He's not going to fold $10. Take the $10, bro.
I just
Who
want to
just
say,
said I always lose with ace king.
I hate when people do that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Saying you lose with ace king all the time and jacks are terrible are 2 of the things that I don't like when poker players do. But hey, it is what it is. Dave takes this pot down with pocket 8s. And now with the big blind. Just want to say thank you to everybody joining the stream. A little chat was a little lit for a little bit. You're not watching, thanks for listening, right? I mean, you can always just click on
If
here.
you're not watching, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Do people listen and not watch?
Anne's she does things. She likes to hear the talk. That's why she's like,
okay,
don't
okay.
talk about the stuff. She goes, I want to hear about the poker.
Ah.
Anne specifically is one of those
I'd
players.
imagine some people watch without listening to us.
Some people watch and they do
I'm
turn.
sure.
Yeah, we find out who my Alec is. He's been gone for a while. 'Cause,
I miss my Alec.
yeah. He was having fun and then lost the whole connection and then just like, all right, he's tired of me.
Hope he's okay.
I'm sure he's playing cash somewhere. Did you ask him?
Who?
If he watches?
Who?
On stream. Did you ask him? No?
I don't know who you're talking about. The person we suspected?
Yeah. You said you were going to ask him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Of course you
Completely
did.
forgot.
It wasn't a priority.
Nah.
2 players here. Ace,
Ooh,
10, queen.
Dave with a pair and a flush draw. Always a fun hand to have. Harry with a pair and a straight draw.
Yep. King of clubs would be blood in the water. Harry is going to fire out. And Dave is going to make that call.
Does 8K really count as firing out? Oof. Dave now
Dave
with
is
the
going to
second
check.
nuts.
Check. Yeah, I check. I check. Not playing
Airborne
today.
Ranger not playing today.
I don't know. Check call is a good thing. I would have paused maybe just a second more to make it look like he had a decision to make.
To be fair, Airborne Ranger might be in the field, but he's not on the feature table.
Yeah. And then
I forgot who
26
Ranger is, but I know he's...
26K lead out from there. Dave hoping to get called. No action, so takes down that pot.
No hero call from Harry this
No,
time.
I know, right? Now he's got more chips now to play, so I guess he's playing a little different.
You might get 1,000 likes right away. So
Hey, there's our favorite dealer.
what's your
What up, what up?
You don't know.
Why don't you look me up then on the telephone?
5-second move. I want to see it.
Really? Are you serious?
What? What is happening right now?
Don't know.
Low in there.
He looked like a magician.
But no. TikTok, I got love, I got music, I love doing.
He's a TikTok star?
Is he actually?
Oh, my Lord.
No shot.
I got 20 followers.
What is happening right now?
So Dave
I know.
jumps back to lead here. Loving it. 250.
Gene is a funny guy. He's very social. He's always a little bit of a chatterbox.
That's so, listen, people play for different reasons. Some people
No,
play
yeah, you
to...
know, I like having characters at the table.
Yeah. Some people like to chat.
Love it.
I'm a dancer, I love to dance.
He's a dancer. I think you said he's a TikTok influencer.
Now, Gila,
I was playing cash, and dealer was new at the Hard Rock, new dealer. Player sits down, no chips. He starts talking to a player next to him. So the dealer goes, "Are you playing?" And the player goes, "Just deal around me." And the dealer goes, "You can't sit there and not start playing." And the player gets offended by it, you know,
That is a kind of a ridiculous statement to make.
right? And he goes, "I told you just deal around me, you know, I'm playing." And So he said something else, and then the chips come, and then the player goes, "No, can I sit here now? Can I sit here?" I go, bro, he's a new dealer. Just give him a second. He goes, "Oh, he needs a spokesperson." Then he started getting mad at me. I'm like, "Just relax, calm down. You just sat down at the table." So he said something else to me, and then the player to my left jumps in and says something back to him. I'm like, "Oh shit, it's 2 against 1. Let's go." So then the guy looks at me and goes, "What are you looking at?" The new player. I go, "You talking to me?"
What a loser.
Yeah.
This guy's a real life of the party. Rocco's
what
been
a
pretty
chip
quiet.
on his shoulder, really.
Yeah, huge chip on his shoulder. The chip on his shoulder is bigger than you.
I know. It's like, I know. I wanted to say to him, say, my friend.
So, Rocco opens threes. It's the first time I think I've seen Rocco put some chips in the pot.
I agree with you. It's
been very quiet.
It's been very quiet. Late position. I like the hand. Puts a bet in. Hopes to get through. And he got through.
All right. Steal a couple blinds.
Threes are a little vulnerable, you know. Like, you don't want to see a flop unless it's a
Again,
set.
he hasn't played a hand yet, so it's nice to take some chips down.
Yeah. But lucky it was at 2 in the morning. I was leaving. Otherwise, there would have been like a whole
What a loser.
confrontation.
That guy, I'll tell you what, that guy's a real loser.
Never had a square where I had to put my cards on.
We get it, Gene. You've never been on a live stream table before.
He's having a great time.
He said, I've never had a square I had to put my cards on. I said, yeah, we get it. You've never been on a live stream before. It's okay. First time for everything, bud.
It was funny because some of the moneymaker players were trying to protest the whole, like, I don't have to. I mean, you can't force me to show my cards. I mean,
I think management has a right to do pretty much anything.
that's true. Yeah.
Did we have this conversation?
No.
There was a live stream where Maurice didn't want to show his cards.
Right.
And the floor guy, I'm not going to say who it was. Floor guy didn't want to enforce any type of rules or didn't even want to say anything. We text Josh. Josh is like, we can't do anything today.
Right.
People in the chat went livid.
Right.
Everybody talking about, if he doesn't have to do it, I don't have to do it. Blah, 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 blah.
Facts. It's facts. Though.
So, like 2 weeks later, Moneymaker Tour comes. I talked to Tony Burns and said, hey, man, what do you think about this?
Mm-hmm.
He says, somebody like Maurice, it's very simple. You tell him, if you don't want to show your cards, I'm going to put you on a penalty until you do. And I said, Tony, I like your style. You know?
Yeah.
But that's kind of how you got to be. You got to be firm, just frank and firm with.
Right. Your actions. Right.
You give them an inch, they want a mile. And
yeah, and Maurice will
I've
definitely
talked to Josh
push the
since
envelope.
then. And to be fair, Ron wasn't here today. And I talked to Ron about it. Ron says, I have no problem telling Maurice put his freaking cards in the box. Ron was not here
We
that
have
day.
done something like that similarly. So that's good. No, listen, Maurice is a great player, and he just likes to push the envelope to find out where he can go.
He's like
and you
that,
give him that rope, he's going to take
Correct.
it. So. Gene with pocket queens.
And again,
Let's go.
you just got to put your foot down. You don't have to be disrespectful. You just got to be firm and be like,
That's
listen,
all.
man, it's very simple.
It's just a choice.
If you don't want to do that, here's your options.
Your penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put your cards in the box. I'll give you 1 round penalty. When you come back, don't put your cards in the box. I'll give you another round penalty. If you want to keep doing this, you want to play this game, we can play this game.
Right.
That's it. It's very simple.
Yeah. Did Gene fold queens there? Come on.
That can't be right. Is that right? Is that right? That can't. What?
There's no
That's got to be a
world.
miss. That's got to be a miss. That's got to be a misread.
He
right?
finally puts the cards in the box, and we get the wrong read. Queen, 10,
I mean, to be
8,
fair,
king.
it was like.
Am I wrong, guys?
Yeah, you're wrong, Gene. If you
No,
fold
I
queens,
didn't hear what he. No, I didn't hear what he said.
I don't know
He's talking
either.
about something else. He was already.
Losing my marbles because my mind is getting confused. To put
He's still talking
I
about
think
the
he's losing
cards.
his mind. He's losing his mind. He says, am I losing my marbles or do I have to... Is there a box? Yes, Gene, there's a box. I need a cigarette. Just put your cards in the box,
I
bud.
love
What's
it.
the problem?
What's in the box?
Oh, no.
What's in the box?
7.
7. What a movie. Brad Pitt. Don't do
I
it.
don't... But here's my issue. What's the problem? It's just a box.
Some people have a hard time
It's just a box.
drawing in the
Or
lines.
I guess, yeah.
Conforming to
We're
the
creatures
rules.
of habit, and when you got to break the habit,
Yeah,
you might lose
exactly.
your damn mind.
this is how I play.
This is how he plays. He's having a hard time.
How I play poker.
Okay.
Yeah, this is how I play poker.
Can you put your... Calvin says, can you put your cards in the box?
There we go. Oh, man.
Gene's over here losing his mind,
This
bro.
itself is like a whole different show.
Now do what you want with him.
Oh, we're paying 18 spots? Half an hour. Half an hour. Half an hour.
Right now, they're on the ball.
Correct.
Okay, so we have an idea of what's going on.
We have an idea.
Anyways,
How many people were paying today?
18 is the money bubble. We're
18
not quite there
is the
yet,
spot, yep.
but we do have Gene losing his friggin' mind. RJ going to open queen jack off.
One man's laughter, another man's agony, right? He's having a hard time really dealing with it. And he wants a timeout. Stop the tournament.
Does he need a timeout? He needs a cigarette, just like you said. He said, I need a cigarette.
King
Take a cigarette
6-7 on this flop here. 4 ways. Player on the buttons checking out of position here.
You're wrong,
Wrong.
Calvin.
It's not
wrong
Ernest.
again. Actually, to
Oh,
be
no!
fair, Ernest was here.
That was right.
Ernest was here.
Yeah, so
But he's not supposed to be here.
to be right, we're wrong.
To be fair, not supposed to be here.
Yeah, that's funny.
Calvin putting him out there like that.
Sure
man.
is. Calvin's also the person to say that poker dealers are terrible poker players, so I don't know if I agree with them.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah, I guess he was, but so it was a lead out here from Harry and Eric flats. They both have a king. Eric does have the better kicker with a king queen, so and your river card is a 4. King 6-7 tray 4 in 3 spades, and then with check on the river, no one liked the spade, and Eric's going to see that his kicker plays, so turns it over, and that's why you turn over your hand. You want to hear a funny scenario?
Always.
So in the end of my session last night, I had trip queens, and I think it went bet, and I just flat call. Because my kicker was like a 6-9, it was a queen 9. So I turn over my trips, and then the guy mucks his hand, but like wants to retrieve it. As soon as he mucks it, the
Yep.
dealer swipes it into the muck.
As they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "I have a full house."
So why'd you fold then?
I know. So I win like a nice $200 pot, and thankfully the dealer didn't go, "Oh, here, take your cards back, turn it over."
You were bluffing?
No, I had trip queens. I had trip queens, but he saw the 6 as a 9, as a 9 as a 6, so he thought I had a full house, and he folded his 6s full of queens because there was a 6 on the board.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
luckily for me, turning over your hand worked out. Instead of him turning over his hand because he didn't table it, I turned over mine quickly when the river came, and showed that he saw me turn over my hand with confidence and thought he saw something that he didn't see. That's the whole thing about turning over your hand, to make sure people know. If you table your hand, the dealer would push the pot to the right person, supposedly, but
Supposedly.
Benny's still holding on here. Benny, come on, get it in there. There it is, all in. Benny with ace deuce.
Poor Benny just can't catch a break, bro.
All
He
the
got
aces.
one break and ever
What?
since then.
His deuce is live. What are you talking about? It's versus a jack and a 6.
Yeah,
He's got outs.
you should always get your money with 3 outs, right?
3 or 4 comes on.
Yeah.
He's got the
3
straight
or
draw.
4.
3-4 ace deuce is great.
3-4 ace deuce. Yeah. Then you'll improve from 3 outs to 4.
5.
Gabriel 3 bets. RJ's defending.
Yeah,
Here
7,
is a
jack
flop.
9. Gate.
I mean, honestly, the
That's-
game's been pretty easy from Gabriel's perspective. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
and
running
again,
good.
this is a 3-bet pot where he just flops top pair. Pretty easy continue against a short stack all in.
Well, Ernest did say he
You win
final
at side
tabled.
pot.
He final table Wednesday, and they did the chop, so he's running good. He's on the heater now. So, yeah, there's no
No
deuce.
help, but gives chop outs for Benny.
Whoa!
chop
Benny
outs.
saved it.
Okay, everybody's yelling. What
That
time
was-
is it? What time is
Yeah,
it? This
that
is
was
the time.
That
This
was
is the hand.
noise. That
This is
was
the hand.
noise. Now Gabriel's shaking his head. That's impossible. Impossible.
Well, to be fair, he was drawing absolutely dead on
Listen,
the flop.
if I had to pick an underdog to win this tournament, it's Benny right now.
I'll give you 100 to 1 odds, bro.
There are your payouts,
Bro,
folks.
look at Gene's clapping, bro. Look
Loving
at
it.
this.
Everyone's loving the
Everyone's having a
underdog.
great time. What a sick.
10 to 10, yes.
He said, I
Call
say
your
10,
cards.
it's a 10.
Call for him, yeah. No rebuy, sir. That's
No
it.
replay.
First place, $4,806. You're looking at it right there. Second place, even a cool $2,970. So you're looking at $5K and $3K for first and second place.
Pretty much 5K, correct?
That's very nice.
4,800 up top.
Yep.
29.70 second place. Even 221.38 for third. We're still not in the money yet. Money line is at 18. We
Yeah,
still got 20-something
We never
players
got the
left.
clock, the shot clock on the top right.
I'm sure we'll hear when we go hand for hand. I'm sure Mr. Joey Dolan's our tournament director. He's going to announce when we're going hand for hand. That means we're on the money bubble.
Yeah, maybe then we'll
And
pop
until
it
that
up.
happens, we're going to assume we got 20-something players.
Right. You know,
All right.
Gabriel, listen,
Everybody
even
calm
though
down a little
he
bit.
chopped that pot. Gabriel's still in a great sitting. He's not even
He
worried
won
about it.
he won a nice little side pot, and then
Yeah.
he chopped. So Benny got half of a double up, I think.
Yeah.
Even if you have deuce 3, you gotta get in there.
And
Dave
he folded,
opens with Jack 10 off. Harry defends big Jack 6 suited, and these guys are going like round 3.
hits a 6.
Harry hits a 6 bottom pair.
Yeah.
Another ace high flop. All right,
Check,
Dave not
check.
going to try it this time.
5 of diamonds.
A 5 on the turn, no help for Dave. Dave said, all right, you check twice, I got a bet.
Usually when someone checks twice,
But-
they're giving up on the hand.
Harry known for hero
Usually.
call. We're going to call him hero call Harry. Oh, he doesn't do it. No, it's like he knows.
Oh, he's 71 years old. Benny.
Benny's 71.
Says it.
He doesn't look a
Just-
day over 70.
He just turned.
He said
last
he
week.
turned 71. He doesn't look a day over 70.
You want to hear another funny story?
Mm-hmm.
Tong Fu.
I
Okay,
remember
thank you. Very
Yeah, I remember
so
Tong Fu. Yeah.
It was his birthday one day, and I literally go, "Oh my God, this guy looks great for 90."
He was actually 90.
No, he's 65, and I'm like, "Wow, that's absolutely what I thought."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh my God!" I felt so bad, couldn't stop cracking up.
Wow.
He's working right now.
Table chatter off the chain. Everyone's like, "This is a Sunday picnic at the park, having a good old
Well,
time."
hey, listen, man. Everybody's having a great time. We love to see it.
And the blinds just went up 4,000, 8,000. For the new people following us, some luckily updates. We got some good updates, some tournaments coming up next week, folks. The $300. I was gonna do the money our verse
Wait,
event first.
my Alec.
Well, my Alec.
We didn't see his name in the restream. That means we got something wrong with our restream. Anyways, my Alec is, I don't know when he talked. Probably said something a while ago.
Yeah,
We missed it.
yeah, that was a long time ago.
Anywho, next week.
Anywho, if you like tournaments, come play our $400 100K tournament. $300.
Is it
sorry.
4? Yeah, 3.
300. It could be 4, but
$300.
$300 100K tournament. Probably one of the best structure and value for your money that you can get. First place, usually $35,000 to $45,000. I mean,
I would say 30, 35 is a good number.
yeah,
45 is a
solid.
little bit high.
No, I've seen the tops of 45, 46,000.
I'm just saying 30, 30.
Okay,
30
all
is
right.
pretty average.
We'll go with 30,000. Still
Still good.
What
is
starts April 3rd
Is that
through the
100x,
6th.
100x your money?
Yep. There are satellites we're running. So check out the website, pbkclub.com. And then coming right back, first week of May, April 30th, which is Wednesday, our Moneymaker Tour with the first event would be a $25K Mystery Bounty Tournament. That is going to be for $300 as well. And then they're doing a 100K the same week, May 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Come play the tournaments. Chip leader Eric now in first place, 283. Dave, 268. Gabriel, 262. Nice, healthy chip stacks here, and we're not even on the final table. Benny holding with 7 big blinds, 56K on the bottom. And Gene, who's having a tough time with the box, he's got 9 big blinds.
Gene is out here losing his mind, and all it took was 4 lines connected perpendicular. Anyways, 1 square, and Gene is just off his balance, off game. Dave limps 5s. I thought he opened for a second, but he
Yeah, it looks like a limp.
looks limpish.
Oh, no, it's a race. 16K.
Oh, okay, he min.
Yeah, 3 reds, one
little min
one
click.
orange. Yeah. 5s, opening it up there under the gun. It looks very strong, though, when you mid-click it.
This is a perfect. I think this is a
Yeah.
perfect scenario for a min click. It's a hand you want to play.
And beautiful.
Oh, did Benny just? Oh no, he just won. Yeah,
Yeah, he won it. Dave won it.
min click. It's like the minimum amount you could put in to
Yeah.
get everybody to fold.
Very comfortable. Nice chip stack there, playing well. I'll give him props.
Baba Yaga.
You know, if he was playing with Baba Yaga, I think his stack size would dwindle. So I'm glad he didn't go with
You
it.
think? Who out here's been divorced?
Shot clock.
Is that the BB right here, or am I the BB?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible to get that?
Thank you, sir.
I am going to be next. So I have to put the
I call it the shot clock. I don't. Take your time. I think the people listening can take a break. All right, folks, what you're watching here is our feature table. The blinds are at 4,000, 8,000 with 8,000 big blind ante. That's a new standard of what we're doing for the last couple of years. I like it. It keeps the game really fast. We always know who puts their antes up. It's always the big blind. Benny, let's get a flat call here. Benny, come on, man. So we got Harry with ace-jack. All in.
No wonder he wasn't going.
Holy shit!
I was like, is he getting emotional?
Table's having a good time. I'll tell you what, this is one of the live tables I've seen. I wish that sound can convey to our stream. So Eric here with King Queen. He's got an 84K decision to make. Looks like they're moving a player to balance out the players here. So no longer will you have to worry about that box. So Eric seems like he's in the blender thinking it's a tough decision because if a player does have a really good hand, why is he going all in? So he doesn't want to pull the trigger. He folds. Benny now with 48K, he's going to fold as well. It's a good decision to fold, especially because we've seen that Eric had a king as well. So some of your outs are gone. Ace-jack is in the lead, and Harry is going to take that pot down. So, all right, we lost the player. We have 7 players still left on this feature table. This is a $130 buy-in. It's our Friday daytime regular scheduled program. 10K guaranteed, one-day event. We run it every week, except for when the Moneymaker Tour or the multi-flight, which is next week. We won't be having it because we have the $300 100K tournament. So they moved the player. He no longer has to worry about the box.
Gene got balanced.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He lost his freaking mind.
For a while,
All
he
it took
was-
was one
It was
box
crazy.
for him.
This is not how I play poker.
I don't know what's happening.
I know. It was kind of crazy.
It was quite comical.
It was entertaining. I will agree.
Super comical.
Benny just holding on here for dear life. Folds Jack 8 suited. That's a hand I probably go broke
Benny's
with.
got like 5 bigs.
He looks at the clock. I know he's like
had
3
like-
players away. He just thinks he wants to make it to the
Oh,
money.
you think it's that close?
It has to be.
Hanging around.
Yeah, I mean, I always, make fun of persons who waiting.
I think he's about to put half his stack in blinds.
I
next
know,
hand.
that's tough, right? He limp called 8K with King 10, and then
8K? Oh, 8K.
8K.
Excuse me.
Yeah, with
Excuse
King
me,
10.
sir. Go ahead. Proceed with your story.
And then Harry jammed on with Ace Jack. Came back to him. He folded. So I mean, like, if you're gonna put
What did he limp 8K with?
10 King.
King 10?
Yeah, King 10.
Right.
So
I mean, listen, man. Everybody plays their own style,
I hear you.
but I think there's ways to avoid putting yourself in predicaments.
Right. Now with Jack Deuce, if he goes all in, I'm just gonna fall out the chair. Just gonna fall. All right. Thank you. Yeah, Harry decided Ace Jack was good enough to go all in, and he took down the pot uncontested. So, good way to pick up the blinds plus a little extra. This hand, he limps in here, 8K. RJ's been relatively quiet. Dave on the button
He
says
said
call.
call.
Yeah.
Calvin's tripping. Calvin's too busy talking about prayer in schools or something.
Right. Here's your flop. All clubs.
Clubs for Dave.
5, King 6.
It's going to be hard to get paid.
A little bit. I mean, Gabriel does have a club in his hand. Harry's going to fire out like he has clubs. Little flat call here. No, raise. Okay, so Dave's trying to get some more money into the pot. He knows that Harry is a sticky kind of player, likes to call. So
Harry likes to stab with second pair and see where he's at a lot, and I mean it's a really good flop for Dave. I figured he thought maybe Harry was betting top pair,
right.
and if so, he probably gets some action. And if you want to get a big pot going, you raise the flop, try to.
No, also Harry's been shown to call down. He lost the hand. You remember?
True.
They tricked the river with that 6 little middle pair. So Harry's showing some tendencies to be.
Easy game for Dave.
Right. So far, things are running good. Rocco's got jokes about the Lincoln Tunnel. I've never been there. Calvin preaching his philosophy.
I'm listening. Yeah, we're all just kind of listening to Calvin talk about life. Calvin's views. This is Calvin's TED Talk right here.
I was about to say, you'd be a good life coach. Sign up.
Benny.
4 deuce.
4 high.
All his chips in his hand. Ow.
But good Lord, is the hand bad.
Yeah. There's a race from RJ. Gabriel flat calls 12K, so 16K. He makes a 16K call 3 ways. I mean, there's kind of some value there, but the worst hand possible.
Getting like 5 to 1. Tough.
Trey, king, 9 on your flop. Gabriel breaks check. Benny can't do anything here. 9s takes a stab for 10K. Gets Gabriel out of the way, and Benny folds as well. That's the unfortunate part. Like, what do you think 4 deuce is going to hit there?
I think I would have rather just folded the 8K and saved it for a hand where I can stick it all in.
Right.
Because now he's got like 2 bigs.
Yeah.
He's got like 20K.
There's a reason to defend.
I think if I flopped any pair, if I was Benny, we're going all the way.
Right. That's the way poker players think. Some people think differently, but I would.
Tough day for Benny, bro. Poor guy.
Listen,
he's been one foot out the door on numerous occasions, and he's still here.
Yeah.
They say plenty of fish in the sea.
But I give him credit. He doesn't give up. They say he hasn't thrown in the towel. Like some people short stack like that would just put it in there, get out, and move on. But he's like he wants to win. He wants to make it to the money. So
who doesn't want to win?
Some people would just play to talk. Just get out of the house.
RJ with that limping strategy.
Benny in the small blind. Jack 8. What to do? What to do?
See, like, this is a limp pot. Yeah, I think you need to be attacking more limp pots or folded to you pots, which Benny hasn't had a lot of folded to him type opportunities.
I want to see Benny triple up, so I'm wishing for the best flop here possible.
Best flop for him is
8 deuce deuce.
Or 8-6.
Ace 5 deucing.
Spades for RJ.
Yeah.
Nothing for Benny. Gut shot for Harry.
I mean,
everybody checks.
There's a king. So Benny jumps up to 56% if it goes check to the river. Why are you laughing?
Because you're being very positive on Benny's behalf, and this poor guy just folded to the min bet.
Oh man. 2 big blinds for Benny. Just survived right now. I got through all the blinds. He's the button. He's got a couple of hands you can fold. Pick up pocket queens. But had he gone all in with a jack high, he would have won that pot.
Unless a 9 hit the river or a spade. If
no,
RJ had 9-8.
Yeah.
Benny had jack 8.
Oh.
RJ had a 9 or a spade draw. Thank you very much. Trying to prove me wrong all the time. I'm the one who's right all the time sometimes.
All the time, buddy.
But sometimes. I'm right all the time. When you're wrong, I'm right.
So, there we go.
So
1 week for my $20. I can't wait. Oh, boy, it's going to be so sweet. I'm going to put it in a picture frame. Can you sign it for me? Level 13, 4K, 8K are the blinds. Folks, we are close to the final table. We're watching the Benny Show, how to survive with 16K in chips. Harry folds a small blind. And Rocco,
See, like, what was Benny's hand on the button just now? What was it? Did you see it? You
I
don't remember?
don't know. He folded. I didn't see. Well, you should have jammed it. 16K.
With 100% of his range.
Right. Yeah. Just get in there.
Yeah. I
There's
don't
your
know, man.
VPIP. And surprisingly, RJ's still top with 41%, followed by Harry and Gabriel. VPIP is your voluntarily put in pot.
We already know Rocco's is the lowest.
Yeah, Rocco's
He just
very
hasn't
tight.
had any hands. No, I mean,
Yeah.
Rocco's not scared, but he hasn't had any hands.
Card dead is probably the worst feeling there is in
Yeah.
poker.
For sure.
Ann says, nice and slow now. Wash hands.
I think that's supposed to be an emoji.
Oh. I was like, wash your hands. What the?
Wash hands emoji. I don't know. Benny 9-3 offsuit. Poor Benny, bro.
Here's the thing that Benny is not doing if you want to make it to the money, is you pause 2 minutes before every hand the decision. Someone on the other tables who bust. You're like, what? I have an ace here.
I hate when people do that.
Rocco all in with 80K with ace 8, and that's too much for Harry to come along. So
Did Harry limp on the button, or did Harry raise the button?
Harry limped. And
Yeah, Rocco just
yeah,
jammed it on a
just
limp
said,
pot.
"Let's go."
Exactly. Well, actually, Rocco's got enough chips. When you got like 10 or 12 bigs, it's a good opportunity to get some steals in.
Right. Oh, since we started the stream, look at these people all with upticks. Dave with 193K.
Poor Benny.
That's more. Poor Benny, I know. Down 61K. Those actually look better cash game. You know, I mean, that's what I want. I want to be on a cash game where I'm
good
up
luck, bud.
193,000.
Yeah, good luck grinding that out on a 1-2.
Ah! Where's my Alec?
Yeah, I'm checking to see if we missed another My Alec.
Right.
I wonder what happened.
It didn't come up on the feed.
Unfortunate.
Did someone block him? Someone might have blocked him.
No, because then it wouldn't have
Would it
been.
show up there?
It wouldn't show up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's weird. That's just weird.
Yeah. That's the weird part because how many times has he might have said something, we didn't respond, so he's like, those guys
I'm probably the only person who checks the other stuff.
Right, you're probably right.
I check and see if we have any new followers. If we.
Yeah, we haven't done that. The new shout-outs to the new followers. How we,
Yeah,
you
we
know?
have not. But then again, I don't ever see any when it's on my stream. I think we'd be getting all the new followers on the podcast.
Okay.
The podcast streams.
Right. I tell you, Dave and Gabriel have been teetering, tottering back and forth, and for the first place chip leader on this table, 290K, nice healthy stack, 23% of the chips.
They're both playing very solid. They haven't been in any really bad situations.
And they haven't played against each other.
Everything's not. Yeah, we haven't seen any big collisions.
Right.
That's how it should be. You know, if you got a big stack, you want to pick on everybody else except for the guy who can take you out.
Yeah. So when before you're in the money, you try to avoid the other stack that can actually hurt
Pretty
you.
much, yeah.
4K, 8K are your blinds. Every time Benny folds, he looks over at the clock. RJ on the button, finally with American Airlines. A good hand. 2.5. Let's raise it up. Let's go to 12K. 20,000. Okay, I like it.
2.5x.
I know. I like it. Dave King's the cooler.
No way.
Music to
Wow.
RJ's. He said raise. All in.
All in
Snap and a
call.
snap. Call.
Good Lord, Andres, what have you done? Did Andres just sit down at first hand
Yes.
and feel aces versus kings cooler?
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. There's still two more kings in the deck.
Good Lord, what a cooler though.
186,000
RJ, 186 count. I mean,
RJ is celebrating early. I don't like it.
I
don't
know,
like
I
it.
know.
It's a bad idea.
Gambler, that's a great question. It looks like we're about 20 players left in the hand tournament left here. We're Dave versus RJ all in.
Spades for kings. Oh my God, what a break. Okay, now you can celebrate, RJ.
Yeah.
Now you can celebrate.
That's a huge double up for RJ
Yeah.
and a huge hit for Dave. Wow.
Dave lost a good more than half his chips. I mean, he had, what, 250 or 290? He just lost 180.
Yeah.
Dave is not quite crippled, but he's down to like
quite crippled, yeah.
less than 15 bigs.
Yeah.
That hurts. Yep. 100K-ish for Dave
And
now.
that's the tough part about tournament poker. You play so good. I mean, you're never folding kings in a scenario like that, right? Do you? Can you find it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I gotta find a fold kings in a scenario like that.
I mean, I think I can find a fold. I just feel like against a player like RJ, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, even still, let's say RJ had ace king. Let's say hypothetical, and you have kings. I mean, still a little bit of a flip there, right? A little
70-30.
bit. Yeah.
I thought the flush was coming, gambler. Yeah, me too, bro.
That
So when he had, I never like, celebrating before the river is such a bad idea.
Yeah.
It would have been I think it would have been a little bit of karmic justice to put the spade on the river.
Yeah, it's something you learn not to do when you've been
Celebrate
there
before
100% of
How
the
do you
time.
even celebrate before the flop?
Did you see that one time with this
Pre-flop
guy?
can't find the fold. Yeah,
had
not in a
kings.
tournament like this. I don't think I can. If the ladder up is like worth hundreds of thousands of
then
dollars,
you fold a
okay, I
king.
could probably find a fold. But we're talking about a $130 tournament.
I know. I'm just trying to
We're not
like
even in the money yet.
in a scenario where I could be a better player, and in a scenario where someone, when you 3-bet, they just jam it. Like, can you actually just put them on aces? Like, for your whole, like.
I think there are some like nitty players that I could definitely put them on aces.
Right.
I
What,
don't
an older
think
person? An
I
older
just-
guy. They're older people.
Yeah.
Cash game, yeah. You know, it's so crazy here. I had a pocket. I was in a cash game, and an older guy raced to 20, and I made a 40, and he just flat calls, and the flop was like 9-7 deuce. He checks. I bet out 40, and then he jams for like 250, and I'm like, I have queens, and I'm like, what? It didn't make any sense. I almost called, but I'm like, I'm just gonna put him on a hand like kings and not worry about it because that doesn't.
Actually,
make any
you
sense.
just reminded me that early in the tournament yesterday, there was an open, and I had like 100K, and this guy to my right, older white guy, just jams all in for like 150K.
Right.
I'm on the big blind. I look down, ace king, instamuck,
Right.
instamuck.
Right,
I had too many chips. The
Yeah.
blinds were small. I had 100K. He jams for my whole stack. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Right.
it ended up being the guy who opened called because he was like semi-short. He had king queen suited, and ace king. But I'm never
Yeah, going for-
I'm
yeah.
never being the third one in there.
Right. All right,
That's
Benny's
like
all
50.
in, folks.
Yeah.
Keep your fingers crossed. Let's see if we can keep him alive.
Benny's all in for the big blind.
Yeah. Yep,
Rocco's gonna
yep.
raise with ace queen.
Rocco.
Gabriel has a defendable hand, but I think he's just gonna probably stay out
Large
the way
size raise there, 35K from Rocco. Trying to get people out of the hand.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
Gabriel's like, you know what? 2-1. Let's go.
Ooh.
It's not got to play. It's not a bounty
Either
tournament,
that or
Gabe.
maybe Gabriel knows that there's a good chance that this hand could just get checked down, so you
Yeah.
could just get a free check down.
Correct. That's true.
Maybe.
That's
Maybe
true.
that's part of what his line of thinking
Gambler
is.
wannabe. Let's go, Benny. That's
'Cause-
what I feel.
Because again, I feel like calling Rocco's raises after the guy.
He did check dark. Gabriel
folding all day.
fired a
Queen
check
in the
dark.
window.
Yep.
Queen king though.
Poor Benny's going to be eliminated.
Check.
Yeah, you got it right. You got checked down, like you said. He called the 35K.
Tournament. It's a very possible we're gonna check down hand. Gabriel saw all those cards for not free, but
Yeah, Rocco gets
35K.
gets all of it. Benny shows. Everyone's supposed to show their hand because it's a all-in scenario. Gabriel said there's no reason to side bet there because there's a bubble. And, well, you know what, folks? We
another
tried.
scenario that came up yesterday that I'd never seen before. There was a player who was not here for he just disappeared.
Right.
We were 5-handed. There was
Yeah,
a player
right.
disappeared. So
strange.
when I don't know what happened. I think maybe
Get called away for something.
Or
right?
something happened with the wife, the kids. Maybe he was in the bathroom, number 2. I don't know, bro. But he just disappeared for like 30 minutes and he got blinded out. Anyways, the scenario came where he's all in on the small blind for 2,000. and the dealer was like he you know, I'm thinking, you know, you're not here, you're insta-mucked.
Yeah.
But the dealer like put his cards to the side. I'm like, what?
Left them
What are you
there.
doing?
All instant everything.
Because it's an
come
all-
back.
So I actually asked, you know, Nick the floor guy, and he said that used to be a rule that like
Right.
if he's all in, like no matter what, he has to. If it's
Turn
all
his
in,
hand over.
the hand has
he
to be.
might be able to win
and
it.
he could
Not
actually
there?
win. Right.
Shut up.
Nick said, oh, they
Not
changed the
anymore,
rule
yeah.
6 months ago. I said to the dealer, oh, you would have been right 6 months ago, so you were close. It was a dealer that I knew I was messing with them.
okay.
But Harry with kings.
Oh yeah, opens
Harry
there.
with kings. He's short, and what are we thinking about here? I
All
think
in.
it's
Yeah.
posturing.
Gabe calls. 'cause
Gabriel
he's got a pair.
figures it's a flip, but
Right.
Harry's in good shape to get some of these chips back. He's got a 4-1 favorite.
Another scenario there where Gabriel didn't. Well, it's 26K. 66K, no. I mean,
No. He's got more than 26.
no, I know. It's the call
the
was
call
only
was
26K
26
more
more,
because
yeah.
he opened.
No, yeah, at that point, Gabriel kind of has
Yeah,
to
you
call.
have to mathematically.
Oh! 5 in the window! Wow! Well, he's got a backdoor club draw.
No club, and that's it.
That's it. That's
Harry,
that's a wrap.
my man.
Gabriel running very good today, running very clean.
That's
and
how
just
you make
good
to the
old
final
two
table.
outer.
I gotta learn how to do that.
How to bank 2 outers?
Just to come behind. You know, like running good. You know, you make the decisions. You just make it. That's why mathematically you're supposed to call there. You make a raise.
When you put 40 in, it's only 26 more. It's pretty easy.
I know.
But, wow.
Right. You and I know that's math. Math be mathin'.
The math be mathin'. The math do be mathin'. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. We need a balance.
Oh, we're 18. We're now. There's no.
That was the bubble?
That was the money bubble.
I didn't hear the bubble.
I know. I didn't hear Joey announce it.
sure? Is
That's
Andres?
what Andres is saying.
So now we should be at the final 2 tables.
Yeah, they should stop action. One up there, one there. I mean, I think he has a
Interesting.
better perspective. Let's go, Gabe.
Let's go, Wolfie.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you know, when you're in that scenario, when you're all in, and someone turns over kings.
Wow,
you know,
yeah.
Instead of
Aces versus kings was the first, and then kings versus fives. Those
Yeah.
are the 2 kings scenarios we just watched in the past 10 minutes.
right, get cracked.
Wow. What a game. What a game.
Yeah. Is Dave dejected though? He's on the phone.
He's checked out, man.
Like this game.
Dave is checked
sucks.
Either that he's running through some GTO solvers right now.
Do everything right.
Nah, he's probably looking up Instagram models.
Got the loose cannon jamming on me. Could have any 2 cards. Wolf at the West Palm Beach Kennel Club taking it down 2 final tables this week. One
Potentially.
Wednesday.
We're not there yet.
We are there. Oh no, we're
2
not.
tables, Poppy.
I thought we got to the final table.
18 players
18
is how many?
players.
How many? Can we deal in 18 people
I
at one
can't.
table? Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they labeled this one 10.
How about Carrabba's crushing it?
Yeah, it's Nancy's little gnome.
Pretty sure it's gonna go. You get 10.
Nancy the gnome. Can we give her a nickname? Can we give her that nickname?
I'll double check again.
Ernest called me Negative Nancy.
Let's see what comes out. 4's right there. Right? That's what I thought.
Angel's coming like, what you got? I got this. You got that? All right, there we go. 10's in the right spot. Find everyone their all right homes. It's always confusing. Call from West Palm Beach. Yeah, take it.
Probably not important.
Put it on speaker. What is important in life, huh?
Not dealing.
Listen to Arnold.
Wrong, Andres. Wrong.
He just got knocked out.
He is the small blind. You can assume the small. You can assume the button.
Oh, look at its bunk.
Andres said dead button.
There is no
Bunk
dead
on the
button.
small.
There is no dead button.
There is no dead button. There is no dead small blind.
Correct.
Well, we got to teach Andres the TDA rules.
Well, Ron was there, so thankfully, Ron.
Yeah, no, I know. Well,
Confirmed it.
Andres did the correct thing. He asked. He says, I'm uncertain.
Right. Don't put chips in your pocket.
Small blind for bunk.
Yep. Let's see if he
Bunk's
deals
a fun
in.
one to watch.
We saw that too, right? When the dealers killed the hand that was dealt to the button. You remember?
No, I remember seeing Erica.
Yeah.
She dealt out the button.
Right.
She didn't kill the hand. She dealt it
Oh,
out.
I thought she dealt it and
No.
killed it.
No, she dealt it out. She did the dead button thing, and I was like, no.
Dead button.
That had that happen to me once. Did I tell you? I had that happen. I sat down. They're like, "It's a dead button. You got to wait." I'm like, "No, I don't." Like, they looked at me confused. I'm like, if you're not sure, call the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
And the whole table's like, yeah, deal them in. So she didn't call the floor. But you know.
So there's an interesting thing they did, a study. So it's called a collective. If you're inside a room and the majority of people are doing one thing, even if it's the wrong thing,
Most people will go with it.
yes, because it's human nature, you just go with the collective. So let's say the room is on fire and nobody's panicking. You're in that room.
Unfortunately, we
You're
have
not-
a lot of that happening in this society right now.
Right. So
Bunk in here with a gutty.
Bunk did a good job. I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago. He didn't wear a hat, and I said it must have been not the hat that he ran. He ran good on the
I don't think
stream.
I've ever seen Bunk without a hat.
I know he was wearing a
actually.
black hoodie. He was really stylish.
Bunk has always got a hat.
I know. And he's wearing different shades. Well, normally
he's
he wears
switching
the
it
dark.
up.
Look at
Switching
him.
it up. No hoodie. Actually, yeah, he's always got a hat and a hoodie.
Yeah.
So Bunk's going to just continue firing. Look at this.
He might have misplaced his glasses because
Bunk,
gonna win this hand. Instead of the dark shades, he went with the smart look. I like it.
the smart look. He increases IQ.
It
The
does.
glasses.
Look at our chip counts. RJ jumped to the skyrocket 350K with that hand aces versus kings. Gabriel still pretty good, 331. Bunk, our third chip, 282. Dave all the way down with 104 on the bottom.
Yeah,
And
Dave got hurt there, but he
Joe.
still got 13 bigs. It's a maneuverable stack. It's not good, but you know
Right.
he's going to need to make some moves very soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's really going to be in trouble.
All the good players know how to play short stack. Part of good tournament poker life.
Is that
What's going
Javier in
on?
seat 7? Yes, JJ.
Yes, it is.
10-9-8. Well, yeah, that's 9-8-7. Yeah, 7 seat. For us, it's the 8 seat because we do 10-handed.
Interesting fun fact about
Go ahead.
Javier. Excellent bowler. Used to be.
Really?
Yeah.
I always seem to bump into JJ every time I play a tournament.
You do?
Javier, yeah, I've seen him a couple times.
Right.
Players all in, actions and
Rocco's using that all-in button again. You don't want to make
Rocco
no
with ace
mistakes.
queen. After Javier opened, this is a pretty easy jam here. This is again, like I was saying, you have a stack size that's like you can what's it called? I wouldn't even call that a steal. It's a good stack size to stick it in and get people to fold.
Right. It's healthy enough where people make a decision. Yeah.
15 or 20 bigs.
Defendable.
129,000.
Javier knows it's like
For
one
me,
of
I
those
feel like
situations.
10 bigs, 20 bigs, it's easy because you know you just
Do
stick
or
it
die,
in when
do
you
or
think
die,
you're good.
yeah.
I feel like 30 and 40 bigs is where it starts to get a little bit more
Dicey?
trickier. Yeah, and 40 bigs and above,
Right.
it's a little bit trickier for me.
Do you know what?
Did you say bowler?
Bowler. Yeah,
Javier.
like professional.
Is an excellent bowler. I did not know that.
Yeah, somehow we were talking because I used to bowl too. I used to be a PBA professional bowler, 220
Why do I not believe you every time you say something? I'm just kidding.
Look-
Go ahead, tell your story.
years ago, bro.
All right.
I'm 52. I had a whole decade doing
I guess
things.
you were probably a different person back then.
You want to hear a great story?
So, anyways, PBA.
No, the story before that.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh wait, after this hand, because Javier woke up with
Ooh.
kings.
So Gabriel's going to open here.
Yeah.
Javier just jammed it. Yeah.
Looks like he's steaming
And
from
it looks,
last hand.
it does look steamy, which is why I like it. It looks bluffy.
Yeah.
It looks tilty. Uh-oh.
And Rocco,
Uh-oh.
Rocco's the man to put it in.
This
he's
is
not a man to call.
well, here's the thing. Yeah, it's a little bit different because this pot has been raised and 3-bet jammed on.
Correct.
So I could see a world where Rocco gets
Nah,
away from
nah,
it.
nah,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah, yeah.
If you know what, if Javier probably just flat calls there, Rocco might have jammed all in,
Right.
which is crazy
Correct.
to think. But we got the flip here.
Wow.
Gabriel's
And
got too many
Javier's
chips to
in
fold.
Really good shape here in this hand.
Yeah,
Gabriel's going to need a lot of help on this flop. Hearts are not live. His spades are live, or he needs like a queen 10 flop. So weird. The Colonel was just talking about his bowling last night.
Really? That is weird. Colonel is a bowler? You can imagine?
I don't. What's that phenomena where like you don't? Let's say you
never
don't
talk
talk
about
about bowling for like 5 years, and then somebody mentions it, and then like it just keeps popping up. Oh, that's not a
5,
good flop.
7, 6,
Oh,
8
there's some
and
chop outs,
outs.
opportunities.
Wow,
Wow, so
close. Yeah.
So Javier here, JJ
Nice
getting a full
double
double up
Yeah.
after just losing some chips to Rocco.
So I dated, you know how Jewish parents are, right? They want to see their daughter like marry a doctor
Yep.
and a lawyer, right?
Yep.
So their parents are well off,
Okay.
anyways.
All the more reason why they want to.
So we go to Minnesota for Thanksgiving. We're at the Thanksgiving dinner, and they all look at me and go, "So, what's your career path, sir? They're like, grilling me.
Oh no! Did you mention you want to be a professional
What?
bowler?
All right, yeah.
Bottle of Sprite.
In the cup. In.
I folded the same hand just now. Raise 25,000.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, so they're like, so what? So what are you gonna do with your life? And I looked at them and go, I'm gonna be a professional bowler.
So did one of them vomit like right there in front of you?
They both turned like ghosts.
I'm surprised.
They were white.
I'm surprised the mother didn't pass out right there on the floor.
Everyone looked at me like, what? What did just come out of his mouth?
Wow, look at this one. All right, so Dave went all in with queens.
What are we doing with these hands?
Joe right behind him. He's short, and all he had to do is say, I call. But he's got aces, so this is cooler number 2 for Dave.
Sheesh.
And Andre's getting some numbers here. I think Gabriel's got ace-8 suited. He's maybe looking to knock out 2 players.
Yeah, David 84K.
Oh, Gabriel opened, and then it went small blind
Right.
all in, big blind call, and this looks like a good spot.
Gambler
End of relationship. As soon as the word bowler came out of your mouth.
It was never like I never felt
Your
more
dad,
embarrassed.
I'm surprised Dad wasn't like, I forbid you to see this man ever again.
Sir, you must leave the table now.
Please leave my house.
All right,
Get
so
out.
3 ways here, folks.
Good Lord, look at this
Queens,
hand.
aces, and ace-8 diamond.
Can we get a sweaty like diamond flop for Gabriel here?
At least 1-8 on the flop. Give me some outs here. This table has just gone crazy with like.
All in button on the aces, all in button on the queens. Good job, Andres. Nailed it.
Yeah, great job. That is a good look. All
Good
right.
job, Trevor. Made it a little cleaner. A little closer, a little cleaner.
All right.
All right. Now run it.
Got the side
Run it
pod.
nice and slow.
Yeah, here we go.
Run it nice and slow. Put them diamonds on the flop. Let's get a little sweaty.
7, 6, 9 flop. Come on, something.
Heart.
There's an 8. I knew there was going to be an 8 on
well,
the
he's
flop.
got a
I just
2-outer.
knew it.
Dave has 2 outs. Gabriel has 2 outs.
If Gabriel breaks that 8, I swear to God, he's
Nah,
running.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Ace has got 4. Oh, no!
Queens for Dave.
Whoa!
Knocks out
I was
Joe.
just
It
going to say
triples up.
he's got to dodge 4 outs.
It's just standard.
Wow.
Look, he's not even shrugging his shoulders. He's not even happy about it. And then Andre's doubling, knocking out players.
Queen on the river for Dave means he gets a much-needed double up plus a couple extra bucks from
Right.
Joe's aces. Unfortunately, Joe just got here, and he's got to tell a bad beat story on his way home. Can you believe it? I just got knocked out with aces. How many
Stupid
times have you heard that
aces.
story? Unbelievable amount. Yo, the table just popped off in the past like half an hour. Unbelievable amount of large pocket
It's
pairs,
all
for real.
Gambler Wannabe's fault.
Kings versus aces.
Thanks for joining the
Queens
field.
versus aces.
Painful. Yeah, that's gross. That's just.
Kings versus King Jack.
That's why poker can make you unemotional. Just like, whatever.
I mean, it's weird to me that
Whatever.
like poker, like it'll be quiet for like half an hour, and then
Yeah.
we just have 10 minutes of bam, 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 all ins and shit
It's
flying.
kind of exciting.
Well, it's good for TV. Let's say that it's good for TV for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Painful if gambler. Painful if your aces. The
Well-
worst bink is the river bink, bro.
But at least
When
it
you
was
just-
on the money. He made the money. He made, 16th place or
So
something
he
like
got
that.
a-
It wasn't
he made
like
a
he was.
couple of bucks.
Yeah, it wasn't like the money bubble.
So we're already in the money, right? I don't know.
Right.
What do we?
We're in the
Oh, it
money.
says 16. So yeah. 18, 17, 16. They're all 239. So a little bit of a pay jump for 15, 14, and 13. The pay jump to 286. So right now we're still at next payout is 239.
Didn't it
After
say
that we up pay jump.
good players know how to play short stack?
I mean, I got queens, I got 10 bigs, and one player opened. So like it's a pretty easy shove from Dave.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that he ran into the big blind with. I mean, small blind versus big blind in itself, queens versus ace. That's a cooler right there. Rocco gonna raise, take it down with ace king, but yeah. I mean, even Gabriel's call, it was kind of a numbers call. It was, I think, a little bit on the fence there, but I think he ran the numbers. He opened for like 20. Dave's all in
he had
for like
equity there.
80.
I mean, they were suited.
We got 80 plus the 44
Right.
plus some blinds and antes, and I don't
It was a
mind.
side pot, though. He was live against.
I don't mind
He was live against Dave, actually.
Gabriel's call there. I wouldn't mind seeing a fold there or the call there. A call to try to take out 2 players, and then he was probably getting 2 to 1. I mean, 70-30. If you figure maybe you have 3 outs, because if he has, but 70-30 is like 2.5 to 1. So you're getting 2 to 1. It's very close. It's very close.
You can defend all the action you want to defend, but when you win with 5s versus kings, instead,
I forgot about that hand. That was another hand.
In your head, you think you're just running good. Everything comes the way it's supposed to.
Can't go
wrong. So just make those calls and
So actually now maybe Gabriel has to tighten it up a little bit or change up the strategy a little bit here. He's down to 100K.
But he's in the big blind, calls the 10K. It's Rocco.
Look at this flop.
Yeah. Check. 10 of spades.
Rocco not going to step out of line.
High
here.
hand.
Not a great turn card for Gabriel. I think Gabriel would have very easily check raised a flop. Oh, he's going to lead here with a lot of equity.
Well, because Rocco.
He's got and Rocco
checked
flop.
so.
But I just feel like he could have very easily been betting into an ace.
Could have been.
But I guess Gabriel said, I'm going to bet and see where I'm at.
Yeah, and you got to steal hands like that because if you just go check down showdown, you losing.
Yeah.
Jack high's never good there, and you're not winning valuable pots. So, also poker is pretty good when you put a bet out there and people just fold and you just pick up chips and you're like, oh, how's that happen?
Feels good, scooping. Well, you can take down multiple. And what are the blinds? Yeah, the blinds are getting up to 20K.
Yeah, they just went up 5 and 10K. So
20K is steal.
25K.
25K is steal.
Right.
Oh, 510. Okay,
yeah,
we're 510.
510, 10.
25. The math be math. RJ
hasn't
hasn't played a hand since he doubled up.
Repped an ace. Yeah, you can rep an ace there. I mean, just it's not always what you have; it's what they don't have. Is is really the difference.
I think when Gabriel checked the flop, he was looking to check raise, and then when he just said he's probably just going to bet 100% of the turns, like no matter what the turn was. I think
Right.
After the flop on chit chat, he was just going to bet it. So
Bluff,
yeah, of
he
course.
still has outs.
Yeah.
You get called. He still got outs.
Flush draw with an open and straight jaw.
Yeah. The gut shot
We
straight.
got
flush
here
draw.
16 players, 2 tables.
If the clock is right on the right hand
8,
side,
I'm pretty sure it's right.
16.
It's got to be right.
Wow, what a lot of action! It's kind of like got to simmer down from all that highs.
Simmer down. Yeah. The tables cools off after a bunch of big hands like that.
Right.
Bro, I'm so sore. My whole body is sore, dude.
That's good soreness, though.
I'm trying to get to the point where you don't get sore anymore,
Yeah. Do
Dave.
ice
what?
bath? You ever do that?
I have not.
So good.
No.
I got it
You
to
got
it for a little
for
bit.
that.
No, you get one for you. You got $100 for the tub at your house, and they're like $24 for bags of ice at Publix.
You know what? I want to sit in a hot tub.
There you go. That's good too.
Haven't done that in a few months.
10-8 for Javier, King 10 for Dave.
So Dave opened King 10 suited. Javier just kind of defended, and
Nice
a
flip
9 would be
here.
very actiony on this.
Check from Javier
Think
out
about
of
it.
position.
Think
check
about
back.
the 9 on the turn. Oh, so close.
Yeah. Now I gives Javier a pair, but unfortunately he's outkicked, and he
The
doesn't
9
step
would
out
have
of
been
line.
the 9 would have been nut versus second nut. Just
Yeah.
looking out there. So Dave is tired of checking, and Javier checked twice. So it's just a pretty easy bet, I think. And
Yeah.
Javier, it's like you're only dead to Ace King.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
that's the
why
thing.
Probably
out of
just-
position, and right. So you're also facing that bet and a river bet, so that's why you fold there.
Correct.
People don't understand
Javier is very good at keeping himself out of sticky situations.
Right.
I already know that about Javier's play style.
that. Right.
And that's, I think, a big part of tournament poker.
That's a big part. It is.
I've said that like 3 times today. I'm going to keep it going because the more times you just put yourself in bad situations and you just put, it's like you're making it tougher on yourself.
There is a luck factor, and then there's a decision factor in this game. So
I love easy decisions.
Right.
I hate tough decisions.
Yeah, because that's how the mind works. It works until it doesn't work, right? No, I'm saying if you use it a lot or too much, then the mind just shuts down. It's like I can't think anymore, and then that's when mistakes happen. That's
Right,
that was the point I was getting to. So if you avoid those uncomfortable, tough situations, it's easier to play poker. It's also easier when you hit a set on the river, but I mean, you got to get there, right?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I just wanted one pure.
Actually, you just reminded me. I did hit a set on the river yesterday.
Look at you, reminding of all the good things that are happening. when you play long
Gabriel.
enough, you deserve a good run in a tournament. You know.
All right,
Things-
so I'm gonna make some predictions right here on this hand because I know how. I
Bunk?
feel like Bunk likes the 3-bet scenarios like this one. You got a late position opener and he folds. So,
you predicted that one perfectly. I like
I've seen Bunk
I like
with
that.
like
Right.
ace 9 off, ace 3 suited. Maybe if ace 3 suited was
I
more
think
in the
I
range.
think if he was on the final table, Rebel, what's up, buddy? How's a new placement of the job? Last week he was going to a new job, same company, different place.
Okay.
And was running late, and he didn't want to leave the stream.
So you were talking to him in the chat and whatnot.
Yeah, I was like, you
So,
can
yeah.
always call out. He's like, nah, man, my first day. I want to make a good impression. I don't know where to go. It was funny.
He's on the stream talking about I'm lost. That's funny.
New venue that he was going to,
Okay.
and he didn't know how to get there, so it's kind of funny. But I think he made everything turn out okay. Hopefully, Rebel. Allen, 110K folds the button. People don't try to steal from the button. You're new, man. They don't know how you play.
Alan was the one just before the stream started. He was talking about the old school,
The
watching
WSOP,
old school
that's how we got
WSOP.
there.
Yeah, man. Bro, I remember specifically coming home from work, I would put on the WSOP on ESPN, and I would just sit there and grind like
Watch.
$10 tournaments
Yeah.
on my laptop. You know, I would watch poker while playing
Play
poker.
poker,
It's-
yeah.
So Bunk's going to open here from the small, just looking for a steal.
So I was in the Rio walking in between tournaments or whatever, and Alan Cunningham was
I haven't
coming.
heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, I know. And he must have just busted out of a tournament or something like that. And I walked by and I was like, hey, Alan, what's up? And I put my hand out. He goes, who are you? What are you saying hi to? He got so mad. He was
Some
like,
people don't like the
tilt.
fame.
Yeah.
Some people don't like the fame.
He was like, do you know? He goes, do you even know who I am? I'm like, just want to say hi.
You're Alan Cunningham. like,
What
you're
the
Alan
hell,
Cunningham.
man?
Some people don't like the fame.
Relax.
Honestly,
Yeah. He was bent out of shape.
I could see like, bro. Okay, look, there's a lot of different personalities in the game of poker,
Right.
and you know, some of these people. This fame was just, they're just doing, you know, this guy's been grinding tournaments for the past 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, after 2002, there's a giant poker boom, and now every poker player is somehow a celebrity. Like,
Right.
a lot of these guys didn't ask for that.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that Alan Cunningham is probably one of them. He's like, dude, I don't want people to know who I am. I don't want people to come up to me. I don't want to sign autographs.
Which is a
take
factor
pictures.
why some people don't even play tournaments for that reason, like to stay underneath the radar. Nobody knows who they are.
Cash
Yeah.
games. It's easy to do that on cash games. Yeah. Last week I was at the Intuit Dome. Right now I'm at Dodger Stadium. Tomorrow I'll be at Dignity Health Parks, Carson,
Nice.
California. All right, doing some
There you
traveling.
go, buddy.
Cool,
Rebel.
bro. Cool.
Making it rounds. So I tell you about the Shannon Elizabeth story.
Mhm.
I told you that. World
Alan
Series.
gonna jam here with 11 bigs, King 10. Go ahead, Shannon Elizabeth. Oh, yeah, I remember she was a celebrity poker star for a little while.
No, the girl from American Pie.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah.
She was on
She was?
Celebrity Poker Tour for
Oh,
a
yeah,
while.
yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Well, I think we're in a $2,500 event. We're all on the same table, and I've been like needling her about going out to dinner and the drinks. You know,
Yeah, just
like
being-
she's not giving me any.
being annoying, but being fun about it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, we're in a hand. I have like Jack 10 of spades, or I have a hand. And on the turn card, you can see it's like 4 spades, and I have a straight flush draw, but I know I'm no good there, right? So she's in the hand, I'm in the hand, another player's in the hand. And I know he's got the nuts. I just know for a fact he's got ace-high flush there. So I bet out. She calls, he
Bet
raises.
out, and you know he had. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
He raises, and I jam all in. She calls because she has like the queen of spades. She has my card, and I have her card. We're sharing the straight flushes. We both
Yep.
have. So the ace high wins. He knocks both of us out. We both get up. I'm like, hey, so
Hey, so
I go, how about that dinner? She goes, no, because she's yelling at me. She goes, you idiot! Why would you raise there? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You play so bad. I can't believe you.
Yep,
I
she's
go,
right.
I go,
she's right.
I go. I guess the drinks out of the question.
You just said I knew he had the flush draw, or you
Yeah.
knew he had the nut
He's-
flush,
yeah,
or
just
he had the
knew it.
nut flush draw.
No flush.
So you knew this guy had the nut flush, and
Yeah.
you jammed into him.
Yeah.
Smart, pretty smart.
Well, I didn't
Dave
have,
with tens.
I didn't have
Gabriel
enough. There's
nut,
3
ace
ways to
nine.
the pot. It was pot odds again. I didn't have enough chips to fold in that situation.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Justification.
Pocket tens, ace 9 for Gabriel on a 6-queen
Anyways,
deuce.
Dave's not ready to fold for 1 bet. So
Nope.
let's see what the turn
And
develops.
the bank.
9 actually gives Gabriel some showdown value here.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's going to go with.
He's in position.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, I thought
How about
he did
that
all of
move?
it, or he said 60?
How about that move? Oh, I thought he went all in.
Strong arm,
Two-fisted
yeah.
60?
I guess he announced 60.
Oh.
There was a girl who played at Palm Beach like 8-9 years ago who made it deep in some women's tourney, and on one of those after dark women's poker nights.
Jessica, yeah, Jessica's a good tale. Jessica Dolly, it's not. She's a great tournament player.
I don't remember.
Jessica's a great tournament player.
All right. Those after dark, women's, I guess poker after dark.
Yeah, they did it too, ladies edition.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Gabriel played so well on Wednesday, and he's doing. He made. It wasn't even a mistake. I think he's been playing pretty solid today. This is a very good. Putting a lot of pressure.
Nancy,
on
you're
Dave
right. He
now.
final tabled and chopped 4 ways on Wednesday, so he's running good.
Yep.
He had pocket fives versus kings. He cracked kings with the set, so he's still running good. But then he ran into a couple of good hands. He did donate some chips with ace 8 versus queens and aces. Third man didn't improve. So
Dave's got a real decision here.
Yeah. Yep. How much is that? He's asking. Ask the right questions. Oh, I thought
Did
he put
anyone
his
see the
both
last
his
3
hands.
minutes of the Lakers game yesterday? If not, I recommend. No, I didn't see the last 3 minutes of the Lakers game. Sounds exciting.
There's a raise there from Dave, putting Gabriel to the test.
Dave
All
says, "I don't
in.
believe you."
Yeah.
And
oh
now
my God.
Gabriel said, "All right, I already put most of my chips out
Yeah.
there." Dave in
Hoping
good
for
shape.
Ace or 9.
What was that? 5-1 favorite almost.
That's an interesting push from Dave's spot with the queen out there on the flop. He still didn't give him any credit for it.
6.5. Oh my God! A 9 on the river.
Oh, wow. Even when you make the right plays.
Good Lord.
Nancy, I think you came on and
15%.
gave the wolf some good luck there as he grabs for his sandwich. Time for a sandwich?
God. 15% gets there.
That's a nasty river. And RJ, but you still got the ace as well. You still have outs.
Right, ace or 9.
Holy
6
shootsy.
outs,
Gambler wannabe, what you
5
say?
outs.
Pot committed? Yeah, of course. After that 60K bet, he's never
Yeah,
folding.
I'm sure once he put the 60K, I mean, he called so quickly. He already said in his head, like,
Yeah.
I can't fold at this
Right.
point. I put in too many chips, so.
It was a leverage bet that didn't work out, and Dave, instead of just flat calling there, put
Dave
the rest
made
of
a
the
really
chips.
good.
Yeah.
He made a really good
Put all the chips
read of
in
the
there.
scenario. Yeah, he didn't just flat call. He jammed on the turn. I like that he had the gumption, and he was right.
That way he has to make a decision on the river.
Right. Correct.
Which is smart.
And again, I think Gabriel in his head already said the decision is already made. He didn't tank or anything.
No.
His
Yeah,
decision.
yeah.
He already
Let's
knew.
go. Right. You
if
got me.
I'm betting half my chips, and
Right.
if he happens to jam, I just can't fold. So.
And he knew the 9 was coming. So let's be honest. It's just
Wow.
when you know it's coming, it's coming. Jesus. I got to run good like that.
Suck outs make him hungry.
You know? Sandwich
Yeah, as soon as he hit that river, he turned around. He's eating a sandwich. He hasn't even stacked his chips yet.
It's great. And what better thing to do after you win a pot? Get queens to raise it up here. Ride the wave as he's trying to color up some of those yellow chips. The yellow chips are 1K units. The red ones are 5K. That's Ron, our production guy, to get a little. Here it is. As in the middle of a hand, though. Rocco all in
Rocco
with
jams
eights.
with eights,
Bad
and this is going to be
timing.
bad timing for him.
Yeah, snap call from Gabriel as these chips are in his. Look at that. Okay, well, Action Palettes is not over until it's over. We've seen crazier things happen. 140K for Rocco.
Rocco and the F Cancer crew going to need a one-time right here.
Yep. Here's your flop. 7-5-8.
Ace 4-9.
all
No
right.
help for Rocco. No draws, no help. Just pure 2 outs.
Yep.
I think one of them was folded.
10. No good. Doesn't change anything. Insignificant card.
Yeah, one of them was folded, so you got one pure out.
3% to a
and
5.
No go for Rocco. Gabriel has had the most swingy
Roller coaster
day
ride, right?
that we've seen. Yeah, up and down.
Great table. Thanks, Nancy. Heater for Gabriel,
Quite
that's
the
for
heater.
sure. 542K.
He just went from 100K all in, or I guess he had a 120.
Yeah, he was chipping
Now
there at
he's
one
gonna-
point with 300K. Lost a lot. It was down to like 120K, like you said. Now back up to 500. What a swing. That's called swingy for sure. I'm going to watch the review of the tapes and learn how to learn how
You
to
just
do
gotta learn how to
that.
suck out. You gotta learn how to 5-outer people, bro. That's all.
Gambler wannabe heater is not that. I mean, that's a inferno if you want to know.
Infernal.
Inferno.
Oops, sorry.
Looked
sorry,
like
sorry
that was
about
important.
No, it wasn't important. Not even important.
All in for Dave here.
All
He's
right,
done with
so
his tournament.
Dave is
68K.
I mean, he folded you on the button with an ace. Yeah, it makes sense.
Gabe's like, can I finish? It's not a bounty tournament, Gabe. Folds.
He had a foot out the door 2 minutes ago. Yeah, what a turnaround.
Never
So
give
I just
up.
realized, yeah, we're down to 14, which means the pay jump is there, 286. We're not going to see another pay jump until we get to 12. 12, 11, and 10 are all the same 347, but right now we're at 14, which pays out 286 for 14 and 13.
Can I see that sheet for
No.
a second?
No.
You didn't put the numbers in, did you? So payout hashtag doesn't, I mean, exclamation point doesn't mean anything. Give the people what they want to know.
Bunk going to open pocket 5. Javier got ace 5. Defended on the big. He's got a gut shot straight draw with a backdoor flush draw. 1 over card to his pocket 5s. Javier's going to peel to the turn.
Sure, why not? Floating's never hurting anybody.
8. I feel like the 8 is going to be more likely in Javier's range from Bunk's perspective. But Bunk is
Yeah, he's
not,
got 2 pair.
Yeah, I guess it's also not a terrible flow. Oh, he just jams. I like it. He just jammed.
Yeah, it's got 2 pair here. You know, it's a good read.
So what was it? I mean, yeah, it was already a nice size pot. What did he make it? 25 pre and then 60. But it was 110K-ish
Yeah.
in the pot.
That's called putting someone to the test.
So Bunk is looking at Javier's 140K and just going to jam it. Yeah, I like it. But we already know Bunk is very good at applying a lot of pressure.
Right
in
spots.
position.
Yeah.
I've had this guy behind me, and he does not make it fun. No, Bunk is very good at applying pressure.
And he's looking at Javier, and he's sipping his soda.
Yeah, how
He's like-
casual. He probably knows the fives
It's
are
like, well,
good.
what's taking so
Fives
long,
are way
Javier?
good.
What's taking so long?
Fives are way
Let's
good,
go,
bro.
buddy.
Relaxed. I'm drinking my tea.
They lost 2. They lost 2. All right. Down
Yeah,
to
we're
12.
7 and 7. 7 and 7. 14 players left. Be at the final table before you know it.
That's true.
Although I feel like it's kind of going slow. I feel like it's kind of going fast, but it's also kind of going slow. It's already 6
It's
o'clock.
so weird, right? Because there was so much action.
This tournament could be done by 7 or 8, or it could be like 9 or 10. I never know how you look at it. I don't know. Depends. I will say that this has been an action-packed feature table. And with the players that we have here, I do believe we're going to keep seeing action. Speaking of which, Bunk is not going to stop. Nope. Yeah.
Well, he's got free chips to play with now.
Bunk going to open. King 10 suit under the gun. All right, buddy.
Whenever I'm all in,
Jammin'.
that's the song we'll
Jamming
play.
all in. I hope you like jamming all in. Gabriel with jacks on the button.
Oh, boy. Against Bunk. Oh,
All right, 3-bet to
Whole
75-ish
yeah.
is what it looks like.
whole stack of red chips. Let's go, Bunk. Want to play against me?
We took 100 and took off like 20
Yeah,
or 25, so I like how Eric not counting the bet. There you go, 80.
80K.
Gabriel makes it 80.
Bunks are suited, so he's getting a little stare down.
I'll give him a stare down. And now he's looking at Gabriel. Gabriel just eating his sandwich.
Trying to
He
read
looks
the
very
order.
relaxed.
Yeah. Trying to
Man
get
is hungry. He looks very relaxed. He's eating a grilled cheese.
Yeah. This is what. Listen, what Bunk is doing right now is a lot.
Look, when you put this here, I don't think you answered unless you said it out loud, because Rebel is on YouTube and you put it on.
Twitch. Yeah, I didn't say it out loud.
So you never answered Rebel's question, which first place is they're playing for 4,800. First place 4,800. Right now we're in the money at 286.
And Bunk gets out of the way, he folds against the
Bunk.
cheerleader. So it's not the
Rightfully.
final table. You don't need to mess around. And he doesn't like it, but you know sometimes you got to do that. Sorry, Rebel. I wasn't even looking at the chat when I put it in. Get color up some of these yellow chips here. Orange, not yellow, orange. With the yellow chips are 25K, but we don't have those yet introduced into the tournament, but we will. Gabe running
We're jamming.
good.
We're jamming.
You got this
We're
on
jamming,
your
we're
head now.
jamming.
It's in your head. Hope you like jamming too.
Jamming like a thing of the past.
Too bad, Red Bull, you're in California, though. Fly on down here for the Moneymaker Tour. Got 1 month. Save up some of your coins. Take a week vacation in Florida. Why not?
I'm pretty sure we might have. I think we're doing color ups because we probably have a break coming up soon.
Probably.
We have the color up break coming up soon.
Yeah, it makes sense to get.
And the blinds are going to 10:15, so
Right.
it makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, why would he? Yeah. Well, I was like, come on, just give me all of them. But Gabe's like, what? What do you want me to do?
Give them.
He wants to put out
Make it
yellow
100.
chips. He's
Yeah,
he's
make
making
it
100K. So that's Gabe's like, I'm eating here, bro. don't make me do my math. Come on, man. Got it? That's funny. Stop. I got it.
Stop. Let me.
Because I said 7.
This is the best.
April, like,
Ron's
you
patient.
confused me, Ron.
It was so
That's
close.
funny,
Ron was
bro.
giving him the rope. He's like, all right, that's it. I can't take it no more.
Ron has as much patience as Ron can have in that scenario.
That was funny.
That was funny. Let me do it.
Gabe's like, I can't multitask. I can't eat and cut chips. I was like, he's just speeding up the whole color process. I mean,
Correct.
There is 15 minutes of doing it. You don't have to do that. But
Nah, Ron is very much let's get it done as quick as possible.
I
Or
agree.
he likes to get it less work to do later if you handle it now.
yeah, I guess.
Dude, why am I hungry? I feel like I just ate.
You did.
What is that? No, thank you. But thank you.
Yeah, healthy.
Appy slices.
Healthy. Healthy.
Your little appy slices.
I gotta eat more apples.
That's too healthy.
We are racing them off, folks.
All right, we got a race-off break. So while that happens, let's talk about next week. As we mentioned, and we'll mention it again, we have our multi-flight. Our monthly multi-flight is going to be right here, the beginning of April, starting on Thursday. $300 buy-in, 100K guarantee. That is a 2-day event. So if you're going to come in and play on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, make sure you know that you're going to be here on Sunday as well.
Yeah,
It's not a
long-
3-day event, right? No, it finishes
2
on
days. It
Saturday,
finishes
Sunday
on
night.
Sunday, yeah.
It'll finish on Sunday night. Be here for the live stream every single day, starting at 3? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or maybe Thursday's early? Is Thursday early? Anyways, Sunday, day 2, we're going to be live streaming all day on Sunday, next Sunday, for the
Feature
the final
Yeah.
of the 100K multi-flight. We're going to be streaming, I believe, at 12:30 or 1 o'clock-ish.
I know I think it's 2 groups. I hope he's gonna do 2 groups.
Morning and night crew makes
talked
so
about
much
it.
more
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
yeah.
We talked
Especially when
about
it's a
that.
10 or 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then that leads into the end of April. Beginning of April, 100K multi-flight, be here. End of April, Moneymaker Tour begins on April 30th. That's a Wednesday.
Yep. Very end of April.
Wednesday itself, there's, the opening event, as I mentioned, is a 11 a.m. one-day event. It's a Moneymaker, the Mystery Bounty. That's what they're into buying. There's also a PLO event at noon. There's a satellite at 3 o'clock to get into the 100K.
Maurice Hawkins sighting.
What? Oh, he's here?
Yeah, he's still
Or
alive.
he's or is he?
He's
or
still
is he-
around. He's looking at
he's,
the shore. He's at the
he's-
other table.
Yeah, he's sweating. He's sweating the other table. Maurice Hawk is circling.
He's circling.
170 and 5.
Yeah, and also there's an $86 rate. It's $86 satellite for their 300K.
Correct.
So if you don't want to shell out $300, play a
Wednesday,
satellite.
3:15 p.m. is an $86 satellite to get into 2 packages guaranteed to get into the multi-flight.
Yeah.
10,000, 15,000.
As we get updated chip counts, and we go on a little break here. So that's Wednesday, day 1. Like I said, we got the Mystery Bounty. There's an 8-handed PLO event and a couple satellites.
Right.
Thursday is the start of the multi-flight. $300 buy-in, 100K guarantee.
Thursday's day 1, right?
Thursday is day 1 of the multi-flight.
Right.
Wednesday is day 1 of the Moneymaker Tour.
Moneymaker Tour. Yeah.
Thursday, there's also a limit Omaha 8 or better. Omaha High, that's Omaha High Low, limit High Low at noon. With that, I feel like there's been a lot of like mixed game
Mixed games, people are asking
events,
for them, yeah.
mixed game crowd. I'm not going to say where, but they have like a mixed game tournament leaderboard
Yeah.
for mixed games alone. That's That's a cool little thing.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Are there a lot of single-day events? Because I think Moneymaker and Tony Burns was trying to
Have more single-day events?
Yeah,
or have
because
less?
he heard that people like I can't do multiple days, so he's trying to cater to those people
Okay.
that are available.
Well, let's see. Like I said, okay, Monday has.
Let's see.
Let's see. Monday does have 3 one-day events.
There you go. See?
Thursday has 1, 2. Thursday has 2 one-day events.
Yeah, they're doing one-day events. They're doing a lot more one-day events for
and
people because
2 satellites and the multi-flight.
the multi-flights are great because people understand
Right,
the
but
more,
not everybody's a multi-flight
Right.
type of guy.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Friday is a multi-flight and a mixed PLO and a satellite and a satellite. So there's 1 mixed PLO.
Oh, I got a
of
question for you.
multi-flight.
What 7-Eleven did Trevor go to?
He went to the one in Wellington.
I swear to
He went all the
God.
way. He went all the way west.
Andres!
Andres, you don't know there's no dead button in the tournament, bro? What's wrong with you?
Huh?
You look so confused.
What?
You're good, buddy. You did right
right, you
in
did right.
asking. You asked, do I deal him in or is it a dead button? Bro, don't you know about tournaments? There's no dead button in a tournament.
You saw that I was asking more about the small blind. Like,
Well, the small blind, I understand,
there was 2 players
but
coming in on
I
the
understand
blind
what
game.
you're saying, but
That's why I asked.
in a tournament, T-Day rules, the only spot you cannot assume is in between the button and the small blind.
Correct.
You can come right in on a small blind, on a dead small. Right. No, you did correct in asking, but the one, I get it, the small blind is, yeah, we're live. It's okay, we're on break. We're on break.
But
no,
they can't
listen,
see
man, we're
or
talking.
hear you, so
they
don't
can't
worry.
see you,
You
they
can say
can't hear
whatever
you.
you
Yeah,
want
we're just talking.
We're just talking. We're on break.
Listening right now to us?
Listen, who's listening?
Oh, we
Nobody's
got, like,
listening.
We might have like 20 people listening.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for blowing up.
Well, when it happened, I was blowing up your spot when you were doing it, bro. So, hey, listen.
Watch the video.
We're all out here learning, and bro, I saw a new scenario. We were just talking about this. I saw a new scenario. How about this? There was a player who left the table for like half an hour. He got blinded out, and when he was all in for 2,000. The dealer wanted to like
Keep his all
turn
cards
up,
alive.
yeah, keep his hand live. Because it's an all-in scenario, all-in must show. No, but so that I'm asking him like dude, he hasn't even been here. Why are you gonna keep his hand live? And the floor, I asked the floor, and the floor did say that like that was an old rule, but now he's not here. That hand goes right into the muck. Right.
And it could win.
But that I feel like
That was the past.
that was the older
Old
rule. But
rule.
I mean, I'm just thinking about me personally. This guy hasn't been here for
Yeah,
half an hour.
it's
I
just
think
blinded.
he should
Gone.
get dealt in, and
Yeah.
he should be insta mucked.
Scooped. Gone.
That's what I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It should be just insta mucked.
Yeah, and you donate the chips.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
That's what I think.
That's what I think should happen.
Remember the old rule.
Hey,
Right.
figured it
And I
out.
also understand, rules change
Oh,
and
cool.
stuff.
You got one too? Oh, you can try it out.
He got the Colombia. Oh, thanks, Papi. Trevor, you the man.
You be careful
where's my
when you
pizza,
pop it
bro?
open. It will.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it's been a rough month. Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's all good, bro. Appreciate you. I know. Appreciate you.
Oh man, he was doing so good, Andres. Come on, bro.
You left him hanging. He left him
No, you
hanging.
flip on. Just-
Wow. It's
What?
okay, bro. It's not about you. It's about me.
I know that's what I'm
This
saying.
is all about me.
It was. You
It's
were
not about you.
laughing and having a good old time, and then someone's gonna,
We were just talking.
Okay. Yeah, man. Right.
Catch. Not even. That was a terrible throw. I'm gonna be
Break.
honest. Terrible throw. So what else? I don't know. We got distracted here.
Oh, we got any shows coming up? The Tina Turner.
Moneymaker Tour has 26 trophy events.
Ooh,
That's a lot of trophies,
That is
bro.
a lot.
Do we have any shows coming up? I don't know. Probably. If I don't have a paper right here, I don't know nothing.
There's a clipboard.
You go ahead, bro. Be my guest, because I'm looking at this Moneymaker here. Go ahead, be my guest.
What are you from Disney? Be my guest. Be my guest.
I just saw that movie the other day.
Bowman over here.
The Moneymaker Tour main event is an $1,100 buy-in,
What?
250K guarantee.
Get out of town. That's so little.
That's gonna be so little.
1,100.
Don't disrespect my man Tony Burns like that, bro.
April 11th. Simply Tina.
Hey,
I told you
that's
there's a show.
Tina Turner trip. What?
Dinner.
What is this? Trevor just pranked
Checking in
me,
the
bro.
car. Simply Tina. Dinner and a show. PBC.
Oh my god,
At the Paddock.
dude, I'm covered in Sprite.
April 11th, folks. If you like the shows, this is a tribute to Tina Turner. And also coming up, if you like charity events, the Rodney's 5K Run Walk, Saturday, April 19th, 7:30 a.m. I tried to do this before as a volunteer. I'm not good with daytime things, but this one's a daytime event, 7:30 a.m. Saturday, April 11th. It's great. great charity. The Rooney's 5K run walk. We will probably remind you guys when that comes around a couple weeks from now. All the procedures go to so here though, players coming back from the chip color up break, which is a quick break. We get those yellow chips. I can't see yellow, orange chips off the table. The 1Ks off, so the blind levels have gone up, and we got the yellow chips introduction to the 25K units. So we got 5Ks and 25Ks in play. We're almost down. I want to say we're less than 14 players, but it probably looks like 14 players still in the tournament, which is pretty close to the final table. Final 9. First place, guys, $4,800. The second place, $2,900. So, I mean, you're looking at 5 and 3K effectively for a $130 tournament, which is a one-day event. It's only like 8 hours. It starts at 11:15 a.m. Late registration until 2, I think, or 1. Until 1:30. So I wish I could make 4K in one day. Drew took a second step away from the table. He had a Sprite he opened up and splashed all over him. So one way to get Drew away from the mic. Gabriel sitting real comfortably, 565K. What a roller coaster. He was up a chip leader at one time at 300K before this table. Produced like RJ with 310. Some bad beats happened. And Gabriel bounced back. So sitting here with 565K. It's a comfortable spot. I mean, yeah, it's not the final table yet, but it's easier to play poker when you got a mound of chips in front of you. Dave himself was in a roller coaster. He had lost his kings to aces for a majority of his stack. Bounced back. He had a set of queens for a double up plus extra K by cracking aces in a hand.
40,000.
And then just lost a big one. So he's not had a fun time. Things have been a roller coaster ride for Dave. And he's all in here as we speak of it. Deuces. And Gabriel called him with King Jack, so it's a flip. 2 face cards versus a pair. 100K. Oh, King right in the window. It's like a dagger. 9-8 King. Still got 2 cards to come. Jack is 2 pair. Doesn't make a difference. Insult to injury. It's not necessary. 5. All right, Dave. Great playing with you. Took 14th place. I mean, listen. Sometimes poker is going to be poker. You can't do anything about it. The tough part is to not wrap your mind about it. You get upset sometimes because you're emotional. You definitely want to win. First place is the goal. But sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes you're the windshield.
Thank you. This man won all those chips like 2 hours ago and hasn't played a fucking hand since. Waiting on cocktails, bro. Yeah.
14th place is $286. The next page up is 12th place for $347. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was.
the blinds are at 10K, 15K. Gabriel didn't make a move, and Javier is like all in. He's like, oops, I didn't see you there, but it doesn't change his action. So 2 players all in. Allen waking up with queens, legitimate hand. They both got the same stack size, 135. And RJ is on the dealer button. People are making jokes, but we're playing for serious money here. RJ looked at ace-9, says, of course, he folds. Javier, a little bit of trouble. Still got 3 kings live. So we'll see what happens here. The percentages say 36 to 64. I always say it's 50-50. So even money. They both have the same exact 135 stack size, so they're both at risk here. One of them is going to double up. The other player is going to be eliminated. And here's your flop. Oh my God! 10 king ace. Javier flops it. I mean, an 8. I mean, they both have chop outs for a jack. 10. So Javier doubles up here, and Alan got eliminated. That's gross.
Alan just got eliminated?
They both had exactly 135 K.
Wow.
I
Was
know.
that the first hand coming back? Or?
Yeah, it's second hand.
Wow.
Dave lost the first hand coming back. He jams with 2s. Gabriel called with king
So here
jack.
we are. We're down to 13. Is that a
12.
pay jump?
No. Next
Oh,
one's a
we're
pay
at
jump.
12, right.
Yeah.
So 13 was Alan.
Right.
So, yeah, the pay jump. Now we're up to 12th place, 347. 12, 11, 10, 347. No pay jump until the final table.
You okay? You ran to the car?
No, I went on a whole mission. I went to the bathroom. I'm like, "Oh, I'm feeling snacky. I went and got a snack. I came outside. I'm like, oh, Jacob's here. I got to talk to Jacob. I literally, like, I was speed walking, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's okay. I needed a workout today.
Yeah, good.
You hear me? Like,
I hear you. I hear you.
I had to talk to Jacob about something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it about me?
Of course. I said, yo,
You know
I
those
can't,
people
I can't
always-
deal with this guy.
You always feel those people like everything's about them. What?
No, you're right. There are those certain type of people that it's like, talk about me, bro. Why would we talk about you? I don't know. You're looking at me, and
Right.
so it's all about you, isn't it? I love telling people. I love those type of people. I love it, bro. You'd be like, it's all about you, isn't it? Well, then it must be about you.
You're still on mic. No one wants to hear you eat that. Gabriel putting out those yellow chips. He's being a bully now. Small blind versus big blind. You got the person covered 4-1. Just go ahead and put it out there.
This is what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
Short-handed. If your table's tight, bro, put your foot on the gas.
That's it. Yes.
Put your foot on the gas. And the blinds are like, every steal is like, what, 30K?
Yeah, they are now. 35K.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 40.
Foot on the
Ouch.
gas. I'm so sorry.
Ouch.
I'm so sorry.
12 players left. Blinds are 10K, 15K.
Foot on the gas.
Yeah.
I already know that Bunk is the type of guy that would recognize that. But it feels like Gabriel is also the type.
Listen, it's Gabriel's show right now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he final tabled Wednesday. He's on the high. He's winning. He's sucking out. He's beating players. He's having a good old time. No, seriously, that's the whole, like, listen.
Sucking out. You're
He
funny.
is. I mean, new player to the table. Under the gun. I swear. It's like a 5-year-old. I'm on the mic. AJ, you know what? Enough's enough. 40K. Let's raise it up here.
When you tilted your head, I could hear you. I could hear you looking at me.
What the hell?
I could hear you
side
looking
eye?
at me. It was so loud.
You want to see it? Yeah. He says yeah, and he shows them these.
I've never seen a louder side eye.
Because you just said, all right, no problem. And he did it again.
RJ said you want to see it and showed one card.
I know. I love that.
This guy.
Normally it's ace rag, but that time it was ace queen, which is legit. So it was a pretty good hand. I mean,
You can hear me? You can hear me
I can hear you, bro. Just do the gulp when you swallow, okay? Gulp.
Gulp. I was feeling very snacky. All
I
right.
hear you. All right, there. It's almost all in. Oh, did he say all in? Because I don't know. It looked like 10K was behind. Eric all in for 125K. John's going to make the call. A little
He was
loose.
super. Oh no! Wow.
A little
Okay.
loose call there. They're suited, you know? I mean,
Well,
I guess they're live.
spades are no good, but he's
No,
got
no.
a 10 or 9.
Yeah. Now he sees that spades are no good.
Brink.
Six queen,
10.
5, hits the 10.
10 on the turn.
Oh, man.
Ship it to the
So-
speculative call, and just
Right?
like that, we're 11-handed.
He's going to say, you know, I was in the big blind, had to
So
defend.
Eric, was that 12th?
Yeah, it's 12th place. We're
So
down
that's
to 11.
we're pay jumping now to 347.
Yeah.
Eric just took down 347. 10 and 11, also 347.
Yeah. This is why you don't get down to short stacks, because when you make a move like that, which is, you kind of want that call.
Big stacks are going to call.
Yeah, players with more chips are just going to defend, and then, you're left to destiny.
I mean, I feel
It's out
like
of your control.
when I know that the big blind is going to defend really wide, like
Yeah.
I probably jam ace-6 suited or any ace suited
Yeah.
or
You also
a
know
lot of
about
Broadway
you know what the
cards.
stop and go is, right?
where you raise pre and then like a player like from the big blind, like where you would a stop and go is like when somebody raises, you would really like jam all in, but
Right.
instead of jamming all in, you just call and then you make the move on the flop.
Yeah.
That's a stop
That's
and
a
go.
stop and go.
Yeah. So how does that apply to this scenario? The guy went all in. How does the stop and go apply here?
Well, John might not have called the flop. That's what I'm trying to say. So if Eric just
Oh, if he just made like a standard
Just-
open.
yeah, either that or flat call, sees the flop, and then jams, that play works.
Okay, so but then the other thing is like when you have a 100K stack,
I agree with you.
you min click to 30.
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't really like.
No, I don't like that either. But I'm saying if he had
I'd rather just go all in, try to either see all 5 cards or take down the blinds.
right, okay,
You can't do that with the stop and go.
no,
But
you can't.
I think the stop and go is better when you're a little bit deeper.
Yeah, I'm just saying
So
some
here we
people.
have-
The scenario is that some people want to see the flop or all 5 cards. So when you see a flop, they don't hit anything. You make that all in bet. It works because they don't have anything. So it's just sometimes
Yeah.
it works better than.
So you're
going-
right. Stop and go is where you would normally go all in pre-flop, or you have a hand where
Yeah,
it's going
you-
all in
you
pre-flop,
stop-
but
you're right,
instead you do it
stop,
on the flop.
and then you go right.
But-
It is exactly what it is. You,
You know,
stop and then you go.
Different tools for different jobs.
Correct. That's all. I'm just giving it out there. There's more
Right.
than one way to play
Again,
it.
when the blinds are 15K
Right. 100.
and you have less than 150, you have less than 10 bigs. I think it's better
Standard.
to just go
Right.
all in.
right. Because
That's
if
just me.
he would have done it the way I said it, I would have said, well, it's probably better to go all in.
Yo, you're gonna be that type of guy. Huh?
So
You always
gonna
wanna
argue.
be the-
You always just argue
whatever
about
he did
what
wasn't perfect. And
you just
I mean, of
say.
course, there's always different options,
Yes.
and you just want to weigh your options and say which one's the best.
Yeah.
It's kind of what poker's all about.
Yep. RJ taking that pot down on the river. There are your chip counts.
He had an ace. What did he check it all the way down? He gave John a free chance to try to hit a gut shot.
Uh-huh.
So good job, RJ. Winning a pot.
Winning a pot, yeah.
Winning a pot where he almost.
He's got 450K in chips. He's doing something right.
Yeah, RJ definitely been chipping up.
Yeah.
Gabriel has been the story of the night. Roller coaster ride, down and up and up and down. But
Yeah.
now he is up, up, up.
Still don't know what the other outer rims,
Javier's going to open.
the other tables have. Who has what?
Right, we don't even know who's. I'm going to assume probably Maurice is still out there since he was over here scouting on
Lurking.
the break. He was lurking. We saw the back of his head lurking. Now here's Bunk. All right, this is a 3-bettable hand for sure.
Yeah.
So Bunk has a little bit less than 20 bigs.
Yeah, he's
I'm
just,
guessing he's going to assume it's probably too strong.
we were saying the stop and go. This is the
This is a stop and go. Yeah, this
Where
is
he
a good
just-
spot.
He thinks about it. He pauses. And that whole pause gives person time to question the whole insanity of life. You're like, what? Just makes a flat call. RJ thinks, do I have enough money to be invested in
He's
this
getting
hand?
getting a really nice price.
So he does come along.
He's getting 5-1.
Yeah, 3 players. Ace Jack, Queen 4, 8-6. All suited here, folks. Clubs, diamonds, spades. That's all Josh checking in with the emoji.
That we can't see.
I know, not yet.
Top pair for Bunk. He's
Yeah.
got a very well disguised top.
Oh, he loves it.
RJ's got bottom pair.
He's trying to get value here. Most people just jam to get the hand over with
This
and win
is
the pot.
Stop and go value bet.
It's definitely not a stop
Definitely
and go play.
a very small.
But here's the thing, though. Now you let open
I
the door,
yeah,
and
I
RJ.
think what he does is he's inducing Javier to make a move.
Right.
But we already know Javier has got 8 high and very, very unfavorable flop.
Correct, versus
So
2 players.
This could work out in RJ's favor, to be fair.
Oh,
As I was saying,
to
I,
be
was, I
fair.
don't know, man.
Oh,
Something told me.
your instincts are on fire, man.
Sometimes.
Sick.
Sometimes I'm always right.
You play like this? Just fucking no.
I did yesterday.
Just
I'll
no.
tell you what. I did yesterday.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
So now, again, Bunk has a very well disguised top
Well,
on the flop, but he's got an overcard. But what is RJ calling here with that he turned a queen?
And leading up with, yeah. And
I
Bunk's
mean,
gonna,
I guess 10-8 is in the range.
Bunk's going to hope for the best of the best here on the river.
Bunk is going to need ace or jack to take the lead.
Yeah, ace or jack.
Otherwise, we got a
yeah,
big pot
only.
going to RJ's way.
And there it is!
What a sick turnout.
What a
What
hand.
a sick run out, bro.
What a
So now how does
hand.
Bunk get max value? You better not check this one, bud.
No, he's not going to check it. He's just trying to think about the bet that he can get called with. Yeah. Look at that. That's a good size bet there. 75K.
75 into 260, yeah.
RJ's like rolling around in his head now.
Like a third of the pot. Oh,
Snap
RJ
fold.
just snap full.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good.
Jeez.
To be fair, Bunk played it very much like he had a jack.
To be fair,
He bet the flop, checked the turn, and bet the river.
I was going to say Bunk if he would have did the stop and go. He doesn't lose the hand, but he just, I mean, he played it. That's how, it's just like.
Yeah, what do you got to say now?
Yeah, I
Hey,
said,
Bunk's your boy. What do you want to say to him?
he's like a puppeteer. It's like, I just play the hand right. Let the guy catch up, get some more tips.
Nah, yeah.
Well, I was saying when he bet the flop, some people just want to end the hand so they go all in, and then, they don't get any more action. They don't
Stack
get
was
value.
it was a bit too big to go all in. It was like 120K in the
Yeah.
pot. He had like 250 or 260. Why would you?
Well, why? Because you don't want to see a
Oh,
queen.
final
on the turn.
table?
Yeah, buddy.
Final table redraw already. It says 11. So here we are. We're at the final table, which means we have money jumped. Everybody is guaranteed 428 at this point. Playing up top for a first place prize of 4,806.
Right. Second place, 2,900. Woo wee.
Yeah. RJ's saying he's
RJ 's
bluffable.
still-
He's bluffable.
That was the
Oh no,
word.
he said, "Did you bluff
Did
me?"
you bluff me?
He said, "Did you bluff me?"
Yeah.
You want to know if Bunk bluffed him,
Of course.
and we know he didn't. But I didn't hear what Bunk said. What did he say? Did you hear what he said? Wait, Justin, you got to redraw for the button.
I know. I was
What
about
is
to
he
say.
doing?
I don't know.
What is he doing?
He's like, we're going to leave it right there. No. We're going to redraw for the bunch. Hey, Josh, how we doing, buddy? Good to see that you're checking in on us.
He never does that. He's always. Anyways,
He's always one. Go ahead and say it. I want to hear what Josh. Go ahead and say it. Oh, he's on vacation. Did you know he was on vacation? I did not know that. Well, enjoy yourself. And that's, it's always, that's the whole thing about the stream. You can watch it whenever, wherever. It's a beautiful thing. We also have the Moneymaker Tour coming up. We have the multi-flight
next
we
week.
talked about next
come in
week.
for the multi-flight. Yeah, next
Yeah.
week, starting Thursday.
A $300 buy-in, 100K guarantee. Beautiful tournament. Such a great value. Moneymaker starts the end of, actually, it's the end of April, but it's like the first week of May.
Literally the last day. No, the last day of April.
Literally.
April 30th, the exact last day of April.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah. Satellites everywhere. One-day tournaments going on. We got it all. And if you like Tina Turner,
Simply Tina.
Simply Tina,
Simply
April
Tina.
11th, dinner and a show at the Paddock Restaurant. Award-winning food.
Did Josh say where he went on vacation?
He did not give us the location of where he's at.
The only
so-
reason I know he was on vacation because somebody mentioned earlier this week that like everybody's on vacation. Josh took a vacation.
He did.
Jacob
got
just
back.
came back from a
Yeah, for
vacation.
week, yeah. Sean's on vacation.
Sean's
too.
been gone too. I forgot about that too. Yeah.
Sean took a week off. Everyone's taking. We should take a week off.
I paused the game to be here. I love it.
All right, we're mixing up the seats.
Who messed? Oh, Maurice.
No, not. Yeah, not messed up.
Of course, Maurice.
Mix it up. But the Gabriel left his good luck seat, so. So RJ's still asking him if he got.
Yeah, RJ trying to get as much info.
Bunk was like, "Come on, man, I didn't even raise, bro. He raised."
Or I think Bunk said something, and RJ's like, I don't believe you sent out. Bunk is like, bro, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I played it just like I had it.
Right. I like it.
All right, guys, welcome to the final table.
Redraw for the button.
The voice of
You
Ron.
didn't redraw for the button.
Make them in between
He did not.
When you've dealt your cards, pretty please put them in the box in front of you, side by side, just for a second. No metal card protectors, no phones on the rails, no
Look, Justin, he's looking. Wait.
What? He's leaving the
He
button
didn't-
there.
yeah.
He didn't redraw for it. He's supposed to.
All right, we're trying something new.
Well, whatever. I mean,
How about nobody? You know, what,
maybe he
if
redrew for the
nobody
button. We
knows-
didn't even see that he did it. We're gonna say that he. We're
No,
gonna
no,
say
he
that
definitely did it.
drew
We just didn't see it, right?
Yeah. He randomly picked a number, and that's where.
And it
that's
just
the
happened to
redraw.
be this.
There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's great. Oh my God, look at this cast of characters.
Oh, Brian Vasquez here.
Vasquez, Bunk, and Maurice.
Right?
All at the final table. It should
Oh
be fun.
boy. The stream at YouTube's gonna get a lot of views. I'm gonna watch it like 100 times. RJ, Javier.
Wow, Bunk with that hand chipped up to 430. I didn't
Yeah,
notice. So
huge
he's gonna
pot.
Open. Yeah,
Huge
it was pretty
pot.
big.
The difference, listen, that's the whole thing about saying with the hand with the ace jack, like it's different. Like some people play it scared, like they don't want to get value for it, so they just what? What'd you hear?
Maurice, he's making a comment. I'm pretty sure Bunk has told me that Maurice is his cousin
Oh yeah,
or something like that.
No doubt.
But Maurice want to make a comment because Bunk opened the first hand of the final table. He said something I don't want to do is get involved in a hand with him or something like that.
That makes sense. Bunk's like, okay, give me some respect.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. Same school of poker philosophy.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference.
Huge. Yeah, no. That's not that bad.
2.5x. Twice as much.
It's a lot more viewers than we normally get. I think last week Nancy and I only had like 6 viewers at one time.
I'm just saying, since Josh put the YouTube on the restream, I've noticed YouTube is always better for us.
Right. There's only one person wearing sunglasses at this table. Normally it's Bunk, but he changed his look for the TV today.
Oof. RJ got kings.
Was it oof?
Oof. I just saw RJ's hand.
He's such a loose cannon too. Josh trying to give us a big pond. What? The world? What?
YouTube is a big pond
Oh,
as
the
opposed
YouTube.
to, yeah. Just Twitch is such a saturated market. It's very hard to get.
Billions and millions, of course. A million,
Billions. Billions and billions.
I just want to know where my bonus is coming from. That's all I want to know. And where is the employee tournament? Huh? Never happening.
It'll
laugh.
never happen,
You
bro.
scoff. You scoff at it. Hard Rock just had theirs. You know that, right? They just had another one.
I had what?
An employee tournament. Yeah, they had a
employee
tournament.
tournament, man. Did I tell you that's how I went to Vegas like 10 years ago
Oh, yeah?
on an employee, on an
Nice.
employee tournament.
Ticket to the World Series of Poker, baby.
Oh, I just did something. Oh my God!
Stacks on stacks.
Here you see your payouts. Everybody guaranteed 428 right now, playing for a first place prize.
Pretty nice payouts.
4,800.
Yeah.
Just shy of 5K. It's a nice.
What a difference, though. 9th and first place. 8 spots.
10x difference.
Yeah. I mean, one is like car wash in McDonald's, and the other one's like Council Oak, baby. Your blind's at 10K, 15K. Now that the boss is watching, I'm going to be more professional.
Not me. I'm going to keep doing my thing. RJ, open queen jack.
At least your
suited.
shoes are on today. That's a good thing.
Well, you always make fun of me. I'm trying not to touch the table.
Yeah, don't mix
Because,
any
I mean,
wires
you know.
up. That's for sure. So Maurice comes to the
Actually,
table.
Maurice
We
got a
didn't
stack of
talk about that. I was about
chips.
to say 815K. You read
Wow.
my mind when I said Maurice. You saw the chip stocks. I was going to say I knew there was going to be someone.
Maurice came to the table.
Sheesh.
Chip leader.
Yeah.
Not much of a shock there.
Well, you never know.
Pete on the button.
Says never mind.
Doesn't want to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Brian gets out of the way, small blind.
Gabriel has already played hands with RJ, so he knows. He kind of has an idea where he's at with
Right.
RJ.
Right.
You're going to defend the big pretty wide here.
Queen 5 versus Queen Jack on a 210K board.
Not very favorable for Gabriel.
But he's going to lead out here.
That's never
hopefully.
stopped him before.
No. Well, I mean,
Snap call from RJ.
snap call for RJ, yeah.
He's open-ended.
Open ender.
Ace or 9 of heart.
No. Okay.
5, actually, Gabriel takes the lead.
I know, right? So,
So now he's a 2 to
and then
1
he checks the
favorite.
turn. I always say it's so bad if you're
3 to 1 favorite.
tell the
3
story.
to 1 favorite. RJ going to check, keep the pot small.
For showdown value, Gabriel's going to win this hand if they check. But we'll
Check.
see.
I don't think RJ's going to. Oh, I've been wrong before.
RJ knows the only way he can win this hand is if he bets out here. So
But what can you get to fold here that would bet the flop?
That.
That.
he's got a nice size bet here. Brandon says Maurice sucked down the first hand he played with. But Gabriel, listen, Gabriel knows on a check on the turn is such a sign of weakness that his 5 might be
Brandon
good there.
Luke. Oh, is that Bluke? Is that Twitch chat Bluke? Maurice sucked out of me. First hand sitting down. That's tough. First hand you sat down or first hand he sat down?
Brandon Luke,
Gabriel
were you-
called?
Yeah, Gabriel called.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about to say
strong call.
Very strong call. He made that correct
The
decision.
bluff kind of didn't make sense there,
The check.
but he went for it. You know how we have somebody in Twitch chat named B Luke? I think is that could
I know.
Could that
I was
be
going to
you,
ask him.
Brandon?
Would it be
Luke?
you?
He said yes. Yeah. It's
Awesome. He did change his
so
name.
now with
Nice.
that hand, Gabriel takes the chip lead, 870K.
Wow.
So him and Maurice are just have massive chip stacks.
Yeah. And Josh made
Between
a
the two of them,
comment.
they have half the chips in play.
He might be able to put something together for the
I
summertime.
don't want to talk out of my ass, but maybe we can pull something
What?
together this summer. Let's go.
It's like the
I
carrot
can't
on
wait
the
to check
stick.
raise Oak Tie. Bunk
But
under the
you know
gun
what?
with sevens.
If we do it, just be on the stream. I don't even care if there's no prizes because everyone wants to talk bad about me. So it'd be
I guess
great.
you're right.
You know the ratings would be off the roof.
Yeah, all 15. What?
Oh!
Did Maurice just call clock on Bunk? Tell me he just.
No.
Tell me he just.
He would never.
That would be funny if he did.
So
Bunk
15K open raise from Bunk to 50K.
I'll fold around with Brian Vasquez on the small.
Yeah, on the button. Brian's on the button.
Oh, the button.
Button.
Excuse
Ace
me,
queen. Yeah.
He does not have enough chips to flat this.
Nope.
So he's going to say, how much I got? Was that Maurice?
No, I think that was Bunk making the comment while
No,
the
that
person
did not
was.
sound like. That's Maurice.
It is Maurice, yeah. And Maurice is out of line here talking about a player in between the hands. So, all right, good. Brian just.
Brian got a 3-bet.
Yeah.
Oh, he did
instead of all
in.
in, he made it.
Oh, he did
135.
deal. He did
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
The one chip behind rule thing.
3-bet to
He
145.
ignored Maurice and played his hand the way he wanted to play it, which is
Maurice
good.
said something along the lines, oh, whenever somebody
Like, stacks
shows
the
us with their
chip
chips.
like this. Yeah.
So Bunk now.
I said it's out of line because I just
Of course it's out of line. Pending action.
right. That's what you know.
What does Maurice not get out of line?
Pete's a cool dude.
Yeah.
That's all, Josh. Yes,
That's
he
cool,
is.
Pete. Yes, tall Josh. That is cool, Pete.
All right, so Bunk said, you know what, let's go play for it all.
All
So
right, we're flipping. We're off to the
yeah,
races.
Brian put the rest of his chips. It's 170. So, and 6 deuce jack 5. 7s look strong here. 7s. Oh,
Inconsequential 7 on the river.
right.
Brian needed an ace or queen, so we have our first casualty. Brian Vasquez, 9th place, $428.
That 7 wasn't necessary, but it's always nice to see.
Bit
right?
overkill.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Bunk, I don't care if I hit a 7 or not. I just don't want an ace
No,
or a
you
queen.
just want to see an ace or queen.
Yep.
Yeah. So good flop. And once
So
you get
now
to
with
the
that hand, Bunk
get
is
to
up
the
to
top.
like 600.
yeah, contender. Could be a contender.
Gabriel, 800.
Could be a new look for
Maurice,
Bunk, though.
800. Yeah, look at this. Between all they got 65% chips inside. The
All on
three
the
of them
top,
have
yeah.
a lot of chips.
It's a big difference between Gabriel and
10%.
Chad
Yeah.
and RJ. RJ was at one time healthy 300K in chips. Now, with 13 big blinds, it's so funny how quickly things can change.
Well, he could have had like 70, 80 more K. Except
Right.
for that bluff didn't go his way.
Right. That's true.
Bunk under the gun, feeling good. Keep it going.
For sure. 7s were good. 10s are better. Maurice had enough. He's like, all right.
Yeah. Maurice is
Can't
like,
leave
"No, I
to
wanna-
steal the show all the time.
Yeah, Maurice want to win a hand too, man.
Puts on a serious face. And
Gabriel
Gabriel
plays
on the button,
Wow.
ace 5 hearts.
We have 3 of the big stacks going at it. This could be fun.
RJ, ace queen all in.
Wow, look at
Let's
this.
go for all of it.
All right, this is even more interesting. So here's the cool part is good for Bunk that 3 aces are already out there.
Cool part?
The cool part for Bunk
All right.
is that he's only got to fade
If
4
he
outs.
could just see all the whole cards like we see it.
3 queens and
Easy
1
decision,
ace.
right?
Right.
Here's the
I'm
hard.
just saying,
Wait,
I
no,
still think
No.
if I'm Bunk, I
No,
still think my hand is good.
No, the tough part is they got Maurice limped in after you made a raise, so he's not even worried about RJ anymore. He's worried about the chip leader
I
to
think
your left.
Bunk knows.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Bunk knows that if
He made the
Maurice had a
call,
hand that
Maurice
was
is
better
in-
than
yeah,
10s,
it raises.
there would have been a 3-bet. Yes.
Okay. He also knows that Maurice probably doesn't call if Bunk calls, so that's a little inside information there. We're flipping, folks. Ace queen of diamonds versus 10s.
But 2 aces were folded.
That's right. So. Oh, quads!
We are no longer flipping. Give him a jack. Give him a jack. Give him an inconsequential jack.
Man.
So Bunk hits 2
Woo!
pair, 10s and 10s.
Bunk. Bounty. Two tuna players, 2 hands in a row.
High hand.
High hand alert. Quad 10s with an ace kicker. That's always nice.
And just like that, RJ
Just like that. You make it
Eighth
sound like it
place.
happens all the time.
I was gonna say penthouse to the outhouse, but
and the
you
new
know,
chip
whatever.
leader.
Bunk with that hand is the chip leader for sure.
Yeah.
He got to be. I'm looking at 4, 7, 8. He's got to have like 900.
It's real close.
Very close to 900, 850 probably. Anyways, as I said, RJ with the 8th place. Oh, as you see there on the screen.
Yeah.
RJ locking up. Wait, 9,
What?
8, 9th place. 8th. I'm doing the math. Okay. Well, I had to use my fingers for that.
Trying to
I'm
think
counting.
again?
8th place for 537.
Yes.
Everybody here has locked up 685 at that point. Once we get to 5th place, it'll be 4 digits, 1169.
Man, if you only knew if you could flat, if you just like say to yourself, I know quads are coming, I'm just going to flat call here, get more value for my hand.
I don't think I'm ever flatting with ace queen.
No.
With that stack size.
No
all
one
that
did
action.
anything wrong. I'm saying
one
with
raise
bunk.
and 2 flats. I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think anybody did anything wrong. Bunk did something wrong by flopping quads because he made it not as exciting as it could have been. Ooh. Look at this one. So Javier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bunk 3 for 3 here.
Wow.
Snaps. You don't even think about it. Just snaps. Like, how much is that? Call.
Could this be like the Bunk on quite a heater, especially if this one holds.
There are clubs. All right.
Nope.
7, king 4,
Nope.
4,
Chop outs?
queen.
Queen. Wow.
Wow.
Bunk just.
Doesn't need the
If this was a
queen.
bounty tournament.
Yeah. Javier.
So there goes Javier. 7th place with 685. Bunk now, I believe the first person to go over a mil.
No. Sheesh.
Maurice making a comment. Who's next?
That's 3 in a row.
Who's next? Yeah.
That's
Quite a
disgusting.
heater for Bunk here. Hey, thanks, Bunk. We might be gone. We might be home by 7:30, bro.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bunk.
Single table elimination. How many players can you knock out?
Did he bust all 3 of them?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, okay.
Same
okay.
player.
Oh, buddy, calm down,
It's
bro. I'm
crazy.
getting so excited now.
Bro, I've
Look at-
never done that in my whole life.
I've never seen Bunk smile that big, man.
I know. It's a pretty good run for him. I was saying
Sick heater.
it was either last week or the week before when Bunk did well. He took 4th place. He got knocked out before they did the chop. But I was saying that he was running on this stream the last few times he's been on here with good sized stack knocked out before the final table. So the stream has been very bad to him. But like good players, they're tenacious and resilient.
You're never going to let that stop him.
No, exactly. And here he is showing you how to do it.
Bunk playing very well. Bunk playing, running even better. Playing very
Playing well
and
and running well. It's a good combination.
playing well and playing well, also good. That's what I was originally going to say by accident, but yeah. He's playing well. He's running
Have
really
you
well.
found Jesus Christ?
Yeah, it's right there on your phone.
Please. Listen, gain anything, run this good, all right, on Sunday, buddy. How would Bunk do it? And he's in another hand. He's in the small blind. Small blind, Chad, the big blind, and we are waiting for a decision here. Oh, small blind. Bunk raises, so heads up. Chad's like, wow, is this going to be a 4 for 4? He just makes the call. So it was raised to 50K from Bunk. Chad makes the call, 35K more. And the flop is Trey, 10, 6, all diamonds. Chad only has a 5 of diamonds. Bunk looks down at his cards to see if he has a diamond, does not.
The old,
What?
old diamond check.
Yeah, you got to check your whole cards.
Bunk
Make it look
flops
like
a pair.
make it look like you have a
Chad does have 2 overs with 1 diamond, but
right.
it's not the ace of diamond, and he can't know he has 2 overs. And this bet is probably going to win the hand.
I probably think you're right.
Probably. You doubt me?
No, not when Bunk is knocking out players left and right. So, I mean, and he's the chip leader. It's kind of hard to defend here. Tough situation. You just don't want to give away chips, right? I mean, pick a better spot. So, fold, easy fold.
Maurice, like, man, Bunk with another hand. Yeah, has anybody else won a hand?
No.
Since the final table started.
4 for 4.
Coming into the final table, it was the Gabriel show. It's very quickly turned into the Bunk show. Look at this. He's got 1.25 mil.
And the great thing about it, like,
It's like a black hole just sucking in all these chips.
I mean, I don't know, pump up a good player, but like the whole point is it makes it look so easy, though. It's just like it's smooth. It really is. It's just one of the things that poker can be. When you play enough of it, you get your experience level up, and you're just smooth. You know, smooth operator. I want to see Bunk and Maurice go at it, though. That's gonna be great. Not only do I get to see it, I get to talk about it.
Finally, somebody else with a hand. John going to open here with ace-jack suited.
Yeah, right. The only thing going on through Bunk's mind is like, why can't this be like the main event? You know, why can't it be for the 300?
Hey, listen, man. Anytime you turn $300 into 5K, it's a good day.
It is a good. No, absolutely. But I think it was last week we had Adam, and he just crushed it. He just like ran so smoothly, and I said to myself, I mean, yeah, it's 4K, but it's such a, like, you run so good and pure. You just wish it was in a bigger event. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you got to put yourself in these spots, and then you got to use your one time.
Right.
Okay, that was funny, actually. Maurice said, it's been a hand since somebody knocked somebody out.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You always see, like, Maurice, if you watch his eyes, look, he's just looking at all the tells. He looks at the players.
He's very perceptive. He's very observant.
He is. I'm saying even when he's not, like, it wasn't even on his turn.
Yeah.
But there's an all-in bet.
Well, no, he's looking at the guy whose turn it is. He's trying to catch something.
Right. I'm saying it's good to be observant.
He's a poker. That's just, you know, when you're a poker player, man, you get naturally into these habits of watching the player, especially when it's their
because every
turn.
once in a while you can pick up on something.
You could definitely catch a tell, catch a gulp, or a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You ever see the heartbeat at the neck?
Oh, I have. Yeah. And one time I thought for sure it was bluffing. It was just excitement for having the nuts. I was like,
the
oh,
nuts.
man.
He was
what a
excited to have the
bad
nuts.
read.
Bad read.
It was like,
God, I hate when that happens.
I was like, oh, man, that's for sure. That carotid artery.
Actually, I recently did see a video on Negreanu was saying that everybody, when they're all in, whether they have the nuts or they have a bluff, like they have that feeling.
Yep.
But if you wait 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and they have the nuts,
It
it'll
goes
calm down.
Yeah,
and the bluff will.
I've seen
the
that.
bluff,
It's true.
Think about it.
Yeah.
it's true.
It's true.
I think even the longer you wait while somebody's bluffing, probably the more.
Yeah. If they're
the more
bluffing,
their
it
heart
goes
is
up
like,
higher. It does. Yeah, they get
Please
worried.
fold. Please fold.
So funny
Did
story.
Maurice just not look at his hand and chip all in?
That's a good point. He's
I
on
think
the
he
button.
might have. I think he definitely might have.
Oh, he's gonna get looked up by John though.
Did John just snap?
John made
Jack
that call
eight?
with 10-9, so he's
With
just
Jack
playing
eight?
his
No,
favorite
but this
hand.
is way different.
Is it?
I don't know. Let's see if there's a misread. John has jacks? He has queen jack.
Queen jack, it
Maurice,
is a
okay, he
misread.
did look. All right, so we're flipping.
But Queen Jack is different than Jack
Oh, boy.
8, though.
Look at this turn card. Oh,
Maurice
boy.
wins. Knocked out a player.
Just like that. Maurice has $1 million in chips.
Yeah. All right, John. Nice playing with you. It's the Bunk and Maurice show. Whee!
How do you feel about that call there?
From that
right.
position against that player, I don't think it's too bad. I think it's fair. I mean, I don't know if I would have
suppose.
done it. It's a
I
little-
mean, you're
it's a lot.
you're hoping to flip at that point. Because
Yeah.
what if he has ace queen, pocket jack?
Well, ways to take home.
I usually every other time the payouts jumped up. So what are we at? Sixth place
Every other
was
time.
887.
It's right there. You're
See,
too slow.
like,
You're too slow.
man,
887.
887. Everybody has 1169 now locked up, bro. We got chips flying and people just seat open,
Yeah.
seat open, seat open.
And Pete, just by sitting quietly, has laddered up 4 spots.
That's true. That's true.
Cool,
Pete just
cool
made
Pete.
what? $400?
Yeah, Josh is like, that's cool, Pete.
Pete made $700 by folding.
Just by folding
Let's
sometimes.
go, dude.
So it
Now
was.
Maurice said, look at his hand.
Yeah.
All right. Gabriel said, I haven't played a hand in a while. It's a good one to get involved in.
Right.
I think Gabriel does tend to defend his big blind pretty wide here. So pretty good flop for Maurice. He's open-ended. Although that type of flop is...
Earl wants to know, does your one-time reset? Yeah.
At what point does your one-time reset?
A whole turn.
As much as I'd like to say, yeah... what if you're in a multi-flight? I think once a day is good. About once every 24 hours. On average.
6-8-5 ace is your flop here.
So Gabriel flatted flop with 2 overs and a gut shot, and now he's going to just...
Lead out, donk bet?
Interesting lead.
They call it donk.
Interesting lead here.
Yeah. And Maurice is like, what is that, 100? That don't make any sense to me.
It kind of doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a good bet. But Maurice picking up on the fact that it does not make sense.
Sense some weakness
Yeah.
here. Yeah. That's
My man Maurice with 4 high. He's going to go ahead and apply pressure.
right. Well, he's still open-ended. It's not just 4 high.
No, but he
Deuce
has
4
high.
7. Correct.
He's a 3-1 underdog. This is
If
a
he
great
did
bet.
if he did a 4 high on the river,
It's
then
just
I'd
good
be
timing
impressed.
because you know that Gabriel does not have the ace here.
Right.
Like, there's no way Gabriel has an ace here.
Right. And wow, that's just years of playing to know that makes that move right there. And it's easy for us to see the whole cards to know that decision was a play, but when you're at the table and you face that bet,
We're not talking about it from the perspective of we can see the cards.
Right.
Like I said, just the way the hand was played out,
Yeah.
there's no way Gabriel has an ace here.
I know.
It's not just because we can see his cards. And Maurice knows that. And
but
Maurice,
no. What I'm saying is that you're Gabriel's spot. You don't
Uh-huh.
see the 3-4. You're just seeing the chips
oh,
come your way.
First of all, I would never put Maurice on that hand either.
Right.
And I think Gabriel is used to doing that play against other players who are a little bit weaker. But
So
Maurice,
to go back a
Maurice,
couple
Maurice ain't
minutes-
got time for that.
To go back a couple of minutes ago about bluffing, I was playing the 400 1 mil, and it was on the break, and I made a bluff for half my stack, and my eyes started twitching. And I
Was it the
I noticed.
stress?
Yeah.
Look at this hand.
Oh no!
Maurice opened with queens.
And Gabriel's looking
Gabriel
for a
on the
little
big blind.
revenge here.
And it looks bluffy, too. That's the best part, is he just lost a hand.
Yeah. We
This
talked about that earlier.
looks bluffy.
Yeah. Yeah, Maurice gets it in. I don't see Maurice ever folding 1.2 million in chips here. 305, yeah, and it's all
I like
in.
that he doesn't just
Yeah.
4-bet jam. He
Yeah.
4-bets to an.
He's all in. Doesn't mean.
He's all in for 5.
Yeah. What's Gabriel thinking about? Yeah, all in
All
call.
in call.
Yeah.
Brink.
Gabriel's
Wow.
little slow play there, like as if he had something.
That tight little bit of a hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even though he made it 305, well, he's got 500. I mean, is Maurice really going to
Maurice
fold?
never folded. Right, so you just,
So, yeah, Maurice 4-bet. Gabriel 5-bet jam.
6-10,
Snap
4.
call.
1 diamond good for Gabriel here.
Come on, Eric. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Oh, 10. Oh, 10. I'm kidding. 10 on the turn. Queen, only queen.
I think
Yeah?
Whew.
All right, sick.
I think this is the best question I've ever had in the chat, like in the past couple of months.
You like that, Jay?
At what point does your one-time reset?
like
That's
that?
a great question.
Because you use
And
your
I
one
was so
time a lot.
happy. I was so happy. No, because you do see people be using their one times. I love making the comment when somebody says one time, whether I'm dealing or playing. I'll be like, "Have you used your one time today?" And sometimes they joke and be like, "Yeah, I did." Well, I'm like, "Well," or sometimes they don't have you. Oh, okay, you want to use your one time here?
Some people use their one time. They don't even know they can use their one time.
Can you?
I'm like,
Okay, here's a good question.
Yeah.
Can you save up? Can you store your one times
Is it
and save
multiple
them
times?
up? Can you save them up?
Um,
Because let's be honest, I feel like Jamie Gold on his run,
Yeah.
he used a lot of one times, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that. You know what? I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say it. When you run good like you give me gold, you don't
When
have to
he-
worry about it.
Yeah. I will say, Moneymaker also had a very good run,
Of course.
and he had
That's-
multiple. He had multiple one times.
That takes the whole skill element out of the game when you run that good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you win tournaments. You don't got to stop overthinking and let the cards do the work.
Can you save up your one times though?
Why not? Why can't you? I don't see
Because
why
I don't know
not.
if it works like that.
Well,
I would love it for. Can we make a new rule?
have you
Save up
used
your
your
one
one
times?
time?
I haven't used my one time in a while. I'm using my one time this weekend for sure.
All right. Well,
I
use it
haven't
at the
used my
right
one
moment,
time.
though. That's the whole point. People use it in a spot where they're not even all in. And they're like, one time. I'm like, what? I go, bro, you're not even a risk here. What are you doing? Wasting your
Or
one
like,
time.
I don't want to waste my one time when I'm short. Short stack in a cash game. You can
Well,
use your one
listen.
time. Seems like a bit of a waste.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's the whole I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah,
you got to
yeah,
know
yeah.
when to use your one time. And
Yeah,
it's definitely
correct.
never in a cash game.
One
It's-
time.
It's in a tournament final table when, you need it. When you need your cards to hold up, when you need to win, or you're in the behind, you need to suck out. I'll tell you one thing. You know how to shut up Maurice for a little bit? Just crack his queens.
I mean, it's a cooler, bro. It's a cooler no matter how you look at it.
Well, yeah, those hands, aces, kings, queens, all play the same way. So, I mean, no one did anything wrong.
Here's a blind versus blind hand.
Uh-huh. And Bunk has
Bunk
put
wants
the
to
pressure
count.
earlier.
Well, Bunk wants to count before looking.
Well, yeah.
Pretty sure he's going to raise.
He implies he went all in. I heard the part all in.
Yep.
I think Chad should call here.
I mean, I think he could. Yeah, he calls.
Good call.
Say he's in for what, 20K?
Yeah, good call.
And he's got 10 bigs.
That's a scenario earlier where John
20
put a person on a decision like trying to steal. The same thing where Bunk looked at his stack size, and it's a hand playable. The king queen suited. Ace 10 tray. Eric's doing too much of the pause.
As much as I appreciate it, you're doing too much.
Ace on the turn.
And we don't even have. All he got to do is dodge a 9.
Yeah, and it's a safe card. 8 on the river. It's a nice little double up here for Chad. A little dent in bunk stack, but still healthy.
He still got a mill.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got 925. Oh, no, he only has 925.
Only.
Much needed for Chad. He just doubled up to 590. So.
Yeah, puts him in contention.
So now Pete has just been kind of patient here, and he has not had a hand.
Well, Pete actually thought he was going to level up to one more spot. He was hoping.
He was this close.
I was like, man, I'm going to make it all the way to the final chop.
It would have taken a 3-outer. That would have been pretty much a cooler if that happened.
Yeah.
And Pete now is everybody looking at Pete. They're probably going to start leaning on his big blind, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean.
But, hey, I'm going to be honest. If I sit at the final table and haven't played a hand,
yeah,
and I just made $700, I'd be happy.
You're feeling pretty good, right?
I'd be happy. From this to that,
yeah,
it's like $700.
It is more than 7.
740.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Damn near 750. Yeah,
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good ladder up.
For not doing anything, right?
For literally just
sitting
watching,
around,
folding, watching
wearing
bunk
some
take out
shades.
play after play after player.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. I've never.
When
done
I'm
that.
short, I'm so rooting for people to bust, bro.
Who isn't? You're in the hand.
I'm
You
saying
see the
in my
short
head, I'm
stack
like,
in,
please,
you're like, come on.
please.
You don't try to root for somebody, but you're always like, come on, man, come on, bust. Oh my God, you doubled up again.
I know, right?
It was
Ain't nothing worse than all the
short
shorties
stack.
just double when you're short.
The
I'm
money
like,
bubble.
Oh, God, how does this happen? And now you're next.
Gabriel Ace King here, 1.2 million raises. He ain't afraid. I ain't scared.
Bunk full, chat full. What's Maurice got in the big?
Yeah.
Could he have a vendetta? Nope.
Nope. That's a go.
Or he said, I ain't trying that again.
Right. Well, that's when you take the ego out of it. You know, when someone takes your chips, you know, the whole, like, oh, I'm going to get you back. It's never really the good energy. Like, I've never done well trying to target a person who's beat me out of a hand.
I've made some spiteful moves that worked out.
Oh, yeah? Okay. You have the opposite of my story? That's good.
But when they don't,
yeah.
you're like, why did I? Hey, there's that. For some reason, Myalek, we can't see your chats in the restream chat. That's so weird.
Is he on YouTube?
Oak, he's on Twitch.
That is really strange.
Oak, what happened to always being positive? Is
I
what
know.
He said. Myalek,
Yeah.
man, we're here for you, bud. But
Alec, bro, we've missed you.
we were talking about you earlier, bro. We were
Yeah.
like, where's he been? Maybe his chat has been
disabled.
no, like it doesn't pop up in the restream. It's so weird.
That is, well, it should just pop up somewhere, right? I mean,
It pops up on Twitch.
I'm on Twitch, and I see it.
But we're connected to Twitch.
I see it.
It's just strange that it's not popping up on the restream.
Yo, my Alec, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you know what? Listen.
Pete has a pair on the big blind. It's a limp pot.
One of the streams to watch, this is probably one of the best ones. All these players on this table.
This specific one?
How about
Pete waited for this hand?
How about Pete waiting for this hand?
I mean, I think he would have been more likely to get. He's not going to call here. Actually, I don't even think Chad would have called pre with the King 9 suited.
Hey, that's what happens
I
when
just
you're
feel
so
like-
tight. You get it in. Everyone gives you respect. Why are you laughing? It's true.
Because it's true. But his hand was too good.
Fold it
Dude,
out
his
your
hand
hands,
was
you
too good.
Finally get it in. Pick up those blinds.
Set. How's the twitch on the bluff? You talking about your eyeball? Your bluff?
It was weird
bluff
because I
eyeball
sensed
twitch?
it, and the guy started looking at me, and I sensed it even more, and I'm like, oh, stop it. Stop it. It's just so weird. What?
This is, you know what'll help? Sunglasses.
What if? I don't wear sunglasses.
Sunglasses, bro.
And in my mind, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, this guy, if he just really sees my eye twitching, he's going to know.
Snap call.
And it made me more nervous. I was actually nervous. I was like,
Snap
you
call.
fool. And I couldn't stop it, too, which was the scary part.
My Alex said maybe you should stop playing.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's funny, though.
It's not funny. It's hurtful. Why are you laughing at it?
Sunglasses, bro.
Oh, the sunglasses.
That's my recommendation.
Yeah.
My Alex says maybe you should stop playing. It's too fun.
Stop.
Just I wouldn't wear sunglasses in a cash game. I feel like it don't make sense. I don't know.
No? What if you do drugs?
I used to do drugs.
Well, there you go.
You just use Visine.
That's who started it, though.
Huh.
It was Stu Unger. He used to wear sunglasses. No one else.
Because he was always geeked out.
Because he was. No one else wore sunglasses, and he was the one that brought it to the fruition. And I was like, well, he can do it, then I can do it. And they became popular.
I'm going to go ahead and say that the era is probably after 2002. Actually, Moneymaker had glasses. 2002, he had Oakley's, didn't he? I think he had some.
Right, Unger was
he had
before.
shades.
Unger
I
was the
understand.
World Series,
Unger's
yeah.
is the 70s.
Right.
I know.
70s? Not that old.
Yes, it was.
No.
It wasn't?
It's like
When did he win back-to-back? It wasn't
Stu
77,
Unger went
78?
back-to-back?
Yes.
No, WSOP wasn't popular until like
You're talking about the 80s then?
yeah, 80s, 90s, like right before.
When did Stu Unger win? What does it says Nobel Prize.
Really?
Win
Did he?
back-to-back? No, I don't think
Pete, all in here, 150K with Ace King. And Bunk's got Ace King too.
so.
All
Stu
in
won
as well.
back-to-back main event, 80-81. Oh,
that-
sorry.
well, that's
Not 70.
70s
I thought it
and
was
80s.
77,
No,
78.
it's still-
80-81.
Yeah.
2 year, 3 years.
All right, so we're flipping here.
Ace King versus Ace King. We
Flush
have
the flush draws here.
a diamond or actually Pete has 2 flush draws.
Right.
Spade in the club working for him.
Yep.
No coolers. It's going to be a chop, pure
Yeah.
chop. No hearts.
Oh,
Yeah,
chop,
that's
chop,
a pure
chop.
chop.
Yep.
Eric, come on, bro. It's a chop. Keep going.
All right.
It's a chop. There's
that
no
one's a
need.
little faster.
No need for drama when it's a chop.
Yeah. Very good. Chop up the blinds. Pull back your money.
He won his 3rd main event title in '97.
Yeah, that's probably
Stu
right at his
Unger.
peak, right around that time when they started showing on
Main
ESPN.
event 80, main event 81. He won a 7-card event in '83, and then he won again in '97. And then
Bloop, off the radar.
that's one of the first celebrity downfall, rise and fall
Right.
type of poker stories. Is
There was a thing Stu Unger used to do. So,
he's a world-class gin player.
yeah, and he was great. His mind, the whole
Yep.
photographic memory.
Memory.
So, if you pull out a whole deck of cards, 52, you pull one out of the deck without him seeing it, and then he counted out the stub, he'll tell you exactly what card you had.
That's pretty wild. That's
Yeah.
a cool.
And he did it because he'd have a point system, so he'd just count. He'd be able to count it.
He had a system.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. No, because
It's
every
a cool way to win a bet.
every card had a numeric number. So like if there was a 7 of diamonds, it wasn't necessarily just a 7. It was like that 7 of diamonds was probably like a 14. So if you count down like all the numbers and you're missing 14, then he knows it's the 7 of diamonds. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. I could never do it.
You'd have to have a
Really good
photographic
memory.
memory,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, the blinds have gone up. 10K, 20K.
They weren't already at 10K.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think
when
they
did I
were.
miss that?
Yeah, I think they
They've
already
been up?
were. Yeah,
I'm usually on top of it.
you're way behind.
It's my Alec. He threw me off today.
He just got here, bro. Oak has to be right even when everyone knows he's wrong. I mean, he
I live
only
with-
does that to me.
I live with confidence. You know, like even when I'm wrong, I feel like I'm right. So, that cool Pete folds Jack 10. Gabe had the same hand there. Interesting enough, though, the aggression. That was this guy. He's talking about John. John would have called for sure.
He snapped that like you were earlier. He snapped that jack tail like it was easy.
Yeah, he knew it was a race
It was
against
Queen
you.
Jack, but I mean,
Queen
Morris
Jack.
is also correct. I mean,
Yeah.
snap
mean,
call with
If,
Queen
if
Jack.
Maurice loses that flip here, he wouldn't be so excited, you know?
Wait, Bunk is on the wrong box. Oh no, he knows what box this is. All right, good job, Bunk. But Eric dealt it to the wrong box.
Right.
Bunk fixed it.
Fives were good earlier. Let's see what happens here. Under
gonna
the
be-
gun.
This is an open.
He does open?
I think so.
Yeah. For what amount, though? What would you open up here for?
45 or 50.
Would you?
Yeah.
5-handed? I think I'll go a little higher.
Nah. 55. I said 45. to 50.
right.
All
That's about right. Yeah.
He went a little higher. 55.
Oh, Maurice raising here. And he did it with the, like, you know when you're playing
Snap.
teams? No, when you're playing, like, teams, they're, like, this is a code. Like, you know, like, get out of my hand kind of scenario.
You think so? How about this? Bunk not folding?
Yeah, how
That's
about
not
Bunk?
folding.
How about Bunk saying, you know what?
Maurice said we could get it right here.
I like it. Also, though, when someone talks in the middle of a hand like that, I feel a sense of weakness, though. I said I wanted to see Maurice and Bunk go at it, so here we go.
I mean, I just personally think that, you don't want to go at it with the other deep player.
Out of position against Maurice.
It's kind of ICM suicide.
He felt it, too. And we talked about that earlier, too, about getting yourself out of, like, hard decisions to be made. You know, if you don't hit that 5, then what are you doing? You're like no man's land, right? Not one overcard.
Yeah.
All the cards are overcards.
And like you said, you're playing out of position against a player like Maurice.
Yeah.
Never fun.
Right. With chips like that. So It would have been funny if he jammed it all in, though.
Bunk?
Yeah. What does Maurice do?
You can't call. He's not going to call off with Queen Jack.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's the funny part. I'm just saying, like, when you play the player.
Maurice stepping it up here. 60 with 8-4 suited. Interesting.
And I think with Maurice, his abilities and confidence, there is no chop, so we're going to play this one out.
Yep.
Strap on the seatbelts.
Of course, Eric dealt to the wrong box. Is funny.
Oh, he's picking on someone else other than me? Ow. Maurice got somewhere to go. He's like, this tournament's taking a little longer than I expected it to play, but hey, I think we're right on schedule.
Open wider. Just open wider.
Should put people to the test more often.
Maurice said, y'all should be home by 8:30, though.
He's very witty, His table talk's pretty good.
When he's not angry, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's true.
Gabriel just mentioned what you said.
Yep.
We've already decided there's going to be no chop.
I'm not the one to bring the conversation up. I'm good with whatever you choose, my guy.
No, Maurice
no
didn't
way.
say I'm good with it. That's a lie. Pete, all in here. Queen 10. Draw a little line in the sand. See if we can cross it. Queen 10. They're suited.
Pretty sure Maurice is the only guy to get a chop value worth more than first place.
Right.
In this
history, yeah.
In this poker room,
Right.
in this specific Friday tournament, I've seen him. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, take more. Really? And people
He
accepted
somehow
it? They just want to get rid
negotiated.
of it?
They were just Maurice had a mountain of chips,
Oh, man.
and nobody else wanted a chop. So he said, "All right, we'll do."
Instead of the ICM, give me the money.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think my pride's too big.
I would never give him more than first
I
place,
like it.
bro.
That's good. I like it.
I would say no
Nah,
shot.
yeah, exactly. And this another thing. When you're playing against tough players like these are on the table, the only way you get better is by facing that fear and that that whole barrier. Like
Mm-hmm.
what's the worst that can happen? You bust? What's the worst?
I mean, yeah, that is the worst.
It's not like you bust. and then
Malik
you
says he picks on you because you put your foot in your mouth so often.
have you seen my foot, bro? It's a size 15. Okay.
Well, you don't gotta reach. Then you don't gotta reach too far.
No, I'm. Oh, shit.
Oh, you're gonna break
my
something, bro! Oh my God, Josh!
Oh,
And you make fun of me and my
You're
feet.
so quick to rat me out.
Josh is on
I thought we
vacation.
were friends.
Josh is on
Oh,
vacation.
Jesus
You
Christ.
you definitely almost broke something. How much you think this thing costs?
More than I can afford. Soundboard?
It's a $500 piece. This is easily a $800 piece.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess.
But the
Something
headphones
this-
are probably, what, $250?
But it's like
Yeah.
25 years old. Probably get it for $150.
Yeah, on
Refurbished.
eBay. Ace 7-6. 10-6 versus Chad's King Jack here. Bunk has been trying to pick on Chad. One time it worked, the second time it didn't. This is the third go around.
I'm pretty sure he knows Chad is pretty tight. So
Yeah, you're playing
I think
the
a
player,
lot of these
and it's
see,
working.
right
Yeah,
here.
the scenarios work out,
A lot of
right?
these bets against Chad are gonna work.
Yeah, that's true.
And Bunk knows that. That's why he's doing it.
Yep. So Gabe here, 1.25 million chip leader on the table. Bunk 950K, Maurice 820, Chad 410, and Pete hanging on for his dear life with 130K in chips. My Alec, there are some good tournaments coming up. April 3rd through the 6th. It's 100K. I know you know about it. It's a $300 buy-in for 100,000. Hopefully you run well in one of those tournaments. And then we have the Moneymaker Tour coming end of April 30th, the first week of May. A lot of is it 27 trophies you said?
Oh, look at this. About to be a flip. 26 events. 26
Nice.
trophy events.
So Pete finally with a hand that he can't fold all in. And Bunk said what? And Maurice goes, "You said all in?"
Did Bunk rejam? Or no, he hasn't got the count yet. I don't think.
Yeah, Bunk said all in.
He did rejam.
Yeah, he did. And Maurice got out of the way. So.
Did you fold any aces or kings? Maurice said yes.
Yeah, right. Let me hook it up for the stream. Let's go. I bet you there's a pause in between the flop and the turn. Here we go. This is the classic coin flip. 50-50, ace-king versus queens. It's 2 overcards versus a pair. They say classic because it happens a lot. And boom, 9, 6, 7. Yeah, we got 2 more. Ace on the river could be spectacular. 10 doesn't change anything.
Opportunities, and 8 could give Pete his money
8
back.
for a chop. Ace or king for the win.
Ace or king for the win. Not looking good.
Deuce,
Brick
6 brick.
City.
Yeah, man. Pete, you did great. I mean, you really did what you're supposed to do. Wait for a really good hand,
He
get it
laddered
all in.
all the way up to 5th.
He did.
And for that, he will take home 1169.
Nice. That's not a bad payout, though.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad for playing 2 hands at the final table
Right.
and spectating the rest of the way.
That's true.
I'd be happy with that result.
Yeah.
Especially, you didn't have no hands. I would be happy with that result.
Yeah, just getting, listen, cashing is hard. Making it to the final table is really difficult. I mean, that's just, a lot of things have to go
Laddering
your
up
way.
is easy.
Laddering up was easy when you
If
see
Bunk-
people
when
who have
Bunk
more
is
chips
just
than
knocking
you.
players left and right.
Bunk just took
Yeah.
out.
So
If
here we
this-
are.
If this was a bounty tournament, Bunk would be like
Stacking.
triple free rolling here.
So now we are 4-handed.
We are.
We are 4-handed. 1567.
And speaking about laddering up, Chad, who has like 400K in chips, he laddered up, so he did
He's
a good
played
job.
one. He doubled up the one hand. yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, he made the stand with King Queen.
King Queen.
Yeah, versus, yeah. That's like a true story. Sometimes you got to draw like can't always wait for pair. You know, got to make the decision.
King Queen suited is pretty good defending
Yeah.
on a player who highly likely is picking on you.
Yeah. Highly likely correct.
You know.
Flipping at best, but it was even better, though, when you had a king versus those kings.
King 9 versus
yeah.
King Queen. Yeah, it's the best you could hope for. So here we go. 3 ways to this one. Bunk flops best with a king.
Bunk flips top pair.
Dead button. Gabriel's first. I thought Gabriel was a button.
Yeah.
Check round.
Check from Gabe
Good
first.
time for no.
Yeah,
or
no,
not.
good time to make that.
Bunk is just gonna.
Yeah. He's hoping someone's taking a stab
Now
at
he's
it.
going for value when the hard
Yeah.
draw gets there.
He was trying to get something from somebody. And he does. He gets a 75 look
Wait,
up.
did Gabriel just call it a queen?
Yeah. Gabriel really just thought he was going to chop the pot here. So, Gabriel's got enough chips to
He
make that
thought
hero call.
Bunk was
Yeah,
moving.
maybe he just kept the player honest. Just let him know. Listen,
That's
I'm going
fair.
to call some of your plays down.
Wow.
What did my Alex say? It's a long one. He's writing out some thesauruses here.
Because remember, the last thing he mentioned was you put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah.
You say so many things that are exaggerated, especially pertaining to poker, and you are usually wrong.
Ouch.
Yeah, right? You didn't have to do all that,
I
bro. It was
know,
unnecessary,
man.
bro. Good Lord.
Jeez, that's
Take
an
it
attack.
easy, bro. Shots fired, bro.
Whoa.
Ouch. But hey, tell us how you real feel.
Well, not talking about me.
No, I'm talking about him. Anyways, Gabriel going to open on the button. 4s. Bunk. has
The
king ten
audacity
suited.
to
1.5
say
million.
that I know something. Well, I'll tell you what. Listen,
I thought you just said you're always right.
No, I never said I was always right. I said I'm never wrong.
Oh,
There's a difference.
okay,
There's a
okay.
difference. I can tell you that I might not be great, but I have experience. What? I'm just being honest. I mean,
I know you're being honest. That's why
yeah,
I'm laughing.
that's the whole point. Like,
7-5 deuce.
I've been in the trenches. I've had my share of wins and losses. And the one thing about me that I could tell you is that this game has not made me bitter.
I think you personally
Yeah.
have told me at some point I said something about poker being silly or stupid or something like that, and you're like, God, you're so jaded. You remember that?
Maybe,
This
yeah.
is many years ago.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I guess I've gone through phases of
It's so much fun when you win.
trying to stay
Yeah,
positive. Or,
it's
being-
hard to do
feeling
when you go on the runs.
a bit jaded, but for the most part, I think you really. Not only do you got to take the ego out of it, you really got to take the emotion out of it.
Yeah, for sure. That's you know what you just said? Listen,
Yeah.
if you want to be a great poker player, absolutely right. You got to almost be a machine at times, you know? This game, you definitely want to you have the
Take the
emotion.
ego out, take the emotion out. I
Yeah.
just find that. Well, I mean, I also know that when I play a lot of poker and you're losing, it's very difficult to not get a little upset about it.
I agree with you because you always say, like, why you get picked on and stuff like that. You feel like, oh, it's like so much bad luck. It doesn't make sense.
Like I think I told you earlier, I said, you just kind of gotta have a forget about it mentality.
it-
I don't
it
care.
is.
Just you gotta not care.
And,
Just gotta
that whole Etch-a-Sketch, you just, like,
Shake
shake
it.
it.
shake it off.
Yeah.
Shake it off.
All right, Maurice in the big blind. Doesn't like that bunk race to 60K. He's got queen 10. He looked at the clock a couple of times.
He's looking at payouts,
Yeah.
or he's
Verbally,
Or-
mentally yelling at a bunk like, you asshole.
waiting to see if somebody at the other table busts out first.
That was it. Waiting to jump. If he looks at
Waiting
the
for
clock
the-
one more time, what is he
waiting
looking
for the
at?
blinds to go up.
Yeah, the blinds.
Maybe,
2 more
I don't
minutes.
know.
Are we on break? Is that the last stand before break? There it is. And the bunk's like, what
The bunk is like, what are you looking at, bro?
staring
What is
at,
this?
man?
What's going
That
on?
was confusing.
Maybe Maurice is like, I'm going to wait 60 seconds, and then I'm going to fold. And then he just kept looking at the 60
seconds. Yeah, the clock. Really.
10, 20, 30, 50,
The
60.
tricks.
All right.
The tricks of Maurice. Now
Funny
we're-
guy, bro. He's a funny guy.
That's great.
Maurice is a funny guy.
Give us something to talk about.
Maurice is a funny guy.
Blinds at 10K, 20K. Four-handed here. I would needle Maurice. You guys want chop? You guys want? If I was here, I would be like, you want to chop? You want chop? Maurice, how much you want? Steffi Mo, hey. Where have you been, huh? 5-8 deuce is your flop. Ace-6 Maurice and Gabriel 6 tray. Looked like it went check to the turn. Oh, buddy. Gabriel had some outs, but ace high is going to win.
blind,
Yeah.
check. I think we're going to maybe start to see nobody step out of line until Chad busts.
The
because
shorty?
when everybody has a million chips,
Right.
Chad has 400 or less.
Steffi Mo on the side doing the dog walking. Always nice to see Gabriel at the table. Yeah, he this is his second final
Of this week?
of the week. I know. Wednesday he did a 4-way chop, made the money there, and he's riding the wave of good luck. Ran really well today. It was up and down for a little bit, but he won when he needed to, and now he has. Well, he had the chip leader, but Bunk just took it over 1.4 million, so he's sitting comfortably. Chad here with 18 big blinds, and it looks like it's not a lot just because of comparison, though. There's other players that have $1 million, and you have like 400K. You feel like you're short stacked, which you are. And here comes Maurice from the button raising, Jack 8. Steffi Mo, it's nice to see that you're on the chat. Guys need your dog or cat walked. Steffi Mo on the side, pet sitting. 3 ways. Jack, Deuce, Jack, and Maurice flopping like it's hot. Check. Maurice on the button. Thinking of a right size bet here. Did you look on the other side to see if there's more info?
All right.
I can work with that.
What'd I do?
You see the viewer, Melon, on Twitch? Pretty good. Very good. People want to see the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, but did you see this?
Yeah, it's not
Bro,
bad.
it's always higher on
always,
YouTube.
yeah. I know.
Always. We got Maurice. We got Bunk. We got Gabriel. I think everybody in the chat has been rooting for Gabriel. I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
All of the 3 people who were rooting for somebody, they were all rooting for Gabriel.
Yeah, for sure. The Wolf. We had found out his nickname. We got the Wolf.
We call him Wolverine.
The great thing about the Twitch channel, if you want to subscribe for free and you have Amazon Prime, guess what? You can just slide a little bar over.
Great thing about YouTube is you can subscribe
month.
for free. You just get notifications anytime we go live.
Right.
Turn your notifications on.
It's always crazy, too, because, like, on a Wednesday, I wake up, like, 10 in the morning sometimes.
Good
and
Lord.
The sports, and it just pops up. I'm like, oh, really? I'm not even
Yay,
a sports
sports.
guy. Yeah, the what's the show called?
What?
Pbkc Picks. That's the name of the show.
Pbkc Picks.
Picks. Yeah, on Wednesday, 10 a.m.
It's our sports stream podcast.
Yep. What's up, Bennett? How come they're not asking for the chop? Well, I'll tell you why.
Because there's 3 people at the table who are not choppers. That's
Right.
why.
Yeah, not just one player.
Bennett Reeves pickleball, huh?
But when I know a player's not going to chop, though, and you want to get underneath someone's skin to make them think about it, hey, how about now?
The only
chop?
person who joked about it, Gabriel said, "I'm going to go ahead and say that this
Right.
is, that we're not going to chop."
Yeah,
He just knows.
yeah, comment.
I'm pretty sure he knows Maurice and Bunker.
Yeah.
If they got chips, they're highly likely not want to
And
chop.
then Maurice says, "Oh, I'll do whatever you guys want to do," which is funny.
What's first prize? 48. I'll just take 5K.
Your blinds at 15K, 30K. Chad's here putting up a good fight. You know what? Listen, let's do it. Gabriel opened. I got my glasses on.
Oh my God, are you that old?
Yeah, man. Wait till you get 50.
Don't read it out loud.
I won't.
You see this?
Yeah. Kind of saw it.
Then again, this you know who this sounds like.
Yeah.
You know who this sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. Crazy.
Oh, I guess that would be
Nah, bro, but they were hoeing me for the longest fucking time.
and then that would be like
Yeah, let's have a
it'd
conversation.
be something like that.
Can we play this here?
Yeah.
King Jack, when the guy had like fucking, I had like 300K. I opened with King Jack. And then the guy had,
All in for Chad here, ace 7.
Chad Jam with an ace on the button.
Yeah.
He's short. He's getting short. He got what is that? Less than 10 bigs.
Yeah, Maurice just steps out of the way. He's like, even though he knows he's probably flipping, he doesn't want to, don't double up the short stack with a lesser hand. So, good play. Ace high is good when you're four-handed, you pick an ace, just go for it.
I just realized Bennett said, "How come they aren't asking for a chop every hand?" Thought that was a strategy. I've never seen that ever.
That's my strategy when I wanted
Is
to
that right?
needle somebody. That's what I was kind of saying. Yeah. Just when you know someone's not going to chop, irritate the hell out of them.
Yeah.
but then I got details.
I don't know. I'm the type of guy. If they don't bring up a chop, I'm just gonna keep playing.
Yeah, that too. Listen, I mean, I'm also that person. Like, if you don't want to chop, then fine. Whatever the results are,
Yep.
they are going to be.
And if they want to chop, I want to see the numbers.
And then when I bust and they chop, that doesn't bother me.
That,
You guys
nah,
wanna
that
chop
hurts a little bit. I'll be honest. That happened.
You're
to
walking
me.
away and you hear it. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, you want to chop? About an earshot away, I can still hear you. But I've been playing for such a long time. There used to be chops where they wouldn't even do an ICM number. It was just chop.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
yeah.
back
You
in the
just
old
give me a
days.
number. Let's negotiate
Right.
it. Yeah.
And most of the time it was even, though. It was like even chops. A lot of the times
Right.
they were like.
I've seen some of the old school people who like haven't done any ICM chops.
Right.
Nowadays, they're like, "Nah, we're doing even chop or we're doing no chop."
Right.
Come on, bro.
Necessary.
So here we have Chad all in with
Yeah,
Ace King.
Bunk opened and then Chad jammed.
Oh,
Yeah, Bunk
Yep.
folds. That's
Yep,
what
yep, yep.
happened. That's how it went down. Oh, Bunk was the big blind. Okay, Bunk was the big. He didn't open. Chad
Mm-hmm.
just jammed and then fold. Okay, that makes sense. Bunk's still sitting at pretty top 1.32. There's a new brush down south, and she goes 1-2 game or something. I don't know how she says on the microphone instead of 1-2 like no limit. She's like 1-2 game, the 1-3 game. The way she said it. Tomorrow, Steffi Mo, ladies'
Is it ladies' night? I don't know, actually. Maybe.
I don't know. It's a good
Find
question.
out.
I know Stephanie was last Saturday with Matt. We switched it up, but
What's today? The 27th?
28.
28. Tomorrow, 29. Stephanie Nance. Tomorrow is ladies' night.
Ladies' night.
Ladies' night.
People are getting accustomed to that ladies' night. I'm trying to steal Stephanie
Saturdays
on
for
a
the
Friday,
ladies.
but nothing against you, but
Yeah, whatever.
Stephanie makes it so much easier
I
for
feel
me. Like,
personally attacked.
yeah,
Why? Because she doesn't pick on you ever?
pick? No, she just bounces like it's like table tennis. Like bing, 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 bing.
Oh, you want layups, huh? That's how you want it? You
Pretty
want it
much.
to be easy?
It's so easy. It is.
You want the layups.
Yeah,
Who picks on you more, me or my Alec?
my Alec.
Definitely my Alec.
100%.
Speaking of which,
Is anything
I
lately?
think he said Pbkc Picks is terrible.
Oh man.
Bro, Pbkc Picks be getting the most followers
Yeah,
out of all of our streams, yeah.
it's good stuff.
All right, Gabriel just opened. Can't see what his hand is.
This is when poker is real poker. You don't know what the other players have. You just know Maurice is in the big blind. You know, Gabe has kind of been opening a little bit, sometimes too often.
Four-handed is very interesting
Yeah.
because you have two blinds and two non-blinds, and
Right.
you got one of them under the gun, but you only have one person behind you, and then you have pure button every single round.
The
he shows
dynamics
the
of what
ace.
you just said is so adamant because it's true. And not only that, though, you're the big blind, like two hands again, you're a big blind again. You're like, oh, my God, I just wasn't the big
Yep.
blind. So
Yep.
sooner or later, you got to pick two cards
Pretty
that
much
you
got
like.
two hands in position, two hands out of position.
Correct. Yeah, and your range is open real wide, you know.
They should.
Yeah, because we saw Chad with A7 jammed it in there.
Yeah.
And,
And
you
again,
know,
it looks like a big jam, but he's 10 bigs at this point is 300K. So
Right.
Chad really only has 10 or 12 bigs, and his shoving range should be pretty wide.
right.
This is on the cusp. That's a fold. Maurice should be opening here.
Yeah. Nice healthy raise
Gabriel's
there.
at the bottom of his range here, but
We've
but
seen Gabriel defend a lot.
there's
though.
something about Maurice's chips that just make it more like yummy when you
More
scoop them.
equity. Yeah. That's funny. If I can win this hand, it feels so good. All right, 6-7 queen is your flop here. Gabriel, kind of no man's land here. Maurice knows he just got called, and you have ace high. Wow,
Gabriel
check,
bets.
and Gabriel won this hand by bluff.
Snap fold from Maurice. Good. Wow.
What
Interesting.
a play. Position.
The
Yeah,
wolf taking it down.
yeah. Showing some moxie. Chad sitting here with 12 big blinds. And you know Maurice's mind, though, right? You want to wait that short stack to bust, right?
You don't want to get, again, like I said before, it's kind of ICM suicide to make a move before the short stack busts.
Yeah.
At this stage of the game, it would be a huge mistake to let a short stack ladder up.
That's one I can't live down. My World Series final table.
I've done it, but
We were 6-7-handed, and I had 10s, and I got it all in with a short stack. And I didn't even realize that, like, the shorty had, like, 70K or something. Like, no, something like 300K
really
or
short?
something. Yeah, something where if I would have waited one more hand, I would have laddered up 20K, $20 real
well,
$1,000.
apparently you had to learn that lesson.
No, yeah, it's something you should remember. Ace 6 queen on the flop here. Bunk checked and Maurice bets in a little.
Down bet 55.
Yeah, a little
Quarter-
position.
Little
Both
quarter pot.
both have speculative hands here.
But Bunk's got a piece.
He knows, yeah.
He's going to peel.
A piece could be good sometimes, right?
Another 6 would be action.
Oh, it would have been so sweet.
3 6s ace queen wouldn't have been. But
Checked again from Bunk. That's pot control. Check back from Maurice. Didn't like the call on the flop, so Bunk.
unless somebody bets,
Yeah.
this is a chop. I can't tell if Bunk is leaning more towards check call or lead out. Yep, Check call. Maybe just check
Yeah,
and
check
hoping
back.
for a
Yeah,
check.
Maurice wants to see what he called me with. He's like, go in and see what you called me with. What? I thought we were friends.
Cousins.
Right. So now Maurice knows that he would have fired a bet on the river, probably gets through, but, you know, you can always say that after you see the cards.
Not well.
Yeah, exactly. Table talk has dropped down to 0.
Yeah. Yeah, I
only
just
noticed that
noticed
when
how
you were
quiet
quiet.
it was. Wow, super quiet.
When you weren't saying anything, I'm like, wait a minute. Tick tock, tick
What's
tock.
happening? You saw that? Did you see the comment?
That's all.
We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah. Sometimes it's best not to poke the bear.
Chad's getting whittled down here.
Whittle. Oh, and the blinds are just going up. Wow. So
on,
yeah.
On the evening tournament.
Oh, that's the evening one.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, like, that's the thing about like tournaments. The blinds do go up, and all of a sudden you're forced to make a decision.
Is that how they work?
That's how it goes, bro.
Okay, I never knew
Either
that.
you know, like
Thanks for telling me.
it's you know, like.
I was confused up until that point where you just told me.
Well, I can see that.
I deserve that. Bunk with a suited 10. Chad.
Suited!
Ace-3 of diamonds.
He's also out of position though. The dealer button.
I mean, obviously, if Bunk raises here, it's purely because he's a button.
Right.
Doesn't matter what the hand is. So he's
Yeah,
going to
but
reach for
Chad
chips
has
and
that
stab.
ace again. I can see it going all in.
I could see this getting in, yeah.
Yep. And then Bunk's got to fold reluctantly. Well, I like the fact that he didn't snap fold. So
might.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
all in,
okay.
yeah. We saw it. You saw
And
that
the snap.
scenario.
You were, and the snap fold.
Yeah. It's one of those scenarios, you know. You're going to be good a lot of the time. Sometimes you're not, and that's just the way it goes. But you got to make a stand sometimes. You got to take that choice. 15 big blinds. I mean, Bunk had anything besides 10-4. He probably gets a call there, but. So, while we're doing this little quick color up here and people are in between hands.
It's always Ron. Chips off the table.
Yeah, you know. Proficient. Well, if
Chad's got ace queen.
I was about to say, if ace-4 is good and ace-queen, it's great.
It's an easy all in here. He's got 430 now.
Just keep doing it until
This is-
it doesn't work. Just keep putting
Keep
it
doing
in.
it.
Don't even look at
Yeah.
your whole cards. Just jam, 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 jam.
Well, he should be, yeah, if he had 430 plus what? He might be up to like 15 bigs.
You know the scenario. The scenario is like when you have to go somewhere and you're like trying to give away your chips.
You can't
is
lose.
When you double
You can't lose. I've
It's
seen
like-
it. I've literally seen it. You can't lose when you try.
The weird phenomenon.
A buddy of mine coined that the gift wrap gone wrong.
Oh, that's
Like when
good.
you're trying to gift your chips to somebody,
Yeah.
and you win,
Yeah.
it's a gift wrap gone wrong.
I like it. Blinds 15K, 30K, all of them sitting here patiently, trying to knock out Chad, but he ain't going nowhere.
Chad's chipped up to 500K.
Pretty good. Little
So
at a
what's
time.
Maurice got? Maurice got probably 6 or 7.
Step by step, yeah.
Then we
Maurice
got
has
5,
been
6,
dwindling.
7.
Yeah, things
And
have not
both,
been going
both
his
Buck
way.
and Gabe got mill. So was that like a 3 mil in play?
You need a little bit of luck. Timing's key. All right, Maurice ace-8 opening up here. Gabriel ace-9. You know how powerful the ace is with position.
And we're shorthanded, so
Right.
that's why
Just a flat call from 8
That's
Gabriel.
no, he made it 225. That's a 3-bet.
Oh, the thing I was about to say. Wow, that was just I was like opening the door here.
Maurice got that look.
A little frustration.
He got
you
that.
can
I'm
see.
tired of this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. And the worst part is he had more chips than Chad, and now he's kind of like clinging close to even there.
Yeah, he got a full good fold
Yeah.
with 3 outs.
See 640, 445. They're neck and neck.
Well, Gabriel, he's not really gotten out of line with his 3-bets, right?
Right.
We haven't seen that. So Maurice correctly figured he probably got 3 outs. And I think Gabriel's at the bottom of his range with the ace-9 when he 3-bets. That one.
Okay.
I'm saying that I haven't seen him do with anything worse than that.
Right.
But as you said, it's getting later in the game.
Yeah.
Lone aces go up in value.
All right, Bugs gonna try again from the dealer button.
Yep. He's been pretty wide on his button.
Yeah, 70K. Maurice comes along, 8-7. Heads up to a flop. 8-7 versus King 9. And King 10-4. Maurice in the big blind. Did he silently? He checked? I guess he checked.
I didn't see
Yeah.
him check either.
I guess it was a silent one of those finger tappy tap.
He does do that little. He
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah, check.
he
and
does a
then-
little like he just does this or like a tiny little.
Right.
Good job, Justin.
The thing it is, like you said, like sometimes, the cards play, and that time was even position, and Bunk could have done that with any 2 cards, but unfortunately the flop was really bad for Maurice, did not connect, so can't get way out of line like you said. Oh, and Bunk with aces now. A real hand?
Hello.
What?
But can we get action?
Yeah, he was hoping that Chad would have an ace, but 5 tray. Chad's probably not going to do too much craziness on the
Right.
button
You
here.
definitely when you have aces, I want the short stack to shove all in.
Yeah.
But let's make a small raise, see what happens. Gabriel's gonna defend.
He's been defending
Yeah.
a lot.
He's been
I mean,
defending very wide.
Yeah,
And this is no different.
right. 10-10 queen.
No action here. I was like wondering if we can get an extra flop.
Oh, check, free card.
Snap check from Bunk.
Yeah, hoping Jack. Letting Gabriel lead
Gabriel's-
out, catch up. But there
giving
it
him
is.
some rope.
100K. That's better than nothing, right? If Bunk would have bet that flop.
I don't think he's
get
going to raise it. I
zero.
think he's just going to flat
No,
here
I would flat it. Yeah, of
and
course.
hope he does it
Yeah.
again.
Hope he does it again,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, bad card.
Yeah.
Really
Completes
bad
the
card,
straight, completes a
but-
flush.
A lot of bet sizes I would be comfortable
What do
calling
you bet?
with.
200K? And snap call
Snap.
from wow.
Wow.
That's not an easy snap call, and I guess it's great.
I mean, I
putting
think if
him
I'm
on
Gabriel, I
that
would have just
same
mucked
hand.
I would have just mucked my hand. He flipped it over. I would have just muck it.
The worst river
I
card
actually-
ever. Yeah.
That reminds me, I
Right.
made the mistake of trying to bluff a calling station. And I bluffed a river.
You calling
and he,
Bunk a calling
no,
station?
no.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
dude.
this
I
is
know.
dude Charlie. He's a
Right.
he's a tournament player. He's a fish. Nice guy, super nice guy. But
Right.
he hates folding. And he's check calling with top pair, and I was open ended, just betting. And river, I just fired.
You figure the only way
He
you can
snapped,
win.
and I just I just
Right.
snap muck. I didn't even wait to see.
Yeah, what he had. You
I knew I had 5 high. I
Yeah.
mean, the flop was 6-4. Like, there's
You
no
gotta
problem.
know your players when you're making a move like that, but you also know that the only chance of winning.
There was a flush. I thought maybe
Right.
if he had a missed draw, okay, but he was check calling with top pair, no kicker, and
Right.
a calling station doesn't fold top pair.
No.
Never.
No, you're right.
So as soon
Yeah.
as he called, I just knew I had enough. I had no equity.
There's
and
a
just
scenario I have when I'm playing. Like, there's 3 people you can't bluff. Those that don't know any better.
Mhm.
Those that are too rich.
Mhm.
And those who have the nuts. Those are the 3 players.
snap.
You know,
Yeah.
Because those don't know any better. Just call. Like one pair, they're good. They're just going and calling all the way. You
Yeah.
can't bluff them. And those who are too much money, it's the same scenario. They just don't care. They're calling you anyways. And obviously the people who have like the best hand are never folding. So
Hey, look at this. Maurice is getting a little short.
yeah, he knows. You know. And he gets a call. So we have 7-6 versus King 6 on a jack.
Jack's got bottom pair, but
7-6.
we've already seen him call, and I think.
Oh, two pair now.
Two pair for
Bad
Bunk, probably never
Maurice.
folding.
Yeah,
But if
check.
Maurice has to make a play, he might just jam. I think there's a world where he jams.
It's never a good time though. He sends it.
Well, he knows last time that Bunk would call
I
him down with
remember.
set with bottom
yeah,
pair.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so if he's gonna rep a hand, yeah,
Check back. Yeah,
6?
you don't like it. 5.
I thought maybe Maurice was gonna represent a hand that was better than bottom pair.
Right.
Lots of those type of players. Kind of
Gambler wannabe.
Yep, you're not wrong. 200K value on the
Oh
board.
man, yeah.
Bunk.
Things are not going Maurice's way. That happens sometimes. Even the best of them. He makes the call.
Hero call.
Wow. Frustration call for
Yep,
sure.
Yep.
There you go, buddy. Thank you. Maurice came to the final
No
table, right? With
yeah,
like
800.
chip leader, and nothing has gone his way.
It was all downhill after the Queens versus Aces hand.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's
It
right.
really was.
Right. The momentum has not changed. And
But-
Bunk now, 2 million, baby.
Yep.
Sitting on top, 61%. I don't think Bunk's going to wear those shady glasses ever again. I mean, this is the new look, right?
You think that's his lucky hat now? You think the Bunk
I
is
think
the type of guy to have a lucky
no,
hat?
No. Bunk, for the last 2.5 months, I've seen him with the shades, right?
Okay.
And this is the first time
Yeah,
I've seen him without.
I always see Bunk with the shades.
Right. This is the first time he's got
And
the
the
new
hoodie.
look, new me.
Maurice just jam all into the gun with Jack.
Yeah, I
Deuce
think
suited?
so, yeah.
Interesting.
Jack Trey?
This is interesting.
You said Jack Deuce.
Whatever. what's the difference?
I don't know, man. Come on.
What's
Once in a while, I can pick on you, too, okay? Huh?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
So at this point, that's like 5 bigs.
Yeah. Gabriel's going to call. We see that. Queen
Bunk's
10.
got a hand that this could go 3-way check down type of thing, and Chad would be very happy to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
Maurice bust on this hand.
True. And there's an ICM number why you don't want to raise here because another player called, 2-1 in the money. There's no side pot, so instead of raising, you just, like you said, call and check down. So
Gambler wannabe, you have to be disciplined and resist the urge to bluff like you can in attorney. So I'm gonna go ahead and say is like your bluffs have to be very selective and they got to be very well timed.
Bunk got out of the
Like,
way. He's just like,
Yeah.
Gabriel do all
That's
the
nothing
work.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
Also, I think he doesn't want to knock out his friend.
I don't think he cares about that because he just. Oh,
6, 5, 9,
clubs
ace.
for Maurice. Wow, Queen High rides.
9.
Maurice is in 4th place.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, you guys want to chop as he's walking away?
1567.
Look how happy.
That would be-
Look
yeah.
how happy Gabe is right now.
Maurice, 4th place, 15.
Yeah.
1,567. So here we go, 3-handed, and we have,
You know,
Chad's got
I'm about to say Chad.
15 bigs.
The short stack the whole time.
Chad is now the ladder up story.
The
of the night.
right. It was Pete, and now it's Chad.
But he's gotten his money in once or twice, very selectively.
Right.
Picked his spots. He's still here, but he's still short.
No, he did. Right.
He still
did
has. He's been on
coast.
he's been on a 10 to 15 big stack like pretty much all day.
Right.
And that's okay. That's good. That's good. Being able to outlast.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
big
other
dump.
players.
Fourth and what? How much is the difference between fourth and first? 14 and 23, right? That's like a whole almost $800.
Between fourth, yeah, something like that.
Something.
Yeah, no, I can't math right now. I'm
It's
just waiting to
okay.
see
It's
because
okay.
I already know that any second now,
Someone's
we're gonna have
job discussion.
Chad's gonna be all in. And no, I think, I predict that either Bunk is not gonna chop or they're gonna wait till Chad busts to
yeah,
talk
okay.
about numbers.
Good old Chad.
In the cash games, they just don't pay enough attention to the story to get them to fold if they have anything. So, yeah, and especially low stakes cash game, like you can't bluff a guy who's not paying attention, obviously.
Yeah.
Like Oak said, a guy who doesn't know any better or they're not paying attention,
Right.
just don't bluff.
Right.
You can't bluff a calling station. You can't bluff a guy who's not paying attention to the story.
Yeah.
And so if they're not aware of, if they're not trying to put you on hands, there's no point in trying to bluff people off.
I bluffed a lady with 2 pair.
She had 2 pair.
She had 2 pair. And
Good read.
Well, I mean, it was another player was all in. I had ace something. I was on a draw, but when she made the call, like so hesitant, like I didn't put her on 2-pair because she made it like she didn't want to make the call.
Yep.
Because I made the raise and then she made the call.
Oh,
So-
she looked unhappy about her hand, but
yeah,
she had 2
on
pair.
the turn.
Yeah.
And then the river came, and I just jammed it,
Yeah.
and then she reluctantly folded, and then the other guy, person won. I picked up like a $60 side pot. She was like, I knew it. I was like, what are you doing?
You
So,
got her to full 2 pair.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
5 king 10 here. Now we're playing. This is range opened up here. 8-7 versus 7 deuce. Hey, Nancy. You think I can read that?
I forgot you're so blind, bro.
It's like
wear glasses.
the middle of the darkness over here.
But I can't leave.
I know, me neither. So, check bet from Bunk, and Bunk's going to win this hand. Position, baby. Chip leader, and he knows that Chad, you know, Gabe knows a good player. He's like, all right, man, he's picking on me, but.
Local celebrities.
Hello, what's up? My tall Josh. We're all celebrities in the home world.
In your world, you're
In
a
my
celebrity.
world, I'm
In
a
my world, I'm a
celebrity.
celebrity.
There, see? That's what I'm saying.
Outside of my world, ain't nobody know. Nobody knows me.
My Alec knows I'm a celebrity.
Speaking of my Alec.
He left us for a little bit. It was fun while it was fun.
Gabriel open button. King, queen.
Solid hand, 3 ways.
Chad's got a small ace on the big.
Bunk, small blind. Did he defend? No,
He hasn't done
made a
anything
decision.
yet.
Okay.
He's looking around at the stack.
Yeah. Get out of the way. Ace Trey might be going all in here. I can see Chad.
Yep, I can see the all in. I can see the
Yeah,
fold either way.
little
And
bit.
yep,
Here
he's
it
grabbing
is.
his chips all in and call.
And
Let's
snap
do it.
from Gabe knows he's
flipping.
behind, but yeah, got enough equity into it. Makes the call.
We're flipping.
Flippy flip.
55, 45
Boom,
flip.
boom, boom. 9-6-5. 5 on the turn.
I thought for sure it was going to be a hard on the turn.
Oh, King's a dagger. Chad.
So, Chad, you did good considering, but considering you didn't have a lot to work with, you did very well
Right.
getting $2,138.
Right.
So here we do have oh,
That,
3 mil.
don't look at the screen, folks. It's all wrong. What's going on here? Maurice took 3rd place. Oh, it said 4th place. Okay. They didn't put okay, that's not wrong. The way it
No,
looks,
they
though.
just skipped 3rd
They
place.
They just
He got-
skipped Chad.
So, anyways,
Eliminated.
Gabriel said, "Do you want to play or what do you want to do?" So now Bunk, I think, is
Negotiating.
Bunk said, "Okay, so first place is 48."
Yeah.
Bunk said, "I'll
I'll
take
take
45."
Yeah.
Gabriel said, "For how about 43?"
Yeah, and Bunk
says,
goes,
"How many
how many
chips
chips
you
you
got?"
have?
Yeah. So we're
Let's
negotiating.
renegotiate, yeah.
We're gonna. I bet you we meet at the we meet in
The
the
middle mark?
Hold on. If we meet in the middle at 44.
Oh, 44, like you called
Yeah,
it.
like I said, if he said 45,
You said 44,
you said 43.
45.
All right, let's meet in the middle of
That's
44. All right,
negotiation
there you
skills right
go.
there, folks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how you do it.
So if Bunk takes 44, that means Gabriel's going to get around 33, something like that. 33 and some change. 33.75, I think, is
That's
what he got.
interesting
So
on that chop, though. You try to get a little more money?
I mean, think about it. He got better than second place money, Gabriel, and
Yeah.
he's almost got him 2-to-1 chips.
2-to-1 chips, yeah.
Anything, one flip is all it takes for that to change.
Right.
But with that being said, that's how you deal. That's how you dice. That's how you deal. I like that. Bunk said, "I'll take 45." He said, "I'll do 4." How about 43? All right, 44. We're in the middle. We're in the middle, and we're done here.
This car's got a lot of miles on it. Well, I have to get new tires, man. Come on, man. Take 43.
So, yeah, a deal has been made.
There you
Bunk,
there are the payouts.
Bunk ran like
He ran good.
pretty godlike at that
Like
final
on
table. That was fun
fire,
to watch.
man. You knocked
First
out
couple
4
hands, were just
players.
bing, 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 bing.
That was crazy.
Chips flying, players dropping.
Yeah.
You're on camera. Sit down.
Nah, we don't need Oak, bro. Nobody wants to see Oak.
Why would you put
Nobody
me on
wants to
camera?
see Oak anyways.
It's a good thing I wasn't picking my nose. I mean, come on. Let the person know.
I was picking my nose. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for chatting, lurking, all the things. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share with your friends. Come back tomorrow. It's ladies' night. What's tomorrow?
Saturday.
Like the tournament.
Black chip bounty.
Black Chip Bounty.
Every Saturday.
Thank you, Ron. Ron knows.
This month.
Ron is good.
This month, if
Um,
you look at the schedule, it was a $300
Tomorrow,
buy-in.
Black Chip Bounty, ladies'
Black Chip.
night. Nance.
Multi-flight.
my boy. Don't forget about the multi-flight. We mentioned multiple times. We're going to say it again. Multi-flight starts on Thursday. $300 buy-in, 100K guarantee. That's going to be all weekend. We're going to be on Thursday. We're going to be streaming Friday. We're going to be streaming Saturday. All day on Sunday for the day 2.
Yes.
All the way feature to final. All the way feature to end.
Right. Wednesday's the satellite for the $300 buy-in. If
Forgot
you
about that.
don't want to shell out $300, come and join us for the Saturday. And then the Moneymaker Tour, end of the month of April, first week of May, another $300 100K guarantee. So, and the Mystery Bounty. You got so much good poker coming on. I wish I could play in some of this stuff. Wait, what?
And we'll be back tomorrow night.
We will be.
So good night, everybody.
Pbkc is your entertainment destination for poker, table games, OTB, Paddock live events, and exceptional eats. The Paddock restaurant is perfect for meetings, corporate functions, parties, fundraising, and more. Call 561-683-2222 extension